Tes mic 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your online friend. So hari ini kita bakal Nobar TI The International, yang dimana setahun sekali di Dota, dan bisa dibilang biasanya punya prize pool terbesar di semua game kompetitif. Cuman tahun ini kecil banget. Yang rekor itu 2 tahun yang lalu, bukan 2 tahun yang lalu, mungkin lebih ke 3 tahun yang lalu atau 4, karena kan yang pasti I10 pasti I10 itu kan kemarin mencapai 30 juta lebih US dollar prize poolnya. Dan I have faith in them. Actually, no matter what happens, we all know it's going to be a very interesting matchup just because of Thompson on mid as well in Tundra. Emang boleh livestream Dota? Boleh lah. Kenapa nggak boleh? Kalau nggak boleh mati cok komunitasnya. Paling kita bakal nontonin ininya. Kita tungguin ininya, lobbynya. So ya, by the way, welcome to stream, William. Oh ya, tadi ada ini cok masuk. Ini si Omaldo ini ngedonate nih tadi ya. Winstreak CODM. Saya ingat tuh kalau turni ada hak siar atau apa gitu, itu bukannya masuk lobby ya. Padahal thank you ya tadi ya buat kopinya ya. Terus biasa yang Gork dan lain-lain itu mereka kan nge-stream nonton. Almost all major streamer of discipline will somehow cover the international matches. Gak ada larangannya sih. Tapi biasa juga pada nge-stream kok. Oh nih, ada nih. Steam Facts View. License to run and broadcast Dota 2 event. Valve has not decided. You do not modify the official video feeds. In particular, you do not insert third-party content. The events are open to public. You do not misrepresent the relationship. Okay. Yep, you're very welcome kan ya. Okay. We can watch. Oke, sambil kita tunggu. Oh, udah mulai. Oke. I think we can enter. Ya, belum mulai guys, grup C. Oh, pengen nonton grup C. Gondrong Gaming guys. Menurut lo siapa yang menang Will tahun ini Will? Mana nih Om Aldo, ciut aja nih. Gak paham ya gamenya ya. Hehehe. Delay, gak apa-apa delay. Tapi maksudnya ini dua orang udah live. Kenapa yang duanya lagi belum? Nikma hehehe masuk kayak belum itu yang nggak masuk. Lah kok nggak bisa watching game sih? Iya tapi bisa nonton 2 menit lagi. Oke. Sambil baca patch mungkin ya. Aku belum baca patch sama sekali. Nih coba kita baca ini. Has recipe 1200, totalnya naik cepet, attack speed dikurangin, resepinya dimurahin 100, lumayan loh. Totalnya beda 100, tapi resep, oh ya resepnya dikurangin 100, bener. Damage bonus. Oh dari ini ya, Nah, Wind Waker yang dinaikin ya harganya ya. Man Regen per stack, oh ini di nerf berarti. Nerfnya banyak amat. Buat tier 1 50 sih. Kuranginnya banyak loh. Oh ya, wait. AFK. Bentar. 10 detik paling, ada 15. Oke, I'm back. Base armor. Wih, Magina nih heroku. Tapi sabar, kita baca Abaddon dulu. Ninja Gear deh. Solitary Disguise. Wow, 15 second berasa loh. Cooldownnya 60 second. Oh, biar ini ya. Pas make, biar sebanding ya sama makenya ya. Dia nggak ada hilangnya sih ya. Losing Ninja Gear remove. Oh. Dulu kan kita pencet abis itu tukar ini ya. Nggak bisa lagi ya sekarang ya. Sih. Base intelnya naik 1. Oke. Intel gainnya naik. Tinggi berarti intelnya jadinya. Tinggi intel, cok. Naik 1/3 loh. Gain increase-nya. Dari 1,2 jadi 1,6. Naik 0,4. 0,4 itu kan 1/3 dari 1,2 ya. Lumayan. Emang lagi mau dinaikin intel ya. Berarti Abaddon support sih. Mau yang di-push lagi ya di sini ya. Dari buff ininya. Damage barrier when increase from 110, 140. Oh, lumayan. Di akhirnya nambah dikit. Wih, Magina ultinya dimurahin ya. Jadi nggak boros mana. Dulu kan habis ulti kayak udah nggak bisa, hampir nggak bisa blink kadang. Makanya jarang-jarang mau ultiin. Boros banget. Ya, kayaknya harusnya udah bisa. Kita watchin game coba. LGD. What the fuck, masih belum bisa masuk, cok. Ya udah, kita sambil baca-baca. Arc Warden. Now deals 40% damage to non-hero unit. Lebih ke buat farming mungkin maksudnya. Now can self-cast to respawn the double next. Now can be self-cast to spawn the double next to Arc Warden. Maksud. Maksudnya? Emangnya tadinya kalau pasti nyalain nggak di sampingnya si Arc Warden? The double now always spawn with full health and mana. Oh. Jadi meskipun kamu low, ulti pun bakal full darah sama full mana kalau yang 74C. Tapi maksudnya to spawn the double next to Arc Warden emang biasanya nggak di sampingnya Arc Warden? Enggak. By the way, halo Emir, welcome to the stream. Nah, emang biasanya spawnnya di mana? Aku nggak make arc soalnya. Nggak main arc, iya. Perasaan di samping-sampingnya aja tiap kali ini. Atau maksudnya nih bisa kayak si ini, atau bisa kayak si Mipo. Atau dia kayak si Mipo, bisa dipanggil lagi gitu maksudnya. Enggak kan, to spawn kan maksudnya. Jadi sekarang point click. Kalau dulu sebelum patch itu tiap ada unit baru bisa spawn Z. Kalau sekarang bisa klik 2 kali biar instant respawn. Oh, jadi maksudnya gini, meskipun kamu mati bisa bisa spawn. Nggak paham nih maksudnya nih. Ini sih, ini broken sih. Baguslah di nerf. Ini kacau, Cok. Ini terlalu OP. Yang rootnya ini. Halo Bang, halo Ardan Official, welcome to the stream. Actually aku masih nggak paham sih. Nggak, maksudnya itu bisa self cast itu kayaknya kecepatan ngetik. Oke. Tadinya mesti ada unit dulu. Jadi dulu pencet R doang? Enggak, kalau emangnya tadinya R-nya gimana? Dulu seingatku pencet R doang. Sekarang gitu. Oh iya. Oh, ini baru ya? Maksudnya kan dulu pas awal rilis nggak gini kan? Itu Dota 2 ya? Iya. Dulu perasaan nggak ada circle ini. Ini pencet R tuh langsung di samping dia. Ini karena patch apa emang dari awal udah ada kayak gitu? Mungkin karena nggak main Ark kali ya. Oh kan, ya baru. Nah, 734. Ah, dari 734 mantes aku nggak main. Aku nggak main. Siapa namanya? Emir. Mantes kita bingung, Will. Jadi actually ini secara nggak langsung dia pengen ngebalikin yang dulu lah. Kalau total nih, aku mainnya Magina, MK, Rubik, Sniper, PA, P, SF, Jacker, Void, ini Ricky, PSTA, Ember, Zeus, Kunka sih yang bikin tinggi itu kok. Salah satu kelebihan Ark buat lawan Kopmit udah di buff sampai 4 kali by the way. Wow, soalnya sebelumnya kan di nerfnya agak lumayan kan. Belum di buff yang ini nerfnya lumayan. Jadi ya itulah mungkin. Cuman Ki OP itu sekarang juga banyak yang pakai karena bagus kan ya itunya. Si Aganime. Coba kita ini ya. Watch ya. Harusnya udah bisa. Aku mau watch. Kok belum bisa sih? Ini udah 9. Yang bener aja bro. Aku nggak mau nonton Team Spirit. Namun Team Spirit udah main. Bukannya Evil Genesis dulu ya? Oh, apa Team Spirit? Soalnya grup. Oh, Team Spirit kayaknya. Masih draft phase. Band pick. Restart game. Coba yang ini. Yang gak bisa juga. Team Spirit. Kalau nonton dari sini?
of Tundra.
Oh
They still
iya,
get Dawnbreaker, which I know a lot
masih
of people have said is just one of the
fanpick ya.
strongest offlaners right now.
Yeah, she feels really good to play. Puts a lot of pressure in the lane. They also have insane amount of heroes that can utilize this ink spell from
Draftnya
Crossroad,
Tundra.
right? Who rolls in. You can put it on Nagastar and any of the
Siren.
illusions. Dawnbreaker as well. Tundra, they have insane amount of damage. I also want to see like how the lanes are gonna go. Preferring Tundra's draft because of the team fight that they have with this Warlock, Earth Spirit, Dawnbreaker. It's a ton of damage, but also, like you picked it into Pudge, you have some of this healing, Grimstruck with the Shard, Nagasarn builds into hard, Dawnbreaker heal. Aghanim Scepter, Pudge, that's pretty much
Klasik
his first
Tundra
item.
4v5 pick
Morale,
naga
I
buat
think
skitter. Iya
matchup
sih.
would look
Free
for
farm jadinya.
those
Nggak
as
main
well
bang. Ini
as
kita
Tundra
nonton.
because
Kita nonton turnamen
everybody thought
Ardan.
Spec tops, and for a good reason. You know, you now have 4 TI winners on one team and one guy that won 2 TIs.
Mari kita lihat ya.
Potentially going for the third one in this one.
He's the only potential 3-timer at
Yep.
the event.
Apakah
there-
efek
I don't think-
Thompson
I don't
masuk
think
sini?
if
Tapi
you win
Thompson
one,
jadi
is there
lebih
more-
sering
is
main
there
Earth
pressure to win a second?
Spirit
If
ya.
you win
Di
two, is there
turnamen
pressure to win a
sebelumnya juga
third?
pas
He's
dia yang
probably
ngegantiin
the
posisinya
most
si
guy at this TI, 'cause he already
si
won 2
siapa
TIs,
sih?
doesn't have anything
Nine
to
ya?
prove.
Iya, pas dia gantiin
Seems
posisi
like it is
Nine.
time to go.
Nine kan jadi support ya sekarang ya.
I've done this 2 times before. I could do it a third. And I'll show
Dia
you
jadi
how
lebih
Earth
sering
Spirit
main
game
Earth
number
Spirit
one. I
di
mean, that is
turnamennya.
definitely
Nonton yang
very
apa nih? A, B,
exciting
C.
coming out from-
Jelas-jelas LGD lah. Meskipun saya sudah kecewa berkali-kali, tetap saya fans setia LGD ya. Mana nih nggak bisa di watch, cok. Aku pengen watch. By the way, welcome to the stream ya, Poriski ya. Tuh, belum bisa bro. PS lagi di buff banget sih. Nah itu aku belum baca patchnya. Setelah sekian lama nggak main. Setelah sekian lama aku nggak main. Siapa namanya? Emir. Akhirnya kan baru coba download lagi. Chaos Knight. Creep damage multiplier. Creep damage ya? Berarti emang mau ditingkatin farmingnya dia ya, CK ya. CK perasaan udah bagus-bagus aja, jadi lumayan ada yang make lagi. Ditambahin lagi. Soalnya aku kadang masih nontonin orang main, jadi maksudnya nontonin turnamen ya. Jadi ngelihat apa namanya? Nontonin turnamen pick hero-nya lah. Atau mungkin kadang kan masih karena subscribe, jadi home-nya itu nongolin pro player, match-nya pro player gitu. Jadi kadang masih ku tonton tapi nggak baca patch. Jadi tahu oh CK masih dipakai nih berarti CK bagus dong gitu kan. Makanya kaget loh kok on Dota ya ternyata ada Nobar ya. Terus Dark Willow sekarang bisa tempelin bisa naruh skill ke tim, cok. Itu lumayan OP sih. Soalnya jadi bisa dikomboin kayak beberapa hero cuy. Kayak kemarin aku nemu orang ngekomboin sama si Godzilla nih, mana Godzilla? Ah ini si Primal. Jadi pas lagi ulti tuh sambil dikasih puterannya si Dark Willow coy, lumayan bagus. Terus mungkin bisa ditaruh ke apa lagi ya? Actually Faceless Void bagus kalau lagi Chrono. Atau mungkin Enigma Black Hole, maybe? Dikomboin. Terus apa lagi? Oh, mungkin ini. Dia taruh ke Sand King. Sand Kingnya langsung blink stun. Itu juga bagus. Lumayan banyak yang bagus. Jadi sakit gitu ya. Dikasih di ininya. Tapi aku nggak mau nontonin Tundra. Aku mau nontonin ini LGD. Mana nih? Lama banget dah. Spectre ya? Spectre apa yang di buff? Aku cuman tahu dia ultinya diubah, ditukar agama ulti. Coba nih ya watch yang tuh udah ada hero-nya. Nih udah ada hero-nya nih, masih nggak bisa parah sih. At least bisa nontonin mereka drafting gitu. Astaga. Nih ya, ini yang udah mulai nih ya. Coba kita bisa nontonin dia gak? Sekarang cuma 60 second level 1. Karena kan single ya, biar lebih adil aja gak sih? Kalau masih setara Hound agak parah kayaknya menurutku. Cooldown-nya. Coba ini kita coba mengikuti kata William ya. Coba keluar game ya, masuk lagi. Tapi emang sebenarnya di awal-awal nggak begitu diperlukan sih si Hound-nya itu. Emang makanya langsung dulu kan pada ngejar aganya ya. Bahkan sekarang orang nggak begitu beli aganya kan. Cuman kalau dapet atau late game banget ya beli gitu kan. Kalau nggak mah nggak dibeli gitu. Kan bisa dapet dari Roshan. Sebenarnya pengen nonton ini sih, Shopify. LGD. Wih, nothing to say main ES Smith ya? Masa iya server down? Tapi bisa aja sih. Tapi masa karena turun nih? Biasa server down karena update gak sih? Gak bisa bro. Why? Yang LGD tadi aku coba watch belum bisa juga tuh. Emang nggak bisa kan? Kayak yang Tundra nih. Tuh nggak bisa. Thunder Awaken. Mana nih Thunder Awaken nih? Nggak bisa. Semua yang nggak bisa. Game jelek. Game jelek, cok. Game jelek. Halo manusia, halo. Halo. Tidak, halo tidak. Welcome to stream. Kamu kan bukan Adit, pasti kamu tidak. LGD. LGD. Tapi kenapa dia pick Weaver ya? Weaver emang lagi bagus. Tapi Weaver ya kalau emang dari zaman emang kayak historinya ya, emang player Chinese tuh, player daerah China tuh suka main Weaver carry ya. Apa tuh yang kau kasih, Will? Nonton via Steam. Kirlah, baru bentar di sini ada notif kuota. It's okay kalau kamu nggak pengen, kalau nggak bisa nonton Adit. Tapi thank you loh, udah nyempetin mampir. Mending kamu menghemat kuotamu. ketimbang menonton game jelek ini. Duluan bang, nggak bisa lama. Oke, Adit, it's okay. Thank you loh udah sempetin mampir. Cok, Shiro udah first blood masih nggak bisa nonton, anjir. Shiro udah first blood. Tapi tadi masih 3 giga loh. Kok bisa? Masa kita harus nobar lewat Twitch? Fix akal-akalan Geben biar disuruh nonton di Twitch. Iya cowok anjir. Tapi emang boleh aku Steam TV? Steam TV di mana, Will? Nah, kan kau kasih tadi. Steam TV. Ini grup apa sih? Cek kan. Yaudah bang, Watsu. Oke, Watsu Adit. Oke, kita nonton di Steam TV ya. Udah nemu.
It's very complicated on Enigma and when you make rotations to the other lane. But so far, Solo, he's doing a good job. He's denied a few creeps with the pulls and then also coming in for this kill. Same thing top. They're just pulling, trying to get the lane back a bit, put it in a safer spot. Niero going
better?
deep for this. Can't get bullied
No
away.
surprise. Some pressure though over on the tires.
Berarti aku exit gamenya aja kalau gitu mah.
But they're moving pretty swiftly here. This is maybe not going to be enough. Oh, we needed one more hit. A nice turret from the arrow though will interrupt that.
The dive on mid lane.
They get the kill.
TA with the boots early. Invoker doesn't have boots yet, so he gets run down as well at the same
Itu
time.
spirit
by the
bapak
TA
ah.
before
Oh
even
pilih
getting
C
level
loh.
6, Kiyotaka finds a solo kill. This is a
Oh pilih
huge
C
takedown.
perasaan.
And
Bentar ya.
it's
C.
gonna put him well ahead. He's already 1,000 gold ahead of the
Rim
Invoker.
C kan.
Only 5 minutes into the game.
That's a pretty great start, especially when you consider this is the hero that's going to be playing the most tempo.
Emang kebalik-kebalik dia. Goblok emang Steam aso.
It's so comfortable for him.
Is certainly living up to a last big hero that you'd
The
hope for
only
in
lane
LGD
that's,
at least. Meanwhile, top lane.
That's going really poorly,
Wait.
I want to say, for
Bentar. Ribet ya. Mau nonton aja ribet. Anjir emang. Udah kau kasih tapi itu kan lewat Steam ya. Oh ini lewat website browser. Berarti dia yang D ya harusnya ya? Yang C ya harusnya ya? Kalau DC berarti dimajuin 1D ya harusnya ya? Oh iya bener D. D. Nih. Yang A-nya dikosongin sama dia.
That's some hot dog play right there. Gets bounced to the high ground. You've played
Cari
against
satu-satu
Japan
aja,
800
iya,
times
iya,
at
udah
this
nemu
point.
nih.
I'm just gonna stand at
Oke,
the edge,
sudah udah
bumping
satu
down
ya
the
kedudukannya ya.
I'll take
Kita
the
bakal
lift, thank you
nonton
very
ya kan.
much. Yeah,
Wow.
surprised no tip
Lah,
came out
udah mau
right
mati
there,
buang
but
GS dia.
in the end,
Apa DPD bisa
fine.
ngekill?
Top lane, maybe
Oh
not
bisa.
so fine.
Oh bisa
Fear's gonna
ngekill
go
bro.
for it. So is Spec swat hit.
Kalau aku nggak berani buka
Centaur
GS
manages
sih
to get
dari
away.
segitu.
The Stampede obviously activated
Beda ya,
for
beda
two,
ya.
but
Nggak tahu
Fedelish
kalkulasinya.
kill, dang
Atau
it.
mungkin udah lama
Solari
nggak main.
will go
Kamu ngetem dia apa?
elsewhere.
Ada Morbid sih.
Actually, that was here at the top lane, so they do manage to kill on the side of LGD as they take out the support.
Oh, it looks like everyone is
Oke,
setting up
tadi
their
Echo
ulti, so I
dibuang
like this
sama
early
si
aggression.
siapa
You're not
namanya.
putting all your
Berarti kalau mau
stars in,
full
you get the
screen
rush,
HUD-nya
you'll
atasnya
set
nggak
every
kelihatan.
boss. This tower, even Shiro's
Oh
here.
iya
Okay,
ya.
Tofu, see you later, bro.
I mean, Tofu
Oh iya,
is dead,
kocak.
absolutely. Double edge. Centaur gets low, but not low enough. He'll be fine.
Tadi soalnya aku crop.
And yeah, LGD, they certainly have an aggressive lineup
Kocak.
early on. That's
Udah, thank you, udah ingetin.
2,000 net worth lead. And you mentioned Grimstroke Centaur.
Gara-gara tadi
especially.
crop
It feels
ininya ya,
like they're having
browser deh.
difficulty dealing with this on the side of Gaming
Oke.
Gladiators.
Yeah, like there's just so much pressure coming out. I mean, the Rush
Network
still
masih
has a-
dipimpin sama
I
LGD.
mean, I thought he
Mungkin
was
karena
actually
first
doing a
blood
bit
juga
better.
tadi.
3.5k net worth at this point with Spec is
Dan
not really where you want to be at. Of course, he's still doing okay, and if he gets some sacks,
dia
he'll
langsung
recover
ngejar
nicely, but
Lance.
I must
Oke,
say
that's
that LGD,
nice.
this early game is going very well.
But kalau late game ya, kalau aku lihat dari late game ya, se-fan yang di Twitch lagi LGD udah drafting, oh malah udah mulai ya, yoi udah mulai. Lihat dong baru drafting. Iya malah cepetan sini.
Expected, but it is a kill in the end by Quinn. He also sees a stack in the jungle, but he wants that.
Tapi kalau dibuat late game ya, Sven versus Weaver tuh, Weaver kayak gak ada apa-apanya, real kecoa jadinya.
Pretty good early game.
Yeah, I must say that currently he's the reason
Kayaknya
why this game
ya
is not
mesti
fully collapsing.
main
I think that's
early
because
deh
they're losing the top
LGD
tier
tuh
one. They
dilihat
will
dari
never be able to
draftingnya.
kick out the Weaver from the bottom side of the map either.
Tapi ada Senta, Senta kan bisa buat
having
late
this good
game ya,
game is what's allowing them to play as the Ratio.
sepertinya.
Oh,
Oh.
because the stack right here.
Oh, GS-nya baru dibuka ya kayaknya.
Oh my
He's
god.
now trying to deal with this Pango, knocking him back and forth. In
YouTube
comes
malah
Rizzo.
belum mulai
Oh,
stream
with the 3
N-nya.
in there. There's no chance. There's nothing to say can get out of there. So that's
Ini dari Steam late game 1v1 Nodas fan. Ah iya sih Nodas sih.
Yeah, I mean, huge kill. You are delaying nothing to say is Blink Dagger, and that's not the only Blink coming out. His new is very close to his. But yeah, the Ratio dying again. This is, I think this has got to be his last.
Tapi kalau dilihat dari draft ya, aku lebih sedang draftnya kayak
be able to hit creeps.
Gavin sih.
Yeah, still no Mask of Madness.
Kayak buat mid game, late game oke gitu. Early juga gas karena ada Pango sama si Bru. Pango Bru itu rusuh di awal tuh udah enak banget. Dengan secara mereka udah selama udah punya level 6. Pango Fan sama Muerta pribadi mau dilihat game, kacau. Nggak usah kan late game. Fan udah punya God Strength, saya udah perih sebenarnya buat early game. Kayak tadi aja makanya aku kaget dia bisa buat lawan si Sentanya tuh di awal, Sentanya sampai mati loh tadi pas dia lagi dirusuhin farming. Nah, tapi kalau ngomongin sakit, Checker lebih sakit kalau buat di awal tuh dia sama udah maksin skill 2 tuh ya. Makanya ini keunggulan dia menang network. Oh enggak deh, dia udah mulai kekejar ya sama Pango ya. Pangonya udah unggul sekitar 700-an lebih. Kalau habis di nerf itu GS-nya. Oh iya kah? Apa yang di nerf? Tapi ini Muerta support po. Muerta support ini. Bukan Muerta offline, yang dijadiin offline tuh si Bru-nya. Wait, Muerta support. Apa yang dijadiin support dari Muerta? Soalnya ini hero aku nggak mainin karena udah nggak main ya. Maksudnya rilisnya pas dari aku udah nggak main. Damage multiplier-nya. Kocak, kirain Muerta core. Makanya Muerta Dota ML lebih kompleks sana. ML makanya aku nggak main, terlalu kompleks. PC-nya bagus sih. Apa? Cuman silence kayaknya. Ini cuman silence kecil. Muerta scalingnya lama banget sih jujur. Oh iya kah? Silence ya berarti ya, mainin silence-nya aja ya. Kompleks di ML. Main lebih ke support. I see.
Going to be coming up next. When is the time that Sven will start feeling a bit more comfortable as far as take the fights? Is it the Echo Saber or will it be more?
It's honest. It's like in 8 minutes.
Wah anjir, Sentanya nyolong banget ya. Tadi Sentanya sekali skill 2 ambil banyak banget anjir. Masih Dota 1 itu. Dulu main Dota Warnet main yang Dota 1 ya. Berarti kamu pernah main Dota ya berarti ya sama Alda ya. Wah, Bro-nya OTW Radi ya. Tapi actually Radinya nggak begitu gimana-gimana sih.
Yeah, like he was like what bottom of the course, kind of struggling a bit. Now he's like in the top 4.
Oh, wait,
So the
I have a
minus
question.
certainly working out. I mean, this is why this guy
Karena
is
aku jarang
probably
mainin
the best
Brew
offense in
ya.
this entire
Karena
year.
main roleku bukan
He just
offline,
knows
cuman
how to
kalau
scale in the
disuruh
game.
main
Like, he will
offline
always find
main.
impact.
Dan
Yeah, and we
Turni
talked
waktu itu
about with,
kebetulan
the
dapat
potential to
offline
scale
juga
on a hero
pas
like
ikut
Brewmaster.
main
I mean, that was
turnamen.
going Radiance next to
Kalau
follow
Brew
with
bikin
the
Radi
Talisman of
pas
Evasion
dia
already, and
ulti,
looks
itu
like second
Radinya
heroic
nyala
queued up,
gak?
so
Gak ngerti
certainly
dulu.
gonna be a fantastic
Terus aku
guy
pikir
to
game
have.
ngantuk,
Pango
what the
wants to
hell.
make a play at the bottom lane, it looks like, but not gonna get the chance. Instead, we'll cut the creep wave. And speaking of progress,
Semut
Pango
abis
has the
debuff
defuse on the
banyak,
lane.
tapi kayaknya nggak
So the
signifikan.
Order Corrosion
Tapi
as well,
yang
so
aku tangkap tuh
as
player
mentioned several
China
times,
tuh emang
Queen
suka.
does continue to have a very good game himself
Aku
on this
nyala,
Yeah.
harusnya nyala.
There's
Ya kan
one
harusnya
more,
nyala
by the
kan?
way, that LG
Berarti
that
dia
game
bisa
that
ngerusuh
plays next to
si
the tier 1 on the
Senta,
left. So
karena
both
Senta
the
mainnya
Centaur
Blink.
and the
S
Ursa
juga
TP
mainnya
here, so I
Blink.
think game
Bagus
has a
Rade.
very easy read
Bagus
on
Rade.
the map right now. And if I'm LGD,
Selain
I would kind of want to look to like speed
nyala
up
di
this
Earth
game,
tau
man.
kok. Oh,
They should feel it
berarti
very
lumayan
heavy. You
dong.
have Chen ult, you
Dia
have
ada
double
Earth,
blades,
ada
you
yang
have
api
solar
juga,
crest. I think
bisa
you can
buat
force roach, you can smoke mid, maybe
ngeganggu
just like burst Queen
ini
out
apa
of the game.
namanya,
But I think
ngeganggu Blink.
this Pango is doing too much right now in this game. He's stabilizing this game.
Secara
literally
nggak
on his
langsung
own.
ya, selain buat farm sama damage.
Definitely a case of being a little bit too passive, and certainly the argument to be made there for LGD.
Mau turun dulu bang, dadah, God bless. Oke Om Aldo, thank you juga ya buat tadi ya donationnya. Langsung di Echo Slam. Wah, nggak bisa di burst kah? Wah, sempat ulti, tidak. Nothing to say. Sayang banget. Dua ulti kebuang loh. Dua ulti kebuang, Stampede sama Echo Slam. Sakit hati sih. Iya, cowok.
Like him having this weird talisman of evasion. Like he lived with like one hit. He also had the green stance on, which gives you armor and magic resistance. So just a huge play. Like this.
Ini juga aku nggak tahu.
him just living and wasting all the
Itu
time.
mekaniknya gimana sih dari skill 3 barunya Bro. Bisa dipencet-pencet kayak PT gitu loh sekarang skill 3-nya. Oke, untuk kondisi sekarang tower itu kalah ya si Gaimin ya, si Gondrong Gaming ya. Si GG ini Gondrong Gaming ini kalah ya kondisi tower ya. Tapi kalau network sebenarnya nggak unggul-unggul banget, imbang. Yang dimana buruk buat si LGD, dia menang tower, dapat first blood, tapi gagal geng. Tapi sekarang lagi mau secure Rosan sih. Oh, Wivera udah deso cuy. Wivera udah deso. Rosannya jadi lebih cepat juga karena ada Swarm sama Deso ya. Yang dimana Swarm ini sebenarnya tiap gigitnya minus armor. Kalau buat yang nggak tahu, biasanya pada nggak tahu. Biasanya pada nggak tahu sih. Kalau Swarm tiap gigit tuh minusin armor. Oh. Why you smile? Tapi Senta mulai dipakai lagi. Waktu itu pas terakhir aku main tuh agak jarang dipakai Senta. Wow, aku tidak tahu. Iya kah? Iya kah manis?
Yeah, you definitely like. There's only two ways. You try to push some towers, but I think you don't just want to blindly do that. You're gonna try to close out the map slowly. Try to get 1 or 2 kills and then just speed up the game.
Wah.
So we have a stampede looking for ace.
Kejar lagi.
Wow.
Lah, Echo lebih cepet ya daripada Primal Split ya? Stunnya bisa jalan.
Yeah, they need to continue to do this. Like this kill, it's nice and dandy, but you're gonna
Lebih
have to just
cepetan
continue
Echo
to
Slam ya
really
daripada
keep it
Primal
moving,
Split
like,
ya?
push in the lanes and get everything going. Because yeah, as we can see, like they used Echo, they used 4 people, aggressive stampede as well. And for every minute that goes on like this, like when the Rachu gets top
Berarti
network,
setiap
which is
Echo-nya
in
nyala
1 or 2
udah
minutes,
pasti
he's
kayak
gonna be a
terus.
super scary
Nah, Bang
guy.
Fedel demennya Dota. Halo Dystopia, welcome to the stream. Lalu mah udah lama main Dota. Cuman gara-gara nge-stream tuh, lebih tepatnya karena lagi nggak main game kompe, makanya nge-stream, habis itu ya keterusan nggak main game kompenya. Udah welcome to the stream ya. Buat kalian yang mungkin main Dota atau punya Steam, boleh add Steam gue, linknya ada di description. Tapi walaupun udah download Dota lagi, belum rajin main Dota sih. Kemarin yang lagi rajin dan lagi asik main ini CS. Oh, main CSG. Oh kan pas match terakhir itu ini apa namanya sering-sering kan ini emang lagi TI ya, makanya emang bakal ini mungkin kita bakal nonton sampai yang jam ini yang satunya lagi kan abis ini kan abis 2 game saya nggak main Dota tapi suka nonton tapi kalau punya Steam pengen add juga boleh lah. AFK si ininya Jangan AFK. Wow, Sven? Sven? Wow, Svennya nge-throw anjir Svennya. Kaget Svennya. Maju sendiri. HFK bait, yoi, forehead bait. Tapi dia jadi maju sendiri juga, Cok. Terkecoh ya. Sama agak ngas gitu ya. Wih, sendiri AFK ini kan. Kondisi tower kalah sih. Soalnya nggak ada yang hancur ya. Tengahnya oke sih, tapi kalah tower. Dia dapat Roshan masih ada 2 menit. Ini smoke lagi pengen ngegeng lagi sekali lagi kayaknya. Pengen ngegeng sekali lagi, abis itu langsung coba nyicil tower 2 atau kalau bisa ambil langsung ya tower 2-nya. Dilihat-lihat ini ya. Ini. Oh. Dia melihat, Eko, Eko slam, 4 orang coy, bro. Queen, Queen mati bro, gila. Ayo ambil tower 2 kan, langsung dapat tower 2, ada Desolator ya kan, ada skill 2 ES yang dimana pushnya jadi cepet banget. Weavernya farming, bisa, tapi pasti di 40 sih, tapi masih.
My God, yeah. That is the juiciest echo slam ever right there.
Queen janji gak baby cry. Tapi Queen sekarang udah nggak separah dulu, Cok. Makanya dia bisa agak itu udah nggak baby cry kayak dulu aja. Dia udah mulai PM aja.
Boy, were they right. Earthshaker has a BKB. He's going to be queuing up the Ags next, but yeah, that was a thing of beauty.
Udah Lotus coy, sentanya. Udah Lotus paling buat stun ininya gak sih? Ya, Lotusnya nggak begitu besar impact-nya, paling stun. Atau lepasin rod dari ultinya gak sih? Iya gak sih? Bisa kan ya dilepasin, bisa di dispel rodnya si ultinya pohon tuh. Trend. Paling itu doang gak sih Lotusnya tuh? Fungsinya. Oh, Sven main Shadow Blade. Oh, mikirnya Sven butuh SNY sih. I don't know. Mungkin karena carry yang lama masih main SNY. Tapi kayaknya dia butuh SNY. I don't know why. Karena stunnya banyak banget. Dan sekalian buat lifesteal.
So he maybe is just going to go for the full silver edge, and that means that
ketimbang Shadow Blade,
certainly going to be delayed
who knows?
That much more now. The zoom out though here, KZ, is like you look at the net worth, and it's just one of many things, but I mean all 3 cores on Gaming Gladiator's side are still looking pretty damn good.
Jadi yang aku tangkap ini Torment ini ngasih shard sama 200 gold ke ini yang dimana bagus banget. Dia ambil SE dulu buat entanya. Harusnya. SE itu apa?
So that was a pretty big Tormentor kill right there. Not only Tormentor's just nice to kill, obviously, for a team like LGD, a free one, but Chen picks up a shard, and that means right away using it on the Ancient. Gets that Ancient Thunderhide, and
Silver H.
Be able to get impact there now, and some value in terms of taking over these Ancients.
Jarang aku sebut Silver Edge, jarang aku sebut Silver Edge SE. Biasa gue sebutnya Edge langsung. Ambil belakangnya. Mana singkat, nggak apa-apa. Cuman dari dulu aku selalu bilangnya ini sih. Eko. No, dia tadinya pengen ngegagalin kan. Dia rencananya itu Eko Sam pasti mau buat nge-cancelin primal yang udah angkat tangan itu. Udah angkat ketek anjir. Buat ulti. Aku percaya itu. Pasti dia mau buat. Sven mati. GS sia-sia. Wow. Baru buang GS cok langsung itu. Wow. Mati kah? Win? Oh enggak. Sakitnya. Wow. Game 1 sih menang LGD sih. Game 1 menang LGD sih. Ya, mungkin kalau kalian bilang saya tidak netral, saya tidak peduli karena saya emang fanboynya LGD. Bukan caster ya, karena caster tuh harusnya sebenarnya netral ya. Lah malah jadi nobar Dota. Halo Bro Regas, welcome to stream. Yoi. Wih, udah mau jadi ini cok, udah mau jadi apa namanya, Taras ya. Mereka perlu Shiva atau Kadi atau ini sih buat bunuh Sentanya. Kalau nggak agak unkillable sih si Sentanya sih. Or Skadi or Vessel sih, tapi kayaknya nggak ada yang bikin Vessel ya. Padahal kayaknya Brew ini kalau bikin Vessel bagus sih kayaknya. Kalian nebelin diri juga. Vessel tuh kan ngasih health lumayan dari point boosternya. Apa udah beda resep atau nggak tahu.
BKB teleport, it's a hell of a thing.
Oh ya, by the way sekarang Kunkka bagus banget ya di X-Marknya. Kenapa? Karena BKB itu kan kalau misalnya durationnya udah habis itu kan masih bisa diefekin ya. Jadi kamu bisa skill 3 kalau dia BKB TP anjir Kunkka tuh. Jadi ya lucu, itu X-Mark kan lama ya kamu sudah.
Honestly, I don't know if you can deal with that tempo anymore.
Yeah. It does feel
5
like
bisa sampai 5 detikan nggak sih? Kunkka tuh X-Marknya. Itu jadi bagus banget cok buat counter BKB TP. Yes, jadi harus tepat timingnya. Iya. Jagger rebuter TP juga jadi susah cok, nggak kayak dulu.
Living armor makes it a bit more annoying, but in the end they should be able to kill it. Well, perhaps.
Terus kayak sekarang tuh stun tuh ya buang aja gitu. Nanti juga ini kalau dulu kan udah mesti kau siap-siapin, mesti target diklik lagi gitu. Karena kan nggak bisa ditargetin pasti lagi gitu ya, muter atau BKB. Jadi lebih susah sekarang buat kabur kayak gitu.
And his team already has a lot of shards, so later, you know, the next tormentor, maybe he gets it
Oh,
already.
lagi ngejar BKB ya, dia perlu banget BKB. Tadi dia mati tuh karena ya udah kena chain stun, terus udah sebenarnya bisa kabur tapi kena ini lagi magic dan sebagainya. Grimstroke-nya OT. Oh, MKB Beaver ya. Full damage ya.
Chen, by the way, he also has a centaur of his own sitting in the Roshan pit, and they see Roshan respawn. So,
mungkin karena
Roshan's up and look at
darah dia segini udah
Shiro
cukup
leading the way.
putus Kadi or
I
satanik
don't think they're
dulu,
stopping this at all.
dan dia nanti bisa di heal juga kan sama si Chen. Ada mech kan, ada ultinya. 2000 kan ini hitungannya bentar lagi. Cukup sih darah dia, udah banyak lah, tebel hitungan.
It's definitely going to help them in like the next fights, but LGD are still incredibly happy with this outcome.
There you go.
Oke, cheese-nya diambil sama nothing to say. Oh, ini ada yang mau diculik nih. Ping siapa nih, Ping? Oh, Ping TP. Kalau nggak keculik gitu. Hampir aja kecolong itu Ping.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Now it's just gonna be important that when they
BKB
take
ya.
the fight, Sven is the type of hero as okay, he's looking around for the
Oh, that That was close.
Oh.
Both make. Ooh.
Oh.
Max jump in. He's already at half life. He doesn't want
Okay.
to use the BKB if he doesn't have to, though. He has reinforcements, and he is going to be able to be
Panik dikit
disciplined enough
Sven
to
ya.
hold on to it.
He did break the smoke.
Panik
because
dikit
LGD
nggak
is
ngaruh.
pretty fast on their fingers there to even try and catch him. Looks like Gaming are going to go for a turnaround smoke as they want to catch LGD off guard now. I do like this move.
Whoa.
Nothing to
Modified
say,
back,
jumping in,
modified
but now
back.
cutting him off
Nothing
base.
to say.
Trying to
Okay.
at least the axe makes it a bit more difficult, though. Sven's hunting. Sven is in there deep, man.
He is looking with. I think it's a little weird and hard for Gaming to start a fight, right? You don't have blink on your Sven. I think
Iya,
Kareem
nggak
does
punya blink.
not have a blink yet either. He's got very strong items, but
Oh.
no initiation. So starting a fight for them is just super awkward.
Iya sih. Ya paling Pango gak sih? Pangonya nggak ada blink nggak? Kamu nggak bisa ngecek item ya soalnya.
Deadly dangerous hero right now.
Kan kita nggak bisa ngecek
On the
karena
side
kita
of
watch
Radiant.
dari stream TV ya.
That's going to be a difficult hill to climb over if you're gaming gladiators, but it all starts with that jump for sure. I mean, he doesn't have the Lincolns or anything like
Okay.
that, so if you do happen to get the jump, burst, follow up, I mean,
Ya, darahnya tebal banget ya, apalagi dia ambil yang si ini ya. Ambil ancient yang si golem nih. Kan dia ngasih max HP ya, jadi tebal banget. Wah, cepet banget. Oh sekarang Solar Press ngasih attack speed ya, kalau nggak salah ya. Dulu nggak ngasih kan. Dulu ngasih status doang kan. Attack speednya jadi kenceng banget sekarang pas dikasih
Sven's
Solar
not here
Press.
yet. He's farming elsewhere. He does have a TP, of course, but he's waiting
Apa
for the
salah
call.
ingat?
The
Soalnya
2-3
seingatku tuh
tower
dulu
goes down, the
ngasih
call not made
status
yet.
doang deh. Sama plus
Finally,
armor.
TP's back in. Now the call of where do they go? How do they go? Centaur disarmed. Ace jumping to the back lines. Nope. Starts to be
Ooh.
now he's on the blow up on
My
Ace.
God.
Oh man, that caught him off guard. Sven though
Dang.
got strength.
Dapat
Buyback
melee
is
barak.
ready by Brewmaster.
Persetem
And now
langsung
it's
dapat
Gaming
melee barak.
Gladiator's turn, at least they think so. Now Sal, Celery getting low to Weaver. Weaver time lapse. BKB's up. Goes right back into Sven though. He has to be careful. BKB is going to be wearing off soon, and no time lapse. He has the Aegis though, of course. Pango. He's trying to be a cause
Oh,
of
ada yang bikin
distraction.
vessel, ada yang
He'll be
bikin vessel.
fine. Centaur is getting the
Oh
wall. Muerta cannot finish
my
the job. The
God.
Lotus Orbit run as their Shaker trying to block, and Centaur has the cheese. 2 seconds, 1 second. Yes, he's going to be able to eat it now.
Oh.
There we go. He eats it, and
Okay.
he's back, ready to fight, baby. Shed.
Ngelawak Brunya.
Everyone is still alive.
Nih,
I can't
dieback
believe
nih kayaknya.
everyone's so-
Brunya
that's the
kayaknya
thing.
mau
Yeah, he's
dieback
the
nih.
only death, Shiro, but he fought
Okay.
back, of course. Time lapse in 4. He
Oh,
has
oh
the
no.
Aegis still. Time lapse. Does he go for it? No, except death at this point. Says I have an Aegis.
Okay,
I'm coming
Aegis
back
pecah.
up. And yeah, Gaming Gladiators. I would think
Habis
about a reset
GS.
now.
They need to get the hell out of here.
Iya.
They used all their spells.
Oh.
You're finding a good stun on Tofu.
Oh,
Muerta, pierce the veil. Only going to save
Muerta.
him for so long. Tofu's certainly dead
Oh.
at this rate, it feels like. They want more, though. He's fine for now. Okay, finally goes down. Sven, he does make it out. After it's all said
Sekarang
and done, I
si-
mean, really only that Muerta
si
kill.
siapa sih namanya?
But they're just going to keep going. Why would LGD stop?
Si Grim itu stunnya bisa di control ya? Kapan mau ledakin ya? Lo, Sven terlalu maju.
Oh
Udah
my
tau,
gosh,
kamu
the
nggak punya
blow
blink.
up. Ben is out for
No,
75
GG.
seconds.
It's GG,
No
bro.
buyback. Oh, that is
It's
not what you
GG,
want to
bro.
see for Gaming Gladiators. Exactly.
Bro,
The hand caught in the
abis
cookie
buyback
jar,
udah
just a
nggak
little too
punya
close, and
ulti.
We talked about that upfront burst. Oh, it's LGD that has plenty of it.
Wah, udah
clearly.
GG anjir.
That's another tower.
What can you do, bro? Sven udah gak ada buyback. Ulti udah dipakai semua.
Yeah, this is double racks and like 20, like 19 or 20k gold lead. I think by the time that Sven comes back alive, maybe you kill some tormentors and so on. The only thing that Gaming get from this fight is to talk about how to take the next
Oh,
one. which
tower
will
bawah
be the
mau
last
push
fight of the
bawah
game,
ya
potentially.
sekarang ya. Karena tier 2-nya belum hancur.
35 seconds for Sven to figure out what.
Tapi ini udah safe to say sih. Safe to say sih.
But clearly LGD feeling
LGD
all the
1-0
momentum right here. Yeah, Weaver.
Kayaknya aku nggak melihat
We
potensi
mentioned about
comeback
the
sama
lack of the
sekali ya
Lincolns
anjir.
So far, well, guess what's coming up for Weaver now? It is that Lincolns, of course. So you'll have that tool to work with, and Assault Cuirass for the Centaur also going to be
Covernya
happening.
sudah safe to
And
say.
Shaker, why not just get an Octarine core? So yeah, it's still in it. It's Gaming Gladiators, but that net worth lead, as you
30.
mentioned, 16,000
Ya,
plus.
paling di
It's
menit
clearly
3
showing off now.
38 lah.
It's starting to become a really hard game for Gaming.
38 beres.
But
Atau
if you're the
37.
Rachi now, I don't really know. Like, what is your go-to into the
38
fight? This Weaver has
25
more than
detik
2,000
lah.
HP. It's not
Coba
sure
kita
yet
lihat.
what he's gonna buy, but he has Chen behind him. He has like Inkswell that can take him out of the stuns as well, and like so much tankiness. Like when you play Sven, you wanna go in and burst someone. I don't think he can.
Anjay.
Yeah.
Oh, kirain Chen solo tournament.
Yeah, I love it. He ends up switching up on the Lincolns there. It looks like does Weaver. Because to your point, he really does have so much protection.
Oh, dia bikin
around him.
satanik
You
kah?
saw the Lotus Orb as well from Centaur. He has so many outs
Jadinya
with his
satanik deh
teammates,
kayaknya deh
and they're
si ini.
certainly on point with that. So
Si
feeling
Weaver.
confident without the Lincolns for the time being.
Now, personally, I think that's a
Tadi
tactic.
Q River dia.
More tankiness. You can also take off like the overgrowth. You don't really want a BKB for just that. So gives you like another tool to deal with that. You just have so much stuff behind you as well. I must say that LGD are impressing in this game. Like from all of their item builds, how they're moving on the map. I think their support impact is
Oh, mereka nggak
always
jadi push bawah.
crazy as well.
Yeah, and again a Chen pick.
Queen kalau timnya fail nggak guna. Iya.
Maybe not the most typical pick, and then through the Weaver final pick on top of that. A carry we do not see a lot right now, but LGD is showing
Iya,
that
Cok.
it's not about
Jadinya
what we
ini.
see in other games,
Satanik.
it's about what we need this game.
Gak jadi Lincoln.
Clearly
Tapi emang
proven both
bagus
being
satanik
very
sih.
good
Jadi
picks
kalau
across
misalnya di
the board.
ulti sama Treant tuh dia
Go
tinggal
picks for the
nyalain
side.
satanik
They're
udah
hunting
lepas
once
rootnya.
again, 4-player smoke. Quinn.
Yang di mana bagus banget.
He's the one that may have to be careful here if they go uphill.
Whoa.
He already used his manta. They know he's here. Nothing to say. He'll clean up the rest and that's an escape for Pango.
Gila.
But now LGD is just gonna protect the
Spider
bottom part of the map.
instingnya ya.
They're gonna go for the tier 2 down here.
Yeah, I really like what LGD are doing in terms of their wards. Like, there's one in the triangle, there's another one above the tier 2 tower,
Okay.
and now one also below the tier 2. Because if you're game, and I think the best way for them to try and fight in this game is to actually take a fight
Bener,
outside of
satanik
the
po,
base,
iya,
like right
iya.
here where LGD are now.
Tadinya kan dia Q
So
ini
since
kan,
they're not
Q
like that,
Lincoln
the only
kan.
thing that they're doing
Terus
is, one,
pas
you fight in base
dia
with
TP
Firebricks,
tuh
but I
aku
think
lihatnya
look
dia
at LGD,
nge-Q-nya
they're gonna
River.
make you defend this tower.
Harusnya satanik kan.
I mean, Weaver
Soalnya emang
has
bagus
32
juga.
under
Dia
the
bisa
life.
nge-dispel
This is a
root.
hero that's notorious for not having the most life, but not the case here. And obviously all the tools around him.
udah.
So I don't know what Gaming Gladiator does, but they got to figure
Nothing
something
he
out.
can
Their
do,
tier
sir.
3 tower is taking a beating. In fact, it's dead. Sven trying to get his angle here, but
Udah
can't find it. And
Rosan
LGD,
apanya
they're
berapa
playing
lama lagi
discipline,
nih?
though. They don't need to
Tadi
finish
menit
the
berapa?
game right here, right now.
Kayaknya
They're just
harusnya
gonna fall back after
37
tier
spawn
3
nggak sih Rosan?
consume even more of the map.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. You have so many defensive items. You have Solar Crest, you have Guarding Base, you have Hand of God, you have a Golden
Ah iya
Base,
nih,
you
ini
have
dia
more
udah main ke atas
percentage
sekarang sama
HP
Rosan
as
kan.
well.
Malam
You
tuh
have
atas
a
kan ya
ridiculous
Rosan ya.
excellent hero. Like if he gets stunned by Sven,
Kemarin
he
aku
gains
sempat
20
dikasih
armor,
tahu.
like more than doubling.
Ini
I
malam
don't
tuh
think this
Rosan
Weaver can get
atas
bursted
deh.
anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like that could be part of your strategy. If you're the side of Gaming Gladiators here, it really comes down to maybe picking off the supports, get some angles on them, get some jumps on them, and then go from there. But obviously, you found yourself in a pretty deep hole, and if LGD is going to be
Okay.
sticking together, it feels like pretty grim hope, frankly, for their side. But a bit of a spread, as I say this currently. LGD is, spread out throughout the
Oh,
map,
ini
and
mau
now Gaming Gladiators is
Nyolong atau sekalian
trying
fighting
to take
Rosannya ya?
advantage of that.
They need to find them when they're scattered, or like you find like a backline jump. Like right now,
Oh,
if you're playing
kurir
against this
dicolong
LGD draft,
nggak?
I
Oh,
think you
nggak.
need to kill Chen and Grimstroke. I do like that Gaming are going for this move, and they might find a decent angle here.
Oh, Weaver exposes Quinn. They're gonna kind of jump. Shiro, though, already using Shikuchi.
Wuh,
Bit of an awkward initiation. Sven
mati.
in the backline.
Gila.
Tofu's just dead.
Yeah, that was like two-shot, it felt like, right there. Tofu gets annihilated. Planet, he's trying to
Sekarang-
deal with Ace this whole time. Inks will help him, but meanwhile,
Emang
Shiro's
Swarm
like, get off
dari
my
dulu
dick,
bisa
support. Down goes
dimantain
Ace,
ya?
he can't
Nggak
even
bisa
final
kan?
split in time.
Ini
And he's
baru
out
deh.
for 100 seconds. Pango rolling around, but once again, it feels like a lost cause.
Oh.
Although Sven, he at least wants to kill on to Grimstroke.
Draccio
He'll get it,
gonna
but
die, sir.
Look at Weaver's damage. Gets him to about a third of his life. And he's going to not be running too fast soon here. Silver Edge for a couple more seconds. They hit the stun, though, and that should be the end of him as well.
Udah nggak ada
LGD
Bro.
they're playing these fights
Udah
so
nggak
well.
ada
Like, they just
GS kalau
instantly
misalnya
take out
Sven
Tofu.
buyback
I
udah
feel like Ace didn't even get to pop his split.
1-0, bro.
That Innocence has, the small one, it's a 5 AoE armor
Udah habis
reduction.
ini.
I didn't even know this existed.
Kan
this
buyback
roll
for
on
what?
top of the
Nggak ada
dead
God's
center
Strange
swarm.
coy. Udah
It's
GG
just so
ini.
much.
Yeah, LGD, great, fantastic draft here, and the performance, just top tier as well. No, you wouldn't expect anything less here in the road to TI
Okay,
at this time
udah.
of the year. So,
Ayo,
on
hit the
verge of
throne, bro.
concluding game
Throne,
number one. It's the
throne.
last stand for Gaming Gladiators. You have Brewmaster still down for 40 seconds.
Hey,
So
Throne,
you look at
Weaver,
Centaur, he's
Throne.
broke. He doesn't even care. He's just in their face, creating and causing more of that chaos.
Okay.
Earthshaker, he's trying to help get the kill on a Quinn meanwhile, and they will kill Trinity fights back. But
GG.
yeah, this is
Nggak mau nyatain GG ya?
Let's just play it out here a
Sampai
little bit
Tron
longer.
pecah ya?
But get some
Good game.
stats. That is it, though, KZU. Game one
GG.
going to LGD.
Wow, I
1-0.
must say that I thought that I knew that draft was good, but when they had to execute,
Ini
I
mereka belum
really
terbang
feel
atau apa
that
sih? Kok
they played a more
pencahayaannya kayak
flawless
beda?
game from the itemization, how they ran around the map, what they did, how they played with each other. This team is damn scary.
Kok
You gotta
pencahayaannya
be
beda ya
careful.
si ini? Si Nothing to
Yeah,
Say
this is a
ping
team
sendiri
that,
anjir.
we mentioned again one more time, the
Kayak beda
pressure
kamar
on both
juga.
of these teams coming into this
Udah
event.
terbang kan harus.
I also don't want to
Dari dulu
oversell.
tetap
I mean,
stabil
it is
dan
just
rapi mainnya
one
LGD.
game of what's
Tapi
gonna be a
LGD
long
kacau.
event over the next couple of
Semenjak
weeks, but
udah yang habis
LGD
dia itu.
striking first,
Udah jelek
absolutely. I'm
banget
with you
mainnya
there.
menurutku.
A team that certainly,
Meskipun
maybe
ganti-ganti
needed to
roster.
do a little bit better
Iya,
when it
tapi
came to their execution
yang
of their
pasti
draft.
masih ada Ame
They
tuh
have
masih
potential.
bagus.
It's just a matter of would they be able to make it
Kalau
happen,
yang ini
you know,
tuh
come all together, and
banyak
they
yang
did.
suka
I mean, the
komplainin
bottom lane
Shiro
went
sih. Aku
fantastic. Shiro got
actually
absolute free
cukup
farm.
Oh,
The
yeah.
top lane,
kurang
though, the Centaur
ini
and the
juga sih
Grimstroke,
ngeliat
that
Shiro
really
tuh.
seemed to be
Jarang
the big
ngangkat
difference
ya.
maker.
Mungkin karena
No, they did
ekspektasi
so much
orang
on, like, just
sebelumnya
the
tuh si
laning. I
Ame ya.
feel like Quinn in this early game on Pangu, he did a lot to like try and stabilize, but then Gaiman didn't actually have a single
Dia tuh mainnya
good
kayak
team fight
RPG
in
gitu loh,
this, I
si
think,
Shiro
entire
tuh.
game. So this game is going to be a bit of a wake-up call. I think the draft was fine, maybe a bit of execution.
Kayak
You know, it's early in the morning.
sekalinya
You know,
bagus-bagus
blame what you
banget,
need in order
sekalinya
to have a
enggak
good second game
farming
and, like, help you
farmingnya
push forward.
sampai
But yeah,
sampai kayak
LGD
bisa nggak ikut fight sama sekali dia.
looking good. Like I didn't think this draft was easy to play, and they really showed that.
Yeah. See right here, the catch. This is the finish of that. One of those several fights that just went their way on the side of LGD. Ace just left alone and could not get away. And yeah, Ace, I mean, he had a decent timing radiance himself even, but
Gokil
that just
juga
proved
coy.
not to
Menang
matter.
mereka.
I go back. I think they
Game
showed the
satunya.
highlights too, but if not,
Emang berhasil
that
berarti ya
bottom where they
draft
caught
early
him at
draft
the
ya.
tower before he could primal split. That kind of seemed to be the cue
Kalau
there as far as
yang
LGD looking pretty good in this game and
ini yang
carrying
lain
that
gimana?
momentum moving forward. So
Match yang lain.
yeah, you saw the game even finishing right there, but there's just even more highlights for LGD.
Oh.
it was just
Udah pada
that
beres
kind
ya?
of game for them.
It just doesn't stop. To be fair, there were a lot of plays and like
Oh,
also fights
yang
in
Team
this game.
Spirit
but I
masih
feel like
main,
Game was
Cok.
just always ready.
Mungkin
When
kita
I
pindah ke
compare it
yang
to
Team
Gaiman,
Spirit
where
kali ya.
I feel like Gaiman usually know the timings very well, but in this game it didn't truly look like that they ever got to use it like together.
You see here, Sven thinking he maybe gets away. Never mind, just ends up getting killed in the end. So the overall.
Kita post deh.
Useful. Meanwhile, on the side of Nine Pandas, though, I think the perspective of their team
Masih
as
main
they're the
nih.
ones with the mega creeps against them. What can they do?
Yang
to
lain udah pada beres juga.
salvage this? Juggernaut is 300 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. I still feel like Juggernaut hasn't really been able to connect in this game in a good way. The Aghanims
Invoker.
will give him a chance to do a bit more
Invoker
damage
jadi
and
main
jump his
berikan
targets
fight ya.
in the fights.
Solo. Has the vision of the Phoenix over here, but
Oh.
also gets black hole by
Solo black hole?
All right. Follow up though. They have no way of just being able to protect the black hole.
Really
so
Solo?
They don't have to worry about that for the next fight. So Solo. It's like he eventually will fall
Oh,
into
they pistol.
Taka. Oh no, this is the worst.
Itu nggak
possible
salah.
spot for Matt this time, being stuck on a bridge with meatballs and sun rays.
I mean,
and
kayak
God knows what else. Oh my.
dia nggak
That
tahu
was the only
musuh yang
target
lainnya di
towards
mana,
big
dia
disable
langsung
items, the Hex
black
from
hole.
Phoenix, the Abyssal from the Brewmaster, just doing a good job.
Tapi
catching
main
him there.
panda sih.
It was a desperate attempt by Solo.
Apakah dia udah gerah gitu denger Ramses nangis-nangis? Bro, you should black hole them all. Blah 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 blah.
Ramses, where you at, man? You need to save
Ada
your
Clay
base.
Baby kan main panda
No,
tuh
he's not
si
coming.
Ramses.
Might try to go for, courier snipe or
Soalnya
maybe,
apa ya tadi itu apa
set the
banget
wave,
cok.
but
Black
Oh,
hole
T
kayak
doesn't
gitu
have
tuh
buyback.
apa
He's trying
banget
to
late
get
game
the
aja.
bounty gold. It's 100 gold for buyback, but there's no bounty rune there.
pressure's
Ah iya
on,
udah
the
udah
bit
kayaknya
is
ada
falling, the arrow.
ada perselisihan di dalam itu udah pasti dah.
It's GG.
GGB even, according to Solo, but
GGP, yeah.
GG, and that's going to be a clean first game, I want to say, for Team Spirit here. They had a little bit of a shaky
Itu
late
udah
stage
pasti
start,
ada
perhaps, in the
Brewmaster
mid lane,
lagi.
and
Tapi
bottom
Brewmaster
lane,
emang sering
at
banget sih
times was
dimainin sih.
looking really good on the side of Nine Pandas as well, almost taking that tier 1 tower early, but almost doesn't matter. Almost taking a tower is the same.
We'll see what happens in game 2 next.
Game 2 next. LGD. Karena masih ini kita ini dulu ya. Sambil buka tim mungkin. Kita hilangin dulu. Kayak kita buka Dota dulu. Sebentar. Oke, kita sambil ya buka-buka Dota dulu ya sambil nungguin. Soalnya tadi tulisan masih 5 menit lagi. Oh ya, kita sambil lihat-lihat. Oh, mungkin kita ngelihat-ngelihat item yang punya kali. No, bukan feature. All item. Group by type. Wow, masih ada ini kah? Oh, ada ini.
First blood. What is this?
What is
I came
this?
here to be
Ini yang
tested.
free ya. Baru 10 win. Masih 40 win. Lah, kamu punya ini dah? Kamu baru tahu. Ini lucu sih, actually. Hamster pipinya tuh. Tapi kurirku yang pakai banyak sih. Yang aku pakai yang dari TI berapa tuh ya? Yang tinggi lah apa? Ini Arcana Draw. Progress baru 1. Tapi actually aku suka main draw sih, enak sih. Sakit deh. Kayak tanpa item sakit kan, karena ultinya ignore armor. Nah ini salah satu set yang aku suka sih. Dia barengan ya BP-nya waktu itu. Terus ini personanya si Mirana yang dapat dari BP juga. Aku pakai. Bapomet Dongo aku kasih nickname. Kurir si ini ya. Aku kasih nickname. Terus krip-kripan aku punya, yang dimodif punya. Ini streamnya banyak sih, sampai stream E. Tapi yang main cuma 4 kan. A, B, C, D. Nah dia ada E tuh karena A-nya nggak dinyalain Poriski. Jadi B itu buat grup A, C itu buat grup B, E itu buat grup D, dan sebagainya. Ah ini nih yang aku suka nih, kucing liar nih. Aku kasih nickname kucing liar. Nah aku sampai style 7 soalnya. Bagus ya. Apalagi pas ininya dia megang Oktarin soalnya kan. Keren Cok pas yang dia di ininya. Radian kan? Aku sering kebalik Daya Radian. Daya ini, Daya. Radian yang hijau gak sih? Ada post stream A sampai di YouTube di ini nggak ada. Soalnya lagian yang main kan 4 tim doang kan. Oh, Evil Genius sama Entity langsung main. Oh, makanya ada E tuh sampai E tuh karena Evil Genius sama Entity langsung main. Karena lagi main, cowok. Kan ada ABD, ABCD. A-nya main juga anjir yang ini yang bawahnya. Nggak nunggu ya. Malah ini ya nanti ya. Oh, 2B nanti yang main. Shopify. Tapi sebenarnya yang asik sih nanti ini.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Kalau
boys
di-
and girls of the road
kalau
to
di ini ya.
TI. I'm Breaking CBK, joined
Aku
by
cuma
Casey
sampai
once again.
refresher.
We got some
Oh,
first
refresher ya.
season coverage here
Refresher
on
berarti
this
sebelum
stream, and
Okta ya,
what
kalau
a
nggak
way to
salah ya.
kick it off, as you'd only hope for and expect. Two fantastic teams going at it.
refresher.
LGD though, you said it, Casey. I mean,
Yep.
they
Yang satunya lagi
played
tuh
impressive.
Aegis.
This is a team that is looking
Ini masih
really
suara
strong.
caster-caster.
Only one game, but they've looked very good in that first
Niar
game.
karena
I mean, going off of
si
sample size,
ini
they are one of the best teams in the tournament now. But no, for real, like that game.
Alon masih ada Indo Pride Mikoto
I
kan,
really
masih
can't stress it
dong.
enough that I think
Ya
most players
kali
will tell you
dilepas.
that draft is
Bagus
not
midnya
easy to
Mikoto.
execute, and I think they did well in their
Lumayan
lane, they did well
strong.
with their movement. I mean, this is kind of what I expect.
Pop.
I think also when you have a coach like Zhao, he might tell you, okay, these are like your timings. This is why we're picking.
Iya,
leader.
aku mau
But
dicambuk.
I think more so for me, what stands out is Gaming Gladiators did not look like
WK.
they did look very cohesive in that game. So I would look for them.
Actually, aku
in the
nggak
second
suka.
half to think about, okay, what is our timings even if the early game doesn't go as well?
Aku nggak
Like,
suka
when
ini sih.
can we use all
Ada
our
Whitemon
core
juga.
heroes and go
Whitemon
together
di
and
ini
fight?
kan, di
Yeah,
TSM kan.
I mean, yeah, I
Lagi
mean,
main
you
kan?
know, call it as it is. I
Kalah
think a
tadi
lot of that
tuh,
came
Whitemon.
down to perhaps the timing of the BKB on Sven.
Yeah,
When it
yeah.
came to it, all three cores
Kalau di
performing
Talon ya,
very well.
udah ngantuk
Just
sih.
on paper
Gak apa-apa,
in
itu
terms of
oke bro.
depth,
Ini kan
Sven was a
nyantai,
little
udah
bit
have fun
behind
ya.
early on, but
Wait,
know,
coba.
prioritizing even the full silver edge, for example,
Yep,
over
masih
the
belum.
BKB, I think
Masih
that
suara-suara
can be
caster.
looked at least as one of those hindsight things. Well, you were even saying that in the moment too.
Yep.
You know, maybe a different decision to be made there. But
Iya si
ultimately,
Sapong doang,
again,
betul.
you can't help with the fact that LGD,
Nih,
like,
tadi
you go
kalah
back
di
to,
TSM.
they played very well. They executed their timings. And even with a hero like a Weaver, again, the sleeper carry pick, if you want to call it that, one that we probably would not have expected a lot.
Jangan-jangan
in
malah
this
plot
event,
twist.
and maybe
Tahun
we
ini
won't
malah
see a lot
LGD
of it
yang
in the
menang.
event, but this
Padahal aku
game,
nggak
it
expect
clearly
dia menang
worked
sih.
out, for
Jam berapa
LGD.
tuh Talon? Di sini sih jam 2, tapi nggak tahu. Apakah kalau cepet dia bakal reschedule? Tapi kayaknya nggak sih, nggak butuh reschedule sih. Satu game lagi juga jam 2 sih. Shopify. Jadi anjirnya tidur gara-gara TI ini. Wih, tapi nanti LGD main lagi coy. Nanti LGD main lagi coy.
Absolutely. I mean, we see it every
Lawan
single
naon
TI.
sah?
There's been so many scenarios where, like I said, the meta evolving throughout the event, and again, we're
Udah
just
kosong
getting
ini mah.
started here, but certainly there's going to
Wih,
be
ada
some of these
Gunnar, bro.
heroes that
Oh yeah.
we would not have expected going in. That
yeah.
all of a
Ember
sudden,
Spirit
whether
God.
it's a certain hero or a whole hero played in a
Gunnar,
specific role.
Ember Spirit God.
Carry IO, the notorious one that comes to mind.
It might,
So.
something like this is gonna happen. I saw some carry Willow in my pub games, and it looked good. I'm not even
Okay.
capping. I'm not kidding.
Wih, ada
I'm not saying
Midon.
it will happen, but you know, you
Lah,
sometimes-
Carry
oh,
Willow,
SMG
Casey
udah lama
called
ya
it.
nggak ada
How
Ice
did
Ice
we
Ice ya?
carry Willow this game?
Saya sudah nggak main ya berarti?
Going bald, you know, putting it down my foot here. But no, like,
Ini sih
you'll see some stuff
menarik
happens
sih.
every TI. You see something
Siapa namanya
you didn't
Poriski?
expect, because that is
Mungkin
just
nanti yang
how
jam
it
2
works.
bingung sih. Ini
Yeah,
banyak
so
sih yang
when
bagus sih.
nerds playing this game,
Shopify,
they'll figure it out.
Talon,
There's a
sama
lot
ini
of
si
nerds
Azure
who
sih.
know
Azure
that
stakannya si
figure out all
Somnus
these
lawan
strategies,
Liquid. Kayaknya ini lebih imbang deh.
Okay, but, speaking
Ini
of
juga
that, we
menarik
are
sih,
into
Tundra lawan Talon
draft
sih.
for our game number 2, and obviously the band
Kalau
was away,
Shopify
so
versus
LGD, of course,
Thunder
high
tuh
up on the
kayak
momentum of the
udah
first game. But,
udah-
keeping the bands pretty similar,
udah
at least
agak
being
diunggulin di
both
Shopify
casual,
gitu.
but how about the bands
Aku
like
lebih
Gaming
pro di
Gladiators? I
Shopify.
look
Kalau
at
ini
the
kayak
adjustment, they
imbang
banned
gitu.
both the
Like,
Brew and even the
ini juga
Pango,
imbang.
two heroes that
Bakal
played
sengit
themselves.
gitu.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I guess this time around you have LGD that they're the first pick, so you have a bit of a side swap that happened, or in terms of pick priority. You
Oh,
have Game
lagi
and they were
drafting.
first pick
Let's
last
go.
week, so they
Kita sambil
actually
nebak-nebak
still can go.
drafting.
So it just kind of goes to show you some of their values. 3 heroes they had in the last draft, they are not willing to give any of those 3 to LGD when they're first pick. So this already, if you're a different team, you
Oke,
can just kind
dari
of
yang di
like,
band
see
ini
the point of view
udah
of their
4
power
sama
ranking
2
of
ya. Ada
heroes.
Bro. Oh, udah.
That is something to-
Bro,
to
dia yang
ban
make
three
Brew.
of your
Dia yang
own
takut.
heroes after a
Dia lebih
loss in the
takut
initial
Brewnya
bans.
LGD
It's
berarti.
like,
Kayaknya,
we're
wah
gonna
bro kita nggak
force
sesanggar dia
ourselves to
bro
do
gitu.
something completely different is essentially what this is saying. I love it.
Wait, what?
Primal Beast, a hero that was banned or in the banning phase last game early
Bandnya
on,
cuma
is
3.
gonna be picked here.
I do think, or these are the heroes that I like the most from mid myself, are the heroes that have low downtime, like just spells all the time, you know, your Earth Spirits, your Pangos, your Primal
Bandnya
Beasts,
cuma
and
3
they can
LGD
get
tuh.
around the map quickly and easily, because I think the side lanes are so important. And LGD, they may have been one of the first
Aku nggak
teams
tahu,
to even
bukannya
target
harusnya
Primal
sama
in
ya?
the first place with,
4-4,
like, this Blade Mail.
2-2,
Back in the day, it's
1
still a
nanti
great
yang
build
terakhirnya.
now, so yeah, I think this
Soalnya
is
dulu Captain Mode
totally
gitu,
fits
aku
into their
even
map. So
turnamen
I'm a
sama
fan of this first pick.
Battle Cup dulu
Nothing
gitu.
crazy.
Kok ini bandnya cuma 3?
Nothing to say, likely to be the one. And,
Sambil
but there's
AFK
also
bentar,
that
joki habis
flexibility as
Genshin,
well with
bikin
this hero,
sabar
so
sangat. It's
another reason
oke,
why a good
Emir.
first pick is that's a early Templar
Oh, baru
assassin.
ban.
Meanwhile,
Habis
coming
pick
out
baru
from
ban.
Gaming Gladiators.
Interesting.
So this is a hero we do not see early on, I feel like, in these drafts, but Gaming Gladiator is not phased by it.
I do like it here, and if you don't take it with the mix-up of the banning stage, right, you actually have to take it here. Like, the one hero you want, it
first
has to be
pick.
taken here, otherwise LGD will ban it. So the reason why TA is actually good against Primal and, like, all these
first pick.
angles as well is that she doesn't die to these heroes because she has Refraction. She outlanes them, and then the trap later is so annoying. So I do think this is probably the best pick for a game in here, so I'm happy that they did go ahead and take it.
Yeah, it's another one of these cases, although we don't see it all often, or very early Templar Assassin, the logic is certainly there. And so, yeah, as you're stating, I'm sure Gaming Gladiators having that same thought, and thus they take it for themselves. So, hey, well, we're not going to be seeing the Dark Willow carry. As,
Yeah, so they made sure to get rid of that one.
they heard you
Kayak
talking about
langsung
it,
udah
like,
enak
they
aja
must
gitu
have
loh,
been talking
mau
to
pick
Gaming
mid atau
Gladiators
offline
over
apa
there.
gitu.
Yeah, they're like, that makes a
Ini
lot
juga
of sense. This
lumayan
kid's been
lumayan
pretty
juga kan
fast, huh?
si
He's learning
siapa
a lot of
namanya.
stuff here, so. But yeah, they're gonna take it out. Of course, Willow is incredibly
Bukan
annoying for
nge-counter
Primal
banget
Beast.
dari kalau
You know,
misalnya
just all
jadiin
these
core si
brambles and random
Godzilla
stones.
ini kan.
Don't want to really deal with that, so LGD will help themselves a little bit there. But I do like, this is another way of those things. Primal is good, but now they pick TA. I think you have a bit of a problem, and now I think you need to problem solve again. Maybe you take supports that can help the Primal early on against the TA, or you have another hero in the mid game that will help him like get in the fights. Because this matchup on its own, if you don't help the Primal in any way, it's really hard to play.
Well, so is there to that logic?
Tapi dia
then,
maksudnya
is
buat
there,
nge-refraction
just
ini kan.
don't run Primal mid,
Om
just
yang
be an offlane,
dar-dar yang
support, do
tiap
you think you
jalan
go that far of
nge-damage
an
itu kan.
adjustment for LGD?
You definitely could, I guess. It depends a little bit on like what
Range.
game it show you. If it turns out,
Sekalian
this
minus
is a great
armor.
Primal Beast offlane game and you can play it comfortably,
Swap
that's definitely something you can go
minus
for,
armor,
absolutely.
TA, skill 2, door,
Vengeful Spirit,
mau
we talked about
nge-burst.
it last game. Wasn't banned or picked last game, though. It's going to be seen here
Phoenix
by Gaming
Muerta.
Gladiators. A very quick LGD response, though. So we're going to see Muerta again, this time for LGD.
Muerta.
And they go with the Phoenix on top, and that brings some
Tapi
more team fight.
Muerta sama Felixnya ini kayaknya
Interesting.
support ya,
The
maksudnya
Phoenix I like
si
a lot. Like when his
Muertanya
Primal
juga.
goes in, I think he needs like more speed, like more power. You know, when he charges in, now you can dive in, you attack, slow them, you drop your egg, you sunray as well for the Primal. So I liked it a lot in the team fight as well. TA does not deal very well with egg. I mean, she can run away, but heroes that don't threaten egg are not good against Phoenix. So then you have to.
Offline-nya
It
mungkin
looks like this hero is just gonna rise in popularity. It can be a carry, it can be a 4. I mean, we didn't see too much of it in the last game.
Snap,
but
maksudnya
there's
pos
some
4-nya
signs.
Yeah,
pos
it's
4-nya snap mungkin.
Don't
Hero's
wanna,
trash.
yeah,
calling it.
just get him
Port
out.
satunya lagi.
Weaver's top tier, bring him in every single
What,
game now. It's
Phoenix?
Like, okay, let's calm down there. But
Atau
yeah,
gak ada yang mau
yeah,
pecahin Phoenix
certainly
kah?
a hero that maybe we do expect to see
Yep.
a bit more. And
It's
again,
good.
2 for 2
I
so
think
far as far
gak
as being picked
kebanin.
up. So will it be a support? Will it be more of a core? I guess that's still an answer. To
Also
figure
bisa
out
stun.
from LGD
I think
side.
nice.
But Gaming Gladiators, I mean, minus armor certainly helping that Templar Assassin with a vengeful pick.
Dan
And
minus
there's
armor
more
lagi.
top tier support going into this TI event, certainly with what she brings to the table. So
Yeah, Venge is just even with like some minor nerfs or like pretty decent nerfs, the heroes are still so great, especially with TA.
Draft Muerta di tengah-tengah supaya lawan tergocek. Iya sih. Tapi lebih bingung lagi TA first pick loh, Poriski.
I think if you're gaming, you probably want to look at a bit of an answer to the team fight, because when the Primal and Phoenix like go in, I think right now your only response is to run, which is not necessarily bad. Like if you can fight, like kite and take long fights, that's okay. But I think it's better to have aggressive solutions to Phoenix.
Wah,
than
gila.
just
Ini lama
defensive
banget
ones.
nggak dipik-pik nih. Gaming Gladiator. Bingung dia. Reserve-nya kemakan banyak anjir. Sisa 30 detik sekarang.
maybe that's at least on the line of
Oh,
thinking here for
Santa.
Gaming Gladiators. And well, there you go.
You're just too good. You're just too good.
Talk about running. I mean, Centaur, one of the best. Hey, you can get a cart as well. You can even make it that much better.
That's true. You just get multiple sources of helping your team just run away. I mean,
Senta.
honestly, if they get to kite, you know, and you have people like that can help you as well. So
Tapi Senta bisa digosong-gosongin sama Sunray-nya Phoenix
very
kan.
likely just you want a range
Jadi
hero,
nggak
I think,
setebal
that is good,
tadi gitu.
like to just get your Senta through the lane, and maybe also hero that can stack. Like I mean, SD it's not like an incredible SD game, but just a hero like Shadow Demon who can do well in lane and stack for your TA, I think would be great.
Sky.
Sure, solid.
Kurang
That's a
sih
fast
buat
pick on
ngecahin
LGD.
telur ya mereka ya. Yang di samping Fengnya siapa sih? Siapa tuh Po? Templar Assassin? Mid? Atau carry?
I saw them, both their offlaner played it and their carry played it, Shiro. I mean, Shiro legit can play anything. Either this guy is on some stuff. This is like
Lunaya.
some Chinese miracle. He can literally play
Kalau
anything and he
bahasa
does it well and he always
Dota
performs.
satunya,
But
nama
his
aslinya.
new Bristleback is super strong. Like the
Lunaya
actions
kalau nggak
where
salah.
you get like all these 6 or 7
Bristleback.
sprays or whatever it is.
Bristleback
and
carry.
Shard is better as well. And I think this is what
Ketutupan VTuber memang. Oh iya. Oh iya, kocak.
He has both of those tools.
Kocak.
Yeah, I mean, really across the board, LGD has ways to not be too threatened by a hero like a Skyrath, exactly. So, and the aura
First pick kan agak gimana ya, Borisky?
physical damage presence is going to be mitigated a bit as well.
Mereka belum ada yang bisa pecahin
strong
si
Bristleback,
telur
that's the
sih.
reason why they picked it up so quickly, sure.
Yeah.
Mereka belum ada yang bisa
They were
pecahin
very
telur sih.
happy with that. So,
Kekenceng-kencengnya Teo masih kencengan attack speednya Feng ya menurutku.
So of course we're thinking they're position to 1 more than likely to come here.
Okay, I mean, if you're
Lycan, kenapa dia takut Lycan?
A pretty good ban. But let's see, LGD already know exactly what they want. There's a Chaos Knight, so that might just be, maybe there's some flexing going on.
Strong semua sih, STR semua sih musuhnya.
Most likely.
Musuhnya Korea tiga-tiganya STR semua, strange.
Their LGD is just very confident with this draft.
Halo Marcus, welcome to the stream.
A very good game number 1. They leave a
Maybe Timber Mid?
leftover time on the table.
I don't know, Timber Mid.
You know, that goes to show you how confident they were in this draft. But Gaming Gladiators, they only
Siapa
have
tuh
about 15
nenek-nenek yang
seconds.
raiding kadal
Yeah, this was
si
more
ini?
about, you know, screwing over Gaming Gladiators.
Snap.
They're like, we have 1.5 minutes left. We don't need that shit. Let's pass it over back to them.
Oh,
This is a if this life stealer gets off to a good, I mean, CK is a bit like double-sided. Even though he's a strength hero, he has illusions. He can hit very hard.
Nice
but
sih.
yeah,
Nice sih.
Bristleback, Primal Beast,
Nice.
Phoenix, it's a pretty good.
Nice
life stealer
bagus
game.
sih.
Like
Kalian bisa ngehit ini ya, ngehit telur juga ya.
Because I think Quinn is gonna take that role
Nice
this time
bisa
around,
buat
so
pecahin
the
telur.
mid game for Gaiman is very
Terus musuh
strong,
makin
but I must
tebel.
say I'm a huge Bristleback
Nice tuh
believer.
lifestealnya juga
Like,
makin
this
gede
hero,
karena
I
dia
think he's
persen
gonna
kan.
pop up
Persennya
a
tuh
lot in
ngehit
this
damage-nya tuh
at the
dari
international and
si
TI itself.
total HP-nya musuh. Dan juga ada max HP to damage ke musuh gitu. Nice, oke sih. Actually bagus. Terus kalau pas lagi di stomp sama ini juga jadi nggak kena dan larimu juga lebih cepet. Iya, makanannya LS semua, iya. Makanannya LS. Nice. Kecuali merah betul. Mungkin ya. Nike-nya main Rati bagus. Menurutku. Kalian buat CK-nya. Hitnya ada miss. Menurutku ya.
Will they be able to execute with it? And will he get that good start? Again, on Sven last game, it struggled. It is a completely different
Or
game this time around. So
Armlet Sin Shasha.
Yeah, I think he should have a good start
Yeah,
again.
Armlet Sin Shasha atau Armlet.
I think Briss is gonna have a good time. They're gonna stack his triangle.
Ya,
as well,
Armlet Sin
and
Shasha atau
I think it's gonna
Armlet
actually be a pretty
si
farm heavy, like minutes 7 to 12. Both sides are
yang
gonna have
disarm tuh
stacks,
apa sih
they're gonna
nama
clear it,
itemnya, gue
everyone's
sampai
gonna get
lupa.
very fat, and you're gonna get like
Heaven
this
Albert.
gigantic team fight around the first Roche. And I think that one is gonna be detrimental to which team is gonna win. Because honestly, I like both drafts. Like both drafts is gonna be more down to execution and
Kalau
really
Armlet
how
mending
these
Desos
lanes
kalian.
start.
But
yeah, and well, speaking of the lanes, obviously
Deso udah
we
di
do
TA.
end up- it really isn't often we
TA-nya yang Deso
mid
mending.
versus mid, the first 2 picks.
Nike-nya nggak
taking
perlu.
place.
Menurutku sih gitu ya.
It's Templar Assassin versus Primal Beast in the mid matchup. That's how it stays. So you talked about maybe an adjustment from LGD with the Primal Beast, but no, it's still not enough of a deterrence.
Sin Shasha
despite
itu
the
buat
TA pick coming out there. But
ininya
so,
juga kan.
with what you're talking about earlier, Keith,
Status
it seems like
resist.
this is shaping up for Quinn to have a pretty good early game at least.
Nike Radiance biasa ya kan? Nike Radiance kan. Tapi Armlet Heaven Albert not bad sih Amir. Selain buat STR, ada evasion, terus juga bisa ngedisarm, terus kamu dapat si apa namanya regennya, lifesteal-nya di ampli juga kan. Radisen Shasha. I don't know, let's see. Tapi kalau aku lebih ke Armlet Sin Shasha atau Armlet Heaven Albert.
I know it's not showing on screen for you guys, but We got predictions, KZ. Let's go over these real quickly.
Oh, that's true, actually.
What do we got? So, player who gets the longest kill streak. Who are
And now we have
thinking
to kind of debate who's gonna win this game. I think if Gatemen are to win this game, I think this kill streak is definitely going to the TA with the minus armor.
Muerta support ya?
It seems like the
Berarti Muerta
easy answer
BS
there.
Aganim
I'm with you there.
juga
Player with the highest
bagus
net
kalau
worth
nggak
by
Halberd.
25 minutes. Is it Quinn again? I mean,
Aganim ya,
certainly
yang
has
ini
a
ya,
chance to
yang
win that one.
ultinya cepet
think
sama
so.
masuk bisa masuk
Okay,
musuh
so we
sama
go
masuk.
Quinn here, right. Total number
bisa
of
masuk
smoke
musuh ya.
chain kills by 10 minutes.
Cuman itu doang selebihnya.
Zero
Tapi
point
kalau dia
two,
masuk
3
timnya
points.
buyar
So
sih.
my heart is telling me 2.
Okay, we'll go
Iya
with
gak sih?
two, sure.
Kalau dia
Total
masuk
number
ke
of
musuh
tower
orang.
kills before 25 minutes.
Karena musuh
Neither
timnya
team is
3.
necessarily the best
Tiganya
tower
kayak terlalu
takers.
squeaky menurutku.
Yeah, I feel like you're either it's gonna be like 5, 6, or 7. So you're like gonna barely
I don't
lose
know.
depending on which one you take.
We'll do 6 to 10. We'll do that.
Let's
I like
go.
that. All right. There we go. All right, now to the game. Oh, I'm getting an error. Well, anyways, never mind.
Kayak nggak
Nggak
melihat
lebih
tujuan dari
real
akademinya,
game
tapi nggak tahu sih.
predictions. Let's get into the
Belum
secondary
rajin
game, but what a game.
main pas lagi
Ooh, this is
udah kurang rajin main pas
Gladiators,
aganimnya
on
diubah.
the high ground, they perceive
Nggak tahu
nothing to
sebagus
say
apa
in the
aganimnya.
area, but Primal Beast, he's hogging the tower. He's not playing too dangerous.
Yeah, I think
Rata-rata sekarang Facebook
you can
Armlet
tell what's
Radi
happening, you know,
atau
you've seen it
Facebook
all the
Gas
time.
Radi.
I also
Iya,
love
Armlet
this
Radi ya
change.
mulai
It's been a
dimainin
while
lagi ya.
now
Tapi
where
kan
the
kalau
start of the game
Radi
is
itu emang
nighttime,
udah
which just
build
makes it, like, a
dulu
lot
banget
easier to, like, try
yang
to
sempat
ambush and, like,
ditinggal dan
sneak around
dipakai
people.
lagi
So,
sekarang gitu.
love this change. Teams have to play a lot more careful, but also be more creative. That's nothing to say he does not know
Well,
that they're all there, so he has to be
Di
careful.
situasi ini kayaknya Armlet Sensation nggak tahu kenapa liatnya bagus banget.
Bristleback's meanwhile just back in his lane.
Oh, nggak ada pertempuran darah ya? Damai sekali di sini.
We lost the last game and we won the game easily, so we don't care about those.
Main damai banget di bounty-nya. Nggak ada
Nggak
ada yang ngelawan.
Sometimes it's the post forward, or someone who has a good read. Because Lifestealer, he needs the lane to be very long to like click you and run you down. But by you getting a really good block here early on, it can absolutely change some of these lane matchups.
Sure. And he's getting a great block and the
Yes.
range creep, of course, out in front. So this is setting him. Look at what Tyracho he's doing. He's blocking the range creep himself a little bit, but trying to counter
Gila,
it,
badannya
absorb it.
emang
But
segede
anyway, we have a
gaban ya.
matchup that we
Buat
mentioned.
Modinet susah ya
Wait,
jadinya
there's
ya.
nothing to say. Primal Beast versus the Templar Assassin. And,
Terus dia juga
on
dinetnya
paper,
enak,
it does feel
damage
like
segede
this should be a
gaban ya.
pretty successful
Ini
game
si
for
Godzilla
TA.
ya.
But Primal Beast not
Run,
afraid early
it's
on. He's in the
Godzilla.
face of TA.
Nothing to say. He's being so annoying. His hero is so big. He's just putting his portrait.
Apa sih
and his
sebutin
hero
si Godzilla
continuously
sih?
on top of these creeps. So he's honestly doing very well.
Badan
Quinn
segede
does have
gaban
Vel now,
ya.
so he's gonna start to pressure
Itu
back a
udah
little
malesin
bit.
banget
But yeah, I
anjir
think
kalau
this
laning
top
kayak
lane is gonna
gituan.
have a lot of
Kayak
pressure.
lawan
Like
Senta
this
juga
Skyrim
tuh.
Centaur, if they can
Kayak
find
lu
a goal
Basit
on the CK,
mau
I think Shiro
sejago
definitely
apa
has to be
juga
careful.
kayak sering kalah damage tuh susah anjir.
So now it's Gaming Gladiator's turn to take advantage of that Centaur in the laning phase. It did so well on the other side for LGD as the Radiant themselves in game 1. So Ace, he's looking to have that good performance you mentioned with Tofu on Skywrath, plenty of damage.
Udah mana pada udah pakai set makin gak kelihatan iya
in that
cok.
laning phase. Bottom lane,
Selain gak kelihatan itu mau diklik juga susah.
fine, but taking some good harassment.
Bener-bener
from
keblok
Muerta,
badannya.
protecting,
Kalau klik pasti ngeklik ke badannya, susah
Yeah,
banget.
like honestly, Bristleback is not weak in this lane. Like I feel like there's some
Oh,
fake
first
matchups.
blood?
As, why you smile?
Offline yang dapat.
Well, there you go. He mentioned the combo, and sure enough, they do end up getting the kill on Phoenix.
Yeah, they must have. It's early levels of goo when you're in this
fear-nya.
lane. I love it.
Mati sih.
So vengeful, he's just dead. Yeah, the quills come out, and now Lifestealer has to respect this somewhat too. He pops the magic stick, but I guess with the sustain of the beast as well, he'll be fine. But yeah, losing his teammate, and we have an early 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love the way they use their spells. Like first, the calling into the dead shot was very good, and also just getting goo on level 2 here on Bristleback. That's just something you don't
Dia
expect.
bikin
So,
dua
like,
ini
changing
ya,
your skill
ring
build,
of protection ya,
without
buat
that skill
armornya.
build, they don't get this kill. So it's like a huge swing in this lane.
Bristleback going extra good as far as how the other lane is going. You mentioned Lifestealer ideally need to have that good start. What is the build on Lifestealer? Is it the armlet, more classic stuff there? Or
That's
what direction?
generally what I've seen, right? You still go like your phase boots armlet or your orb of corrosion phase boots, and then most of the time you want to go like the phase boots armlet deso. Maybe because Quinn is gonna go deso, maybe he's gonna go like some armlet radiance. That's still something I have seen. So just something that gets you online in the mid game, and you'll feel good about it.
Keep an eye and see what Lifestealer decides to farm. Mid lane matchup though, you do see Primal Beast trampling on the creeps on the uphill as he's taking a couple of hits, but yeah, Templar Assassin 13-3, Primal Beast 12-2 so far in the early CS. So pretty even, but as the levels start adding up.
Kalau creep
like
score
Quinn should
Kalau CS ya,
continue to have a pretty solid early game.
tapi
here.
nggak banyak sih.
Yeah, I think
Dikit doang.
there's not much really stopping him. So he's gonna have a good game, and I think the way that LGD
Netnya
may
cuma
go about
satuan
it is like
bedanya.
nothing to say. He can't really stop
Still,
the
dia
TA
nggak
later, but as opposed to the TA, he can gank the side lanes.
Masih
You know,
pikir.
like maybe he can go to one of the lanes and get stuff going as new. But
Okay.
that's a quick kill.
And it absolutely is.
Okay.
Lifestealer wants the turn kill on Planet, but being slowed down. He does have rage. He already used it though. Silence coming in from Skywrath, and with Tofu showing up, likely to
Planet
finish off where
mati.
it needs one more spell.
No,
Planet doing a great
muerta.
job of hiding, but eventually gets killed. Meanwhile, down
Oh.
at the tower, it's a dive for Bristleback, but is this
Rusuh nih, rame
also
banget,
showing
Cok.
up? So suddenly we have Tri versus Tri-Lane of sorts. Yeah, both
Why you
supports from both
smile?
sides coming down to join the party. Why you smile? He'll be good.
Oke.
But both teams showing that they want to have a
Untuk
ball down here at the bottom
CS
lane and
carry-nya
I guess,
seri lah.
even trade.
I mean,
Kan?
the two cores in the top
Susah,
lane,
susah
right? Like
CS-nya
Ace and
si
Shiro, they don't
Godzilla
really
nih.
care. Centaur and CK, they're just
CS-nya
gonna free
kalah
farm.
tuh.
So it does free up your supports to like go move around the map a little more. But I do think if LGD want to fight back, you need the Phoenix to get level 3.
Oh,
like,
masih
this
level
hero's
4
very
deh.
weak, like level 1 and 2. But once he gets high level fire spirits, they can definitely fight back in his bottom lane.
Ah, nggak dapat range script lagi.
Making the way back to the bottom lane are both Phoenix and Muerta. So we continue to have really a Tri versus Tri lane.
That
Coming up on nighttime.
berat ya,
Almost at that
landingnya.
5-minute mark. But Skywrath and Vengeful in the jungle. In a spot anyone may be coming over.
Oh, dia
so
imbangin
instead of
lewat
supports,
ngejungling kan,
Muerta's
oke,
gonna
nice.
focus more on stacking. And of course, both teams certainly going to try to get some priority on stacking. You're like
Menit
TA on the radiant
5.
side, and you're like Bristleback on the other
Bounty?
side will certainly
Bounty menit
benefit from that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you touched on it, right? The stacking is going to be so good in this game. And
Jadi 3
just
menit
the
ya,
fact
Bounty
that
yang sekarang
trying
ya?
to, like play through new, and you do have the early phase boot, so let's see how this is
Salah
going to
ingat.
go.
Tiap 3 menit.
Silence is here.
Calling coming out with the dead shot. Bristleback though. Lifestealer is not worried.
Oh.
He's just sitting
Ooh.
on top of the Bristleback.
Ooh.
It's not going to be worth the
Ooh.
dive though. Yeah, that would have been risky. It might have been risky still.
Oh.
He'll survive, but takes plenty
Ooh.
of damage in response. Dead shot, it's not enough for the kill, but gets him extra low.
Hampir,
One
Cok.
shot away from death, but I think he's good unless another dead shot hits. There's no way, right?
Yeah, it's not yet. So nice to try that from Planet. Drops the Observer Ward to then try and get the dead shot off, which he did. And
Gladly. Okay, that's Salve. It saves him. And no, he might be in trouble. Primal Beast.
oh, he planted
Hits
a ward.
the onslaught, goes forward.
Oh.
Stampede on top of trample.
Ah, gak
He
nyampe,
wants
movementnya
this kill,
kurang.
But somehow Lifestealer manages to get
Kalau
out of
dapat-
there.
kalau dapat ting tuh sih lumayan tuh. Sekarang jadi rugi, udah wrong.
Lifestealer actually lives.
Thank God he rushed phase boots. He was so dead if he had non-upgraded boots. My God. Also, Planet looks like he might find another play here. Fairy Fire.
Oke.
Oh,
There you
he's
go.
dead. Yeah, so
Oh.
if the Planet hits a few
Gila,
more
tadi.
of those, might do some
So
background
close, bro.
checking on my man, guys, because that
Sampai
was some
bisa nembak
crazy
lagi juga
dead
kena
shot on the
tuh.
Lifestealer.
Playing
Tapi
Counter-Strike
hampir
in
ya.
his off time apparently. His
Definitely.
CS2 came out, so nice warm up over there. Bristleback.
Oke.
Dreadful Spear will end up dying. Lifestealer wants to make a play, but again by himself.
Oh,
You
no.
really expect that to happen.
Naik
No.
si
No
Mik.
TP.
Wrong
They're actually in
move.
trouble. Yeah, no TP. He has a
Masih
salve. He
ada
has
sini.
wand charges. And he does have
Oh,
TA showing up.
the TA.
Okay, yeah, with Quinn
TA
showing up,
dede.
that changes things. Double damage from TA. You did not want to fight that.
So definitely, I think good TP by Quinn. Maybe not something you want to do, like TP out of your mid lane to help your carry, but I think you had to do that. In the meantime, though, they did lose the tower during all
Iya.
I get to some siege
Hancur
creep
tower.
shenanigans that were just like sitting around. So still a very big win here for
Queen
LGD.
Gang.
Yeah. A bit of distraction. Quinn will.
Tapi kalau
make his
nggak
way
naiknya
back
mati
to
sih.
mid lane, kill some jungle creeps, but as you pointed out, it's certainly not the most
Dan naiknya
ideal
nanti nggak punya-
teleport in
dan
terms of
nggak punya
a
TP.
little bit of a time waster, but necessary at the same time.
Absolutely.
Helps keep Lifestealer alive. So heads back mid, and we'll continue to have that overall pretty good game.
Wah,
He is,
armornya
up there in the
banyak
net
ya
worth,
jadinya
starting
ya.
to really jump up there, but
Di
speaking of being at
Senta.
the top of the net worth,
9.
Centaur. Again, back-to-back
Udah ada
games. You see the
Vanguard.
Centaur performing very well, at
Armornya
least in this
11.
case. He's got the
Lah,
Vanguard.
armornya
He's going to be
minus- oh,
finishing
karena
up
dia
very
tarik
good
ya.
soon. He ain't
Armornya
dying anytime
9.
soon at this rate.
Yeah, if he's not getting ganked by the Primal Beast, he'll be fine. As Shiro, they're looking for
Primal
a play
Beast?
on him. If they use
Wait.
concussive, they'll know the real one.
Oh, wrong stun.
Slight misread.
On paper, should have, but in practice, and you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you get the illusion.
Yeah, it looked a little bit more like,
Okay.
maybe one or two of them wanted to go, but the other one wasn't sure. But either way, you get him out of the lane. Got a lot of
Oh,
ancient
primal-
stacks going
primalnya
on, I think,
tuh.
right, for LGD. Like, I continuously like see planet around there. You have
Networknya
Beast
kalah
now.
banget
I would love to be a support in this LGD
sama
draft.
TA.
Like, nothing to say, hasn't been
Nah,
a mid lane
that's
for like
okay,
3
man.
minutes. My cores can take
Soalnya
ancients.
TA
Like,
kan
you're just
lebih
getting
cepet
so
ya
much
farmnya.
XP already on these 2 supports on the LGD side. Level 5 on Phoenix.
Yeah, we'll actually
But
get the
level
boundary
8
right in the front
TA-nya.
of Vengeful. Vengeful thankfully does have Centaur nearby to support, and he'll survive this, but close call for the Vengeful Spirit. Both teams continue to be in the same area, though, up at top. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we are looking at Bristleback and the Primal. They're hunting this Life Stealer, but he'll show up in the lane. He is hugging that tier 2 tower. And not going to face them too much. They still just go right on top of him. In comes the Pulverize, and Life Stealer, he's in trouble. Having a pop rage.
Yeah, it's gonna
He's
be
got
fine.
teammate support,
Okay.
and he'll
Kayak
be
nggak
good.
itu.
So
Naiknya ke
continue
ke
harassment,
dari
but
lane.
no kill for
But
LGD.
still,
Hey, this is what I love
Dia
from
tuh
good teams,
unkillable.
because I feel like every player in this game is obviously incredibly good, as is every player at this tournament. But the good teams, like, they're gonna vibe check you all the time. They're like, okay, are you on your toes? Are
Kayak
you gonna pop rage? Are you gonna
BB-nya
like,
berani
you know, are
maju
you gonna
naik
farm the wrong camp?
juga
Because if you don't
berani-berani
pass
aja
the
naiknya.
check, they're just gonna keep killing you. But I just love seeing this early aggression.
Yeah, Life Stealer, again, he survives, but yeah, good point of the TP, forcing it out and forcing him to continue to play very defensive. It's that mental game
Cuman
as
dia
well
farmingnya
that
jadi
certainly comes
keganggu.
into play. Of,
Cuman
keeping him
tetap
on his
unkillable.
toes. And the what if somebody is lurking nearby, and am I going to be in trouble here? But continues to farm more creeps out safely at that bottom part of the map. Meanwhile, top lane, Centaur is going to be bullied out
situasinya
by
lagi
himself with the Chaos
kurang.
Knight and the Phoenix. And
Tuh.
having to
BB-nya
respect
ini.
that damage at least, so he'll fall back to his own tower.
Oh,
for now.
agaknya BB
yeah, stacks.
keren sih yang sekarang ya.
There you go.
Langsung yang
This is so
prok, prok,
satisfying.
prok,
Like,
prok,
I
banyak
played
ya.
this Bristleback. This hero does get out of control pretty quickly. For gaming, you do have you have nice answers. You have minus armor, you have lifestealer later on, but even when you have counter, sometimes this hero at 20 minutes he just gets too strong. So LGD having a very nice setup here for now with the stacks, gonna help them to
Mainnya
get to
langsung
this axe just ever
dikentutin
so
ini
much
dan
closer and faster.
Yeah,
Wih, itu
that hot
sakit
dog
banget anjir.
sponsorship,
Kemarin
fantastic for
sempat
hero
lihat.
like Bristleback, getting that much fatter as
So
a
true.
result. Chaos Knight top lane,
Ooh.
Sonic is
Right.
up. Here comes TP support, including
Oh,
Bravo
no.
Beast. It's taking
Oh,
forever
the
though.
bomb.
Get the kill on the ZK.
Ya, belum
The stomp
6.
hits, but at what cost now for the Centaur, that is. Phoenix getting low himself. Primal Beast onslaught forward. He means it. One kill happen. The Pulverize
Mati.
slamming the
nih.
face in on Skywrath, the mage. But
Oh.
now Primal Beast needs to be careful with TA nearby. Deadshot missing. Primal Beast,
shit.
he goes down. Quinn, he does plenty of damage. Ends up being 2 for 1. Gaming Gladiator is very happy with the outcome.
Oh, very
3 kali
nice move,
crit.
but this is not something you honestly see that often, right? You're gonna have your TA like be more just chill and mid. I really like that Gaiman did bring Quinn up top and like kind of make this play. Because similarly to last
Ratio-nya
game, the ratio he
reform nih
needs to
sekarang ya.
recover. He's even queuing up a Midas for now, so them taking this play, killing Shiro, killing the Primal Beast as well,
Bisa
and
dapat
taking the fight
Midas,
with 4 Phoenix
mungkin dia
6.
langsung I don't know,
Really
Rally.
well done by
I
them.
don't know.
Yeah.
Too late maybe, but
And TA back to the mid lane.
see,
That tier 2
berapa cepet dia
tower
farmnya.
taking some good damage. Muerta doing what she can to hold off the TA for the time being, even throwing out that level 2 calling. But Templar Assassin overall not too phased by it, especially since she has a couple of supports nearby. So this tower is dying. It's a matter of will it be deny or not.
Oh, with Blitz.
Fortification.
That might give them the deny. Like now without the creeps, you can't really play up too much here if you're Quinn. But overall, nice pressure on the tower. It looks like most cores in this game are fairly happy.
Emang sengaja mau tarik
Nothing to
itu
say,
kah?
maybe a little behind
Sangis
Axis
mantel
Around you,
lebih
but they're getting the
memungkinkan.
space to
Iya, makanya
recover right
Sangis
now.
kan.
Yeah, back to
Yang
back
mikirnya
games.
Sangis
Duraccio,
tadi.
the Sven last game too was a game of
Tapi
recovery.
dia
And
tetap skip armlet ya berarti.
did so well, but
Karena
we're in that
kalah.
phase now. It feels like we're same case here for his life stealer, and is going to be getting what is he? He did go the Hannah Midas route, so Hannah Midas was still waiting to see what direction he goes as far as the impactful. items when
Tapi
it comes to
untuk
fighting.
top networknya sih
Yeah, I
sekarang
mean, I just don't
masih
really see
menang
Quinn
di
skipping
Gaimin ya.
Desolator on
Ada
TA.
ada
There's
TA
one region,
sama
like some players I think that really liked it. It may have been the SEA region, like
Penta.
Makoto TA, but I feel like just Deso is too good. So it might just be the Midas armlet on this life stealer. I think.
Oh,
And they're getting good
masih Q
timings.
ready
They
dia.
does have Radiance queued up, which is pretty good, but it leaves him very
I don't know,
susceptible.
mungkin
He's
di
not
menit
gonna have the biggest
18
tankiness,
baru
so
dapat.
we'll have to see what he ultimately decides to go for.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting
Ya,
one
mungkin
there. And
18.
one of those cases. And I don't know if there's an obvious answer though either, but yeah, is that going to be enough to help break through this bristle pack? I guess more to sustain the long-lasting fights. And look at it that way, but yeah, this bristle pack on the other side. We talked about the
Kalau
ancient
nggak
stack.
mati
He's
ya.
been soaking up, and offlane bristle he has an axe almost. It's getting
Soalnya dia
there.
nggak mungkin
Yeah.
join war,
Pretty damn
cuman
quickly.
Midas.
Oh, Primal Beast, nothing to say.
Wow.
Oh, that was not the right initiation. He goes into a death trap. He does kill Skywrath, but the egg also... Ooh, it does not connect, though. Good call by Gaming Gladiators, realizing they had to run. Celery makes it out of there initially. Still could be in trouble, though.
Wow.
And he's definitely dead. As soon as Chaos Knight shows up, so they will
Tapi
kill the Vengeful as well.
not
So
worth it.
got
Dua
two supports
support
at the end,
satu
but
mid.
not the most ideal jump by the Primal Beast.
Yeah, I think Game is still very happy with that move. There was very quick silence from Tofu there on the Primal. Nothing to say to not really let him get off too many of his spells.
Dan
And then they
buang telur,
disengage
kan.
from the egg with the Stampede. And I was kind of touching on it earlier. We're going to have a very slow, like minute 8 until now. But this game is going to pick up a lot of pace. The Ratio. Remember, he cannot rage TP. It will not work against Pulverize.
Yeah, well, it doesn't even get the opportunity at that
Baru
point.
dibilang kalau nggak
Pulverize
mati.
comes out and nothing to say. Get some pretty quick revenge for his death.
Primal
from
fall off
just
nggak
about
bisa
a minute
nge-kill,
ago,
iya.
as they take out the life stealer. So they
Naik sih. Naik
Roger
salah
with his
sih.
hand in the cookie jar of sorts over at the right side of the map, and he's going to be delayed for another 20
TA
seconds.
mesti nge-hold
to try to improve
sampai-
his arm, but again, gotta be frank, it's been a
Sampai dapat
struggle.
item
Sixth
naik sih.
overall
Next ya
still on that
main
map.
Midas, cowok. Susah banget.
Yeah, he's not gonna farm. He's not gonna farm there again. I'm pretty sure. Like generally, you want the tier 1 to be down to kind of go there, but what's at
Tapi
least
next
good for him is
sudah
that his
saatnya
team is
main
still
di
doing very
atas sih
well.
sebenarnya
Crops
sih.
above the network, you have Ace there as well.
Lebih aman
You know,
main di
start to
atas
recover
nih.
to some of these core items. You've got the Dragonlance.
Dia main di
Blink. I think
bawah,
once they have
ngeri-ngeri
Death Zone
sedep.
Quinn, you can definitely start to like really look to play around this Roche, and I think this generally matches up very well for Radiant TA. It's gonna be a dire Roshan by that time between 15 to 20. You always have your Deso. And I think it is so important for them to get that
Main di
Aegis.
triangle.
We'll see.
Berat punggung Teh di early, iya, Cak. Berat banget. Kan, tuh kan, digosongin lo sama Sunray. Oh no, Shiro mati. Carry tuker offline.
The greed is real. Coming out from Shiro, they want that Centaur dead, but that is a beefy target. Even eating plenty of hot dogs himself. Planet.
Nothing to say is here.
Nothing to say in the back lines. Going for Skywrath. Will pulverize. We got two separate fights really happening. Phoenix able to take her stab away, and Tofu, he'll be fine as
Nothing
well.
to
He
say.
realizes he went a little too
He's
far,
stuck here. He
perhaps.
has no TP.
Oh,
Oh, tried to tumbler over. It's not big enough.
And darn Roshan Pit getting in the way. There's the flyby. Primal Beast done. He
mati.
has the
Nothing to
active of the
say.
blade mail, but gonna wear off eventually. How much do they respond to this? Chaos Knight, by the way, he's coming back in.
no,
He's
nothing
TP'd
to
in. Remember, he
say.
died earlier. One more auto attack. No, the heal's not going to be enough. They do
Gara-gara
get the kill.
ultinya
Live
naik.
Stealer going in with the Infest Bomb to secure it. Meanwhile, silence on Chaos Knight.
Ulti
Ratio,
telur.
he wants
Di
more.
Ratio
He's gonna
mati
come out after Ratio gets
lagi.
melted. This fight
Lagi
is
di
just
Ratio.
everlasting. A minute plus.
Ya, tapi networknya meskipun udah mati terus dan kalah laning, kalah sama CK dikit doang.
This fight ended up being so long that Shiro could just come back.
Lol,
and
next
use his
brain.
spells like 8 times.
Yeah. That was a long one, a minute and a half or
Tapi
so. I mean,
Shiro cuman beda dikit loh,
recap,
networknya
I mean,
masih
gold
naik
change-wise,
actually.
basically nothing. When it's all
Mungkin
said
karena
and
dia habis
done.
dapat
But,
kill
I mean,
dari
from a
Primal.
zoomed-up
Tapi
perspective,
Primalnya juga
man,
fail.
Live Stealer, yes, he got a kill, but then dying later on, his recovery road continues to be that struggle, 16.5 minutes.
This game is going to continue to be on like the next couple minutes. Speed up this Desolator as fast as possible. Try to get this Roshan, which is why I really like for now what LGD has been doing. That's why you smile. It's going to get caught out. Yeah, like defending this top tower and making it slower and harder for gaming to take over the area. It's definitely very good by them.
No, they finally
Ya kan
get a
juga
tier
nggak
one
menang
tower,
lawan
and
Senta.
Zero kill out of it as well. So Templar Assassin, Quinn having the top farm, has that blink as we've seen, and
Tapi terus kan nggak
Desolator
mati terus
next
gitu.
in line. This is that typical TA build. Dragonlance blink Deso.
Bisa ke jungle.
Just about fully online, and
Networknya
pretty good
nggak
timing
unggul
too for
banyak.
Quinn. Look at the teammates, by the way. They're smoked up as 3.
I really like this smoke. Like you put Quinn into mate, he's going to farm it. If you
Jadi
don't find
ya,
a kill here, you're
cekannya,
still protecting him from just
naik-nya
going
it's okay
wherever
lah,
he
naik
wants on the
gitu.
map to speed up the Deso. And if you do
Tapi
find
ntar juga
someone, which they
ngejar.
might,
I don't know.
That's a big one.
Holy shit.
Is it enough damage? Now's the
Wolfnya.
question. Stampede even used this. Well, they really want this. Double edge will conclude it, but now the getaway. Ace
Sempet-sempetnya lagi keculik.
taking some burn, but not burning enough, and he'll get out. So that's the fantastic kill. Exactly. The smoke play works out.
Wow,
to
udah ada Deso
perfection.
nih.
They get the prime target in that Chaos Knight.
I mean, that's just
Lebih
one
nggak
of
bisa
the best
ngapa-ngapain
smokes.
sih
Like,
musuhnya
even if
sih
you
sekarang.
don't find anything, they got a great
Tapi
ward in mid,
BB-nya
you're
udah
helping
agak
your
belum?
TA farm.
Oh,
As
belum
a
nih.
matter of fact, you got 2 great wards off, and you get a kill, and you help your TA farm.
ganking nih,
This
ganking.
is just prime
Smoke.
example of one of the
Smoke
best
dari tim
smokes you can go
LGD.
for. As LGD looks like they want to return
Nangkap
the
apa?
favor.
Jangan Sky lah.
Go for smoke
Sky?
of their own.
Skywrath not as
Oh, dapat TA.
lucrative of a
Nice.
target. Well, that's a bit of a better one.
Nice.
Yep, TA's dead. That's the target they wanted.
Nice.
They also kill
Dapat
Vengeful.
range.
And
Oh,
they want
daga,
more
daga.
Skywrath. He's being
DP-nya
hunted down. The
daga.
taunts coming out. Primal B is saying, get over here.
Oh,
Tofu
Fear.
having to accept
Gotcha.
death
Tiga,
at this
nice,
point.
nice, nice.
That's an easy kill.
Nice.
3 kills on the side of LGD, and talk about immediate
Dibalikin.
revenge. The smoke play themselves results in a much better outcome for
Oh,
the
udah
side of LGD.
atos muertanya.
That's, I mean, they did get to just return the favor. I think they just felt very safe. Sometimes you don't expect your enemy team to make this kind of move. May have also
Oh.
been a blink reveal there. For
Blink.
Nothing to say. And yeah, they
Langsung
just
taras
cashed
ya?
in. 3 kills quickly on the deck.
Blink.
As here, yeah, 8
Vanguard
to the
langsung
blink
taras.
polarizer. He's just gone.
No chance to get away at that point. So great initiation. You mentioned the Rod of Atos from Muerta. Fantastic tool coming into play quickly. And this means Roshan is also a freebie for the side of LGD, just like last game. So free Roshan kills for them, and going to continue that
this is
trend
going to
here.
lead into LGD taking Roche. This is dirty. This is not good news for gaming gladiators. When you have this TA Venge Slicer, this is the type of timing your entire draft is playing for. So LGD with a
Crimson emang nggak
huge
bagus kah
punish.
di sini?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Exactly. It's LGD's
Apa
happy
dia
to have
emang
it
mau taras
themselves,
dulu
but
baru
the
Crimson?
deny
Karena
of
Absolutely.
aku rasa
Gladiator
kayaknya
from
kalau dia
taking
beli
it, you could argue
Crimson,
is even that much
iya.
more impactful. So either way, a bit of
Kayak
a momentum
timnya
in
jadi
this
keras
game of
banget.
sorts for LGD. Net worth wise, it's still a very even game. It's just that
Terus sering
timing and
banget
how
dari
they
tadi
use
lihat
this
si
Aegis now
TA-nya yang
themselves.
ngejump.
Chaos Knight Shiro has it. And he's already bottom lane with a teammate and at least pushing it out somewhat comfortably for the time being, but see how they progress.
It's going to be a lot about like who gets to hit like in these later stages of the fight. It's like the TA shard as well. I think the silence very annoying for every single here in this LGD draft. This looks like Gaming are looking for a similar smoke. Good blink.
That's the Centaur Stomp for you. There's a little bit of that channel up and allows for the blink reaction. It's still very impressive reaction, but at this top tier of play, nothing to say is making it look easy.
Udah
So good
blink.
getaway there. And
Okay, so-
smoke is going to end up being nothing.
I think the Radiance was completed by the Ratio, so his farm is going to start to spike
Oh,
up
udah
a little.
mulai
He's
nih,
gonna
udah
have to
mulai
push up
ngejar
his
nih,
waves
udah
as
mulai
well.
ngejar CK.
I do like if he's going to go for the shard next. He's
Oh,
going to
dia
use
ambil
Rage to
manta.
help him move, but he's got to be careful. You better get in that card,
Oh.
my friend.
Well, here we go.
Get in the
Planet.
card.
Planet just no, not getting in the cart. No infest means no getaway for the side of Lifestealer,
40
and that
mereka
ends up being an easy kill for LGD. You called it, KZ. It's just
Sampai
not even
40
standing
mereka.
hard. Yeah, I guess so.
Karena mau masuk ke creepnya ya dia tadi
mikirnya.
mikirnya.
With the Radiance. Yeah, nope. A little bit greedy, but again, this is like what I'm talking about. This is the vibe check. You know, in a pub game, you get away with this stuff. But when you play against the best players who are constantly looking at the map and like where you are, you make this, you're gonna pay the price.
I mean, elsewhere, Ace is finishing. He finished his heart, so they got that. They got Templar
Yeah, he's
Assassin.
chilling. Oh yeah, this is a very happy Centaur. I mean, Ace is just continuing
Lotus.
to, you know, just he knows exactly
Lotus
what he
bagus
needs
sih.
to do to be
Buat
like top 3
stun,
net worth in any game
flow-nya
from any type of
sini,
laning position. So
ultinya
they're still
primal.
more than fine on gaming.
Yeah, and that's definitely getting that there. It's just gaming glad
Nice, free tier 2.
really panic about
Karena
this
tadi
yet, as far as how things
Udah
are going, but,
dipakai itunya apa namanya?
yeah, Lifestealer certainly wants to
40.
find that recovery road
That's
some
nice.
way somehow. Is going to pick up a wisdom rune, so suppose that could help of sorts somewhat. No tormentor though. They're going over as if they may be thinking about it.
Yeah, they do have very good heroes at killing the Tormentor. You have Lifestealer with Rage, so you're not going to get any spell damage back. You have TA Refraction, so I do like that the Rachi is pinging the Tormentor, because honestly, him plus one hero can kill it. Quinn plus any hero can kill it. Honestly, Quinn can even solo kill it, so could definitely help their team to like kind of get back into it. But it looks like Gaimin may want to wait for this TA BKB. Like, you got your Dragonlance, you can do some splitting shenanigans, get the BKB going, and then look for a fight.
So this comes down to, do they have
Wait,
enough of an
bentar,
answer
bentar.
still though for this Bristleback? I mean, yes, Centaur is very tanky. Yes, Quinn's formed on the TA, some good damage output, but is that going to be enough to get through this Bristleback and what he's bringing to the table? The Lotus Orb bags and just being Bristleback in general.
I mean, if they get to hit, yeah, I think it's still okay. The problem is you've got this Phoenix behind him. Like, Sunray is no joke on these tanky heroes, and Ace could be in some trouble.
Okay, we mentioned he's tanky. He's got that heart, and it's showing off so far. Is it going to matter? No. I mean, initially it seemed like he might have been fine, but then the damage really kicked in. And there was no chance. And Bristleback wants some more. Skywrath, he's going to be that more. The TP play once again not going to work. And that's 2 dead. And this is Bristleback for you. He starts building up this momentum. He can stop it. Okay. That was a lot of quills. TA's dead. Yeah, Vengeful's dead. That was a lot of quills.
Yeah, he deserves a tip. He deserves like 8x hot dogs after this game. Like, heat him up already right now, Joey, because my bro, like, this new shard is so good. It puts double goo and a quill on them. He perfectly turned. I mean, I don't want to hype up a Bristleback player too much because we only have so many buttons to use, but he played it well. And this hero is
Oke,
so
unback guys.
strong if he gets off
Itu
to a good start.
neutral
He's
item Orb of Destruction itu juga OP sih. Itu salah satu item yang aku suka dan sempat hilangin ya. Apaan itu banyak banget quillnya. Itu agak anime. Makanya yang tadi aku bilang dikentutin tuh di prop. Tapi dia satu arah. Jadi nanti dia langsung balik badan langsung dikentutin prop. Nah, Orb of Destruction itu gila, Cok. Di TA, di PA, itu gila, anjir.
It hits everyone, even people in fog. Turns around perfect. He like, oh my god. Quinn even had refraction. He nearly like killed him entirely through.
Quinn only good at major. Kamu hatersnya Quinn ya? Kamu hatersnya Quinn ya gini. Tapi kalau itu yang neutral item Orb of Destruction dipegang sama TA sama PA itu gila, Cok. Pecah palanya, Cok. Anjir. Kau bayangin melt itu kayaknya minus 8 ya? Atau minus 6 armor. Deso juga minus 6. Terus Orb of Destruction minus 3. Wah, arah hampir mirip-mirip Slardar, Cok. Ulti Slardar. Itu hero yang sudah mulai terlupakan ya, Slardar ya, actually.
I think this is why
soalnya dia lembek tapi mainnya mesti blink stun ya.
Like, I think you
Jadi
double down on the physical damage to help your TA like play the
bisa
same
kayak
pace,
dulu.
play the same tempo. Because now you have
Blink
radiance,
stun.
but 2 of the dire heroes they have
Ngomong-ngomong
heart.
agak dia kan
Like, dude, they
bisa
care
langsung
about being
skill
radiance burnt.
1.
They're healing more than what you're dealing
Ada
damage,
regennya
and it's
juga
not
kan.
like a
Dia ada
mischance.
regen
That
terus di
crazy.
air jadi lebih
So,
cepet.
I think LGD are just in a
Baru menang major udah
incredible
baca.
position in this game right now. It's gonna be hard for gaming
Loh,
to,
tapi dia kan
I think,
menang
kick their way back
berkali-kali
here.
nggak.
You see even Chaos Knight just pushing out the mid lane by himself. He got the trap for Templar Assassin with that Axe Shard is making that a bit more annoying. But jump. Okay,
Dapat double.
right there. Muerta about the response.
Wah.
Nothing to say. However, Muerta dies.
Hancur itu
The
warnya.
split though from Chaos Knight. The reflections
Wah,
coming.
BB-nya mana ini? Wah, BB-nya jauh, bro.
For the time being, he already used a stampede. Pull in once again. This time on a Quinn. Quinn trying to keep his distance. Darachio though in the midst of it, trying to kill Primal Beast. Not enough damage though. Infest in a tank TA.
Oh,
And he
kunci
says,
mereka
"Get
di
the hell
BB
on out of
ya.
here, please. I do not want to fight this anymore."
Slardar susah kalau kalah lane. First item blink musuh nggak mati, dia yang mati. Iya makanya. Dia lembek tapi mainnya masih blink stun kan. Itu yang tadi sempat ku mention juga. Dan dia nggak di buff apa lagi gitu. Sedangkan hero lain di buff.
Gaming Gladiators, Infest still on the TA.
Yang paling kan mau nggak mau agak kan. Biar lebih bisa blink begitu. Oh, BB mati.
However, more of a response now. He's
Tapi
different
TA
man, by
mati
the way.
sih.
Quinn is low though. Quinn the swap at the last second keeps him alive. Never mind. Pull in from Chaos Knight with the Reality Rift secures the deal, and they do kill TA, so they lose Bristleback, but I think LGD is going to be happy with the outcome.
Dapat.
It just goes like Bristle, Phoenix have really nice synergy. Sure, like Bristle doesn't like
Masih mending
necessarily
Senta,
protect your
iya.
gank by like stunning them, but he can kill them, and Sunray as the ratio. Okay, barely
Senta kan
gets
ada
out of
ulti
range.
juga kan.
Like Sunray doesn't only heal the Bristle, it puts mischance on the people that are hitting him too. Like he lived for so
Kalau
long.
misalnya
on this Bristle
lagi
time.
nggak mendukung gitu, bisa kabur ulti juga. Dan ultinya bisa buat offensif juga. Dan dia bisa ngedamage juga.
Goes and applies the open wounds, but that's just going to be a quick blink away from Primal Beast, and Stacks even being taken out by the Dire team in the Radiant jungle.
But tarasnya si Senta udah tercounter ya sekarang ya.
Yeah.
Si Nothing to Say udah Shiva. Dimana tanpa dinyalain juga udah ada minus regen, minus regen yang 30 ya kalau nggak salah ya, kalau pasifnya. Minus 30 atau minus 40 gitu. Regen.
Because these silencers, like let's say the random Phoenix is on some silence trap and he just dies because of it, it can lose you the entire fight.
Yeah. LGD
20.
hanging around the Roshan
Oh,
pit. They're
20 ya?
hoping for a very
Berarti
fast
pasti nyalain ya,
Roshan.
baru 30 atau
It's gonna be
40
the
ya?
opposite. It's a pretty long one. We still have about a minute 45 remaining, so with that yellow timer. So yeah, LGD not having the RNG in their favor, at least in that aspect, but they're gonna still group up here and Lifestealer, they're picking him out. Derecho, oh no, he's going into the jungle right here. It's gonna be jumped. There's a
Oh,
split
nice.
up. Okay,
Lah,
he pops
blinknya
his
salah.
rage and
Bukannya kelihatan dari kok dia blinknya ke
form
situ.
there. That felt like a very close one, but just not enough of a jump.
Gaiman did do a good job at removing like the lane ward earlier on, but it looks like now LGD got themselves another 2 great wards because they just know what's ever so important now. And, like, the next minute when this
Dimasukin
will
naik
respawn.
darahnya 5k sentanya ya.
Last game, they had
5k.
Chen
Nggak ada
King
aktifnya,
keep
cuma
scouting.
slow.
Looks like
Oh,
this
cuma
time
nggak
around,
slow.
there's nothing to say who's gonna
Berarti
put
salah
his
ingat.
body in the roach pit for the next 1 minute.
Gonna be almost get confused. You'd look over there. Wait, Roshan's. Oh, that match
Agak,
is problem.
agaknya rusuh sih dan sakit ya. Agaknya si
Gaiman are coming.
Godzilla
This is
ini.
the other thing. They removed the trap. They don't know that Roach is enough.
Ketemu Godzilla lagi. Godzilla di burst lah, pecah palanya. Naik mati, naik mati. Oh no, di swap.
The egg is out. The swap in. Vengeful, obviously in a bad spot as a result, but doing his job. Quinn getting some auto attacks and a bristleback, so they lose Vengeful. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but as on paper, is still looking good for Gaming Gladiators.
I mean, Cello's been having some crucial swaps in this game for sure. So Gaiman, they will take this trade. You take out the Primal Beast, it's gonna give you some more breathing room. And yeah, by the time Roshan spawns, it's gonna go down into the Radiant side, actually. You're gonna have to start preparing him down
Siapa yang
there.
tape?
That's a good point. Yeah, you see they're noticing the timer as well. I'm sure it's will they notice Roshan actually spawn here? They don't, but Roshan gonna make his way down in 8 seconds. And they'll see that eventually. You look at it is funny how just the whole map shifts. I mean, both teams heading down to the bottom lane now because of the 30-minute mark and daytime being hit. Roshan making his way over. And there you go. Now
Cara tebel di Sunray bocor juga darahnya. Iya, makanya. Tadi kan di pas dari pick udah sempet gue mention
Sunray.
Senta gosong jo dibakar deh.
Jumps inside of Ace, trying to run Lotus Orb reflections. Bristleback, he don't care. Still spamming those quills, running forward, going on the Skywrath.
Dapat TA-nya kah? Dapat TA-nya kah?
Oh jeez.
Oh.
Vengeful buys back though, and now Bristleback getting low by Templar. Assassin is just too much damage.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 different fights taking place again. Bristle, he's just harassing them. He really is.
Gila.
Oh, I mean, you know, people like want to call this hero like the
Belum Roshan ya?
skill, but like you can really see the difference of like a good Bristol who
Oh, Bloodstone
get
coy.
his body in there.
Udah mananya jadi banyak. Lifesteal-nya nggak ngotak ya. Kalau Bloodstone dah.
Keeping his entire team
Ah,
separated.
ini save to C2-0
Yeah, he
kayaknya.
literally occupied Lifestealer and Centaur that whole fight, even Skywrath. It was 1 versus 3 and allowing his
Nggak
team
juga
to
sih.
then kill the TA
Tapi,
in
kayak
isolation.
udah 80% lah
So,
LGT.
and
Game 2.
potentially more importantly, it sets up a free
Soalnya
Roshan on top
Nike-nya
of all
juga
that.
baru ready, mantannya baru mau jati kita.
It's ages, cheese. It's gonna
Nothing
be
he
more
can
map.
do,
You have
man.
some tier 3
Yep.
items. Maybe he can get
See?
themselves like his hands on another tanky item to help
Di
him
luar
out as well.
item farming
I kind of
atau
like the ages on the bristle. Honestly,
Midas
I think
sama
for
Radi
you,
itu
I
kan
think
sebenarnya
CK will live
agak
for, like,
gede
the
buat
first
farming
burst,
barengan.
and he can just use the cheese later. New gonna show you how to kill the Tormentor on his own. Very simple. His team is gonna love that. At Shiro, top net with Hero gets the shard, no problem. I guess everyone else is they already have theirs.
No, not too bad. Increases the cast range of that Chaos Bolt.
Terus mana nanti Nikes-nya agak ke counter kalau ini lagi break dari si Primal kan ya. Primal kan Aghanim-nya nge-break kan ya.
Why not? For free sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's so like honestly, if he stuns Tofu and spawns 1 Phantasm Illusion, he's gonna drop very low. He might even die.
Yeah.
Oh, itu siapa tuh yang dikejar tuh atas tuh?
Just look at the spread from Gaming Gladiators. They're trying to retreat. Skywrath, this teleport will be successful,
Dari BB.
but having to make his way back to base. Centaur up north still, but he's
Oh,
trying to
BB-nya
farm
sendiri
up
ya
with
di
the
atas
assault
ya?
Cuirass, certainly good. But it's just all 3 lanes are, well, I guess the middle and the top are pushing in favor of the Dire team. The middle specifically,
Yeah.
as they're at tier 3.
Okay, looks like they're gonna
Oke,
full-
40.
I don't know if they're gonna fully commit, but they wanna like, oh my god,
Pecah palanya, cowok.
Yeah, kinda
Ah,
mentioned
dapet
it.
2 Rex ini mah.
Skywrath, he's just dead, and
Dapat 2 Rex. Udah.
Gotta defend this eventually. I mean, they're still not all here. They are starting to TP in, so the tier 3 is dead, and now fortification. Look at
TA.
the jump.
No, TA dead. Oh,
That is not
swap.
good. The swap from Vengeful means Quinn's still alive, but committing a BKB to that as well.
But yeah,
Not gonna have the most
Dua
tools now to
Rex
fight
kayaknya.
this.
This is kind of like game one. Like they go high ground, like they're kind of slowing it down, but they're using a lot of spells. So now you lose your first rack. So the same problem is gonna be thrown at you in 10 seconds. How do you respond here if you're gaming?
Well, they're gonna go bottom. Yeah, it really is a deja vu moment of sorts. Chaos Knight, they're trying to blow up him, but with Bristle back there running at you. Temple Assassin getting locked down now as well. The silence is up. The goose being put out.
No,
Will
you
survive
that
just
nothing to
barely.
say.
Final
Too
piece went
deep.
Too deep.
Too deep.
Blade, man, gotta be
Too deep,
careful
sir.
about that. Ends up dying though.
buy
Buys
back.
aggressively. And he's going to be TPing as close as possible. But LGD wanted to possibly finish this game right here,
my
right now.
God.
The Quills, the Bloodstone, as well as mentioned, Tofu will end up falling.
Oh.
And again, Quinn just having to keep too much distance here.
Okay, the Bristle is coming, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yoi, Bristle.
Again,
Big
the
boss
2
datang,
to
big
5,
boss.
But now with Bristle showing up, it's one cluster, and that feels like to the advantage of LGD. The pulverize again, another swap from Celery. Will it really matter in the long run, though? As down goes Vengeful, he's staying out for 75 seconds. Quinn it! They get the life stealer. That was
GG,
life
brother.
stealer. Quinn is also gonna
GG.
fall. He's staying
Di
dead.
acak-acak udah sama
Double
BB
kill
ini.
for New.
Gimana cara burst
I think
BB?
this could
Iya,
be
anjir.
it, Kizu.
I mean, he's tanking the fountain for now. The Ratio, careful. They're being fountain farmed. Yeah, he got him.
Oh, no. All right, they're just really throwing it at them now. The taunts going out. That is
how
gonna
to
be
kill
official.
this guy,
GG,
man.
LGD.
Gara-gara
2-0.
Lotus,
Oh,
gara-gara
really
Lotus
glad
dia
because,
jadi
you know, we talked about this
maju
is
ke
one of the
Fountain.
more hype matches throughout
GG.
all the group stages. it
2-0,
feels like.
man.
Oh, man.
What a way to kick it off, but LGD, they are fighting strong early on.
Gokil.
Yeah, and they're just,
Too
they're not
strong,
just doing it
too
with,
strong,
like,
baby,
you know,
too
you go
strong,
into
my
this
friend.
tournament, this hero's overpowered, this hero's overpowered. Like, they picked Chen game 1. I think they're doing like some Phoenix, Bristleback type of thing in the second game
strong.
as well. And just, again, played really well. This team was not that high on people's radar. Like, I've heard people talk about it, like, oh, you know, LGD, they lost their best players, but they're showing up in this series big time. 2-0 against Gaiman in this fashion. Yeah, you better not disrespect them, whoever plays them next.
No, absolutely not. And you know, we talked about as an organization, at least they've been through
I
many
think
different
kita
rosters
bisa
over the years,
nonton
but
yang
this is an
Kalian mau nonton
organization
yang mana,
that has
guys?
high expectations, and they frankly usually do perform at every single TI.
Di
And this being the road to TI.
Liquid lawan
so maybe we
Azur
shouldn't
udah
be the most
lagi
surprised,
pick
but
ban
again, early
di
on,
drafting.
not to oversell everything here, but this is an impressive victory, certainly, because not only of who they beat, but the way they beat them. They just looked like the better team in both Game 1 and Game 2 here in this series.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just everything they're doing, and still, I think Gaiman looked a little like their mid game
Mungkin
is
kita
actually
pindah
pretty
ke
good.
ini.
Like the way they fight is like 3-4, like Quinn rallying the people around, the Aces lane.
Gas Liquid, yo. Liquid melawan timnya Somnus ya.
To come in and win this one. They just released that beautiful documentary about Boxy, little short one there. If you guys
Right.
want to watch it, very cool.
Liquid
They have
Liquid
Zai, who is
melawan
the highest
Azure.
earning player to never be in a TI Grand Final,
That's crazy.
as was posted, I believe, on Reddit recently, which is nice
Liquid.
research there. Redditors, well done.
Well done.
So it's all adding up here.
Well, and the interesting thing too that I think going into this one is going to be
Ayo Mamang
how
Mamang
well-
Kidal.
I mean, we talked
Apakah
about
kamu
Liquid,
bisa
how will
nge-carry
Azure
Mamang
make it?
Kidal?
Because this is a team that
Mamang Kidal
didn't
melawan
really exist at the
Somnus ya.
start of the year all that much, and now is coming together. They looked really good in the last tournament that they played. Were able to get pretty.
Apakah
freaking
Mamang
far,
Kidal bisa
took down
menang
Extreme
lawan Somnus
Gaming,
yang sudah lama tidak
in
main
the regional
di competitive
qualifiers
scene?
to get here in a best of 5. I think that this is a team that potentially could go quite far, but it's going to come down to this group stage, and they are in that very tough group with a lot of other top tier teams. And Liquid, after letting through the
Muerta,
Primal, are just going
Primal.
to pick Muerta.
Yes.
Ini dua hero yang
yes, the
selalu
big
ada ya.
one.
Primal
The
Muerta, Primal Muerta.
So she has been extremely popular in top tier pubs, one of the most picked and rather successful carries, and also seeing quite a bit of support play. So she is being known for being a little bit flexible in that regard. So we did see earlier one team has already
FY,
launched the
give
support Muerta.
FY
I won't, like,
Phoenix.
fully spoil it,
No,
just in
dia
case
yang
you wanna
nge-ban
know the results and
Phoenix-nya.
stuff, but that didn't go too well for them. So
Tidak.
we'll see if it goes a little bit better for Team
FY
Liquid here.
takut dengan Phoenix, Cok.
As this is probably going to be the off-lane Primal Beast. That seems to have been the most popular one lately. But of course, the mid is still viable. He has received some slight nerfs because of the changes to Blade Mail and the heart recipe increase. But the actual nerf to the hero, I don't think is super impactful because it just reduced the damage by like 1 or something. It was like 1 per level. So
Clockwork itu sekarang yang kayak
-4.
skill 3-nya itu yang bisa berkali-kali itu apaan sih? Academy apa share-nya? Kok bisa berkali-kali gitu? Apa emang auto spam atau karena apa? Soalnya kemarin lihat bisa pakai terus rasanya anjir. Atau low cooldown itu.
You know, I think it's pretty interesting. I always think about this I almost called them LGD team.
Academy berarti hitungannya nerf atau apa? Soalnya dulu kan yang sering dipakai itu kan karena hooknya cooldown, low cooldown. Terus berubah jadi kayak refresher.
Actually not that old. I mean by esports terms kind of, right? Like FY is 28. But Chalice,
terus kalau yang sempat ganti itu dia tuh kayak refresher, tapi nanti dia bisa ke stun ya. Habis durasinya habis.
Oh, I know.
You know, these are still young guns in a lot of ways.
It's crazy to think that.
Berarti sekarang jadi low cooldown lagi ya.
When he was 18.
Tapi ke semua skill gitu.
And he's just been gaming since then. I mean, certainly, you know, one of the players who a lot of people would love to see win TI, right? There's no doubt about that. He's been so close. 3rd, 2nd, 4th, 2nd. That hurts. That's a painful bout of TIs.
I remember so clearly being at TI8 watching the grand finals.
Iya, Cok, ini grand finalnya. Somnus Alice FY
or something, looking down at the game. And I remember the moment when I realized they're going to lose. They're going to lose this game. And obviously one of the thoughts that I had was, oh,
si
shout
kembang
out OG,
api ya.
awesome. But the other thought that I had was, oh my
Apakah
God,
kita
I feel
menonton
so
kembang
bad
api
for
lagi,
FY.
Yeah.
You know, like I think everybody collectively probably had that mixed emotions of like, you know, in any competition, win or loser, amazing for the winners, but oh man, and to have it happen over and over and over again, it would definitely be this is one of the teams that I think people are hoping to see.
Kita harus menonton kembang api dulu, guys.
But likewise, Liquid also a fan favorite, so this should be a good freaking game.
Oh my God.
Hero who's been relatively the bad run. This guy has not been seeing a lot of love lately, despite being an all-time hero in terms of professional Dota. He's seen a bit of a resurgence in the support role, like much earlier this year. That's fallen off a little bit though. But he is notorious for being a great hero. He's got a couple heroes he doesn't like seeing, and one of them is over there, and that's that vengeful spirit, of course. The swap, being able to take care of the lasso, has always been a bit of a thorn on his side, but it hasn't always fully stopped teams from picking the hero. It can just be at least one good save that you have versus that guaranteed grab.
Right. It's sort of I feel like now Batrider has definitely morphed into more of that like lane bully and trying to like, you know, play Boots of Travel, drums or something like that instead of like blink 4 staff, snatch somebody and pull them away.
Wah gila.
The Venge counter.
Itu dia langsung ngeblank banget tuh.
But
itu kesedihan. Kesedihan yang tidak bisa
dilupakan.
dilupakan anjir.
The other thing, we talked about this in the last draft, Nature's Prophet. Hero looks so good back. So annoying to play. Still pretty annoying.
Pemain udah bagus. Kita main udah bagus ke comeback gitu. Game 4 sama game 5 tuh udah menang sebenarnya awal. Udah kayak chance menangnya tuh udah 70% lah, udah bukan 50-50 lagi. Udah 70% gitu. Ke comeback gitu. Game 4 game 5. Early commitnya menang. Bahkan game 4 tuh late-nya menang gitu. Cuman blunder di late-nya.
She also doesn't get dumpstered too hard by a lot of matchups. And some of the heroes that she finds rather annoying are already removed from the pool just by nature of them being kind of good right now, in particular that Spirit Breaker. So that's a nice handy one. Going back those first bans as well, I think you can really see how much prioritization Azure are putting on this Primal Beast opener.
Oh,
and it's going to be something that a lot of teams are going to be looking back on because of when
I'm going through
heroes that are
pretty good versus
two of the ones that I want to go for are Shadow Demon because of the ability to just dispel your charge there, the onslaught. If you are being constantly disabled for any reason, you can't actually use onslaughts. That's really annoying. Shadow Demon tends to be an extremely good counter, and of course with the low cooldown save of disruption there too versus your ulti. It can be a little bit too much here. So they really wanted to play Primal Beast, is what I see.
Yeah, no, I agree. It feels like needing
Halo
to
Bang, halo
ensure
Mat
that
Raffi,
hero has a
welcome to the
good
stream.
start to this one. Liquid now having picked this Tide Hunter, revealing a lot of the different things that they're doing. But I also like Tide, given what Azure have. It's very like single target focused, right? Primal Beast, that one bang 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 spell. You got yourself the lasso coming out, and Nature's Prophet sort of likes to either come in at the end or like solo target one person to make him feel sad.
Oh,
And
agaknya
Tide
ya.
should always be able to get Ravage off at this.
Agaknya
Do you
Tide
think
ya,
it's worth
yang
it for
jangkar
Azure
ya?
to try and pick a Tide counter, or do you just try and like build the rest of your draft not thinking about it as much?
Oh, well, that's
Luna.
your answer. In terms of a like lane counter, they don't go for one of the more dominant ones, like this idea of like, oh, we have to commit for Ursa or Monkey or something, right? They go for a ranged hero who is a little bit harder to bully for Tide, but
Oh, shard ya.
at the same time, might not have the damage
Ursa
to
ya?
actually bully out
Eh,
this
apa
Tide
Luna ya?
Hunter. So this might
Luna
make
main aga kah?
Liquid want
Taruh
to
ke
keep the
primal.
Muerta as a one, just range versus range.
Luna
The
agak
jump
taruh ke
isn't
primal
too
menarik
crazy
sih.
for catching this Muerta right now, but it's really going to depend on this last pick from Azure. If they have like a little bit more catch and the ability to like close in on you, because I assume it's going to be mid hero last year from Azure, or they'll just do Primal Beast mid, one or the other. If I see more of that ability, like that's why they're banning out the Centaur War Runner, right? They really don't want these heroes that allow them to get on top of the Muerta, because that's going to take away their opportunity to keep her as a one.
I like that. I also feel like Azure could swap things around a lot. I mean, as much as
Berarti
I was talking
Furion Bet
about,
support ya?
Nature's Prophet being a position 4, they could also run an NP Luna lane. That sounds horrifying to play against for Tide Hunter in particular. That is going to be so much right-click damage coming in. And if they did that, you could potentially even like pick a mid here last if you wanted on Azure. Take Primal Beast as 4, run Bat Rider position 3.
Ban.
There's a lot of swap ups that we could still see.
Yeah, which of course is very important when you don't have the
Ban?
last overall pick.
Right.
Anti-mage?
Yeah, I guess they would have to probably reveal
I don't know,
what
anti-mage?
the hero is, but it could
Bisa
still
anti.
be a flex
Masuk
hero.
si anti-mage
Who knows?
menurutku.
There's a lot of mix-ups these days. You never know, honestly.
Dude.
Tapi
Don't I
anti-mage gak bisa ulti harusnya
Puck for
sih.
Azure.
Tapi maksudnya enak juga dia survive magic resistnya.
Yeah, slow down Queen of Pain, and then I think it sets you up
Oh.
better lane-wise.
Pixpan bagus sih di sini sih. Di Liquid sih.
Saying that we
Oh,
believe in
Pango.
the power of Muerta 4. I mean, it is set up from a Tide
Halo,
Hunter, which would
Rahim.
really
Halo,
give a
Mike. So
good
welcome
lane
to the
the
stream.
Muerta 4, so I can see why. That seems pretty solid to me. And they go for a hero who, yes, he's been nerfed again and again, but we've seen him in the first phase of bans earlier today in our
Or-
Entity series. So that's a pretty
Tiga
sweet grab
bagus.
late in this draft.
It's the better
That's-
puck.
It is the better puck,
Blood
truly.
Seeker buat ini juga Pango.
Wow. All right, I like the swap. Liquid, what's your answer to this now?
Blood Seeker?
They put Queen of Pain somewhere else?
No. Queen is definitely going mid. The real question is just
Pepper
what do you
X
want to do with
win
this
nih.
Muerta? 'Cause that is definitely
Gimana
some
bang? Halo
ability to
Shiroku,
crash
welcome to stream.
and
Iya.
fire into where
Pepper
this
X
Muerta
ya?
can be positioned. So if she wants to be positioned 1, that could be a bit frightening. You would have to pick a very beefy hero here in the position 4 role, I think. And then those beefy heroes don't necessarily
Blood
lane
Seeker
that well
bagus
with
ya,
Tide
sekalian
Hunter,
counter si
particularly
Pango.
into either a Bat Rider Luna or a Nature's Prophet Luna. Either of those two setups
BS
is gonna be a
versus
bad
Luna
time if you
masih
do a melee
oke
melee
sih
combo.
menurutku.
But I feel like you kind of need the
Masih
melee
bisa
melee
ngadu.
if you want to pick a different position 4. So I think this is Muerta 4, and we're going to get a different carry.
Okay.
Who that will be, I don't know.
Itu di ujung WK atau Necro Muerta.
I think that takes too long to
Oh,
come online.
Tusk?
Oh,
No.
they're doing the melee. Okay. Now that is pretty good with the
Oh.
Tusk.
Berarti
just because,
mid
he has
Tusk
the
ya?
snowball, so he's got some mobility.
Mid
They
Tusk.
swapped it though. So it's
Swap what?
Chalice Pango, and it's going to be Primal Beast, and then they're doing Tian Ming on the Bat Rider. That was not what I was
Nishanya
expecting.
masih tetap QOP ya.
I think that makes sense for sure. Because if it's melee, I'm definitely sending Bat.
Right.
Right? Like that's just disgusting. Like that's he has to be careful.
Kirain
not to
Nishanya
feed
mau
to
ambil
a
tas
snowball
tadi,
play
Kus.
if he gets a
Soalnya
little
tas
bit too
lawan
aggressive,
Pango
but
enak
I'm,
kan.
I'm pretty sure that sounds like a bad time there for
Kopnya
Liquid.
di
But
support.
they're confident heading into it. But yeah, offlane Pango,
Kop support
not
meh.
something we see too often
kurang.
anymore,
Huh.
and for good reason.
Yeah. No, for sure. I
Jadi
think
Liquid
it's,
meta apa nih?
I
Bagus
mean,
loh
it's
draftnya.
bold, and it's going to be scary, and I think the question mark for me is how much is Boxy going to be able to get done through this laning
Cop
stage?
versus ini ya
I think
berarti
Nisha
ya?
is going to be left on an island this entire game.
Cop versus
Like, he's not getting rune
si
support.
Godzilla ya?
They're going to be running
Cop taruh
between
mana
those two
support?
lanes,
Pos
I feel
4.
like, and trying to find kills. Because if things are
Cop 4
static, it
sering
feels like
dimainin
it's
kan?
probably
Cop
bad
4?
in those lanes, right?
Soalnya gue
Like,
juga sering mainin juga.
Zai, Boxy just sitting there getting hit by Batrider Luna, that doesn't feel good. But if they can like rotate
Cop tight,
between the two of them and
slow,
then set
slow,
up like 3v2
buat
or
early
something
lane.
and get kills, that maybe is better. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm really curious about this
Pernah
Pangolier. It's a
lihat
pretty cool
combat kah?
idea because like versus Queen of Pain in the mid, you don't really get to abuse any of your typical Pango things, right? Like the idea of trying to like jump
Terus
back
ntar
with
kejar Earn
Swashbuckle,
or
you're
Vessel.
still going to be eating daggers. You're not going to be able to punish her.
Langsung
In the
Vessel.
end, you're not going to win
Kan
that
mana
lane.
gitu,
Like,
kalau Cop
Pango can do
4 ya.
Pango things and get out of it and try and rotate and stuff. But with all the nerfs,
Udah jarang
just
lihat sekarang.
over time, those things have gotten harder and harder. But in this off-lane situation, I'd say Venge is a relatively weak 5 in the laning stage. She shines a little bit later with like the swaps, and with the wave of terror constantly throughout the entire game. So they're just hoping to get away with it in the off-lane based off of that.
No, that makes sense. Okay, I'm with you there.
During the load in there, I don't know if you noticed, it said Mickey's last game 12-1-5 and Muerta. I believe I actually watched that game when he was playing it because I wanted to see it was one of his pubs. I wanted to see like how he's been playing the Muerta and stuff. It was absolutely ridiculous. They had no cash get on top of him. He had fantastic positioning throughout the entire game, so he's definitely been practicing up his Muerta quite a bit. The main issue, of course, is he did lose.
Oh, Boxy is a nice play to get down to the low ground and then ends up getting pushed away and brought down. You know, it's interesting. I remember during Season 1 DPC, we did a lot of interviews with the players, and then they asked,
Bang Fedel,
Liquid,
saya ambil gelar
what is
ambil gelar
the,
tiket
the sort of sign that you know
stiker
you're
di
gonna
sini ya.
have a good
Oke,
game? How do you
Bang.
feel like
Apa
you're having a
distopia?
good start? And then Sania said, as long as Boxy and I don't feed first blood, we know it's going to be a good game. Unfortunately, that time, Boxy did get the first blood given over.
Oh, yes, and sorry, I actually have the wrong game. He went 15-4-19 on Muerta. That was the one I was watching. But then he lost. And so now he dominated the entire game on Muerta. But what happened was he got jumped like twice. And that was it. The game just ended. And that is kind of the life of Muerta. When you start watching this hero, you're seeing more and more people play it in these top-tier pubs.
Cop kan sekarang lebih
And if you
mainin ke
can get the
aganya kan.
positioning, it's basically a sniper, right? No surprise. Like, she's another person with a gun. It's kind of the same idea. So you have to be watching to see just how bumped and rolled she gets from this Chalice Pango. Nice fear into the Wave of Terror there.
Love to see it. You managed to get the last hit there with FY, though, on the Sprout.
Fokusku ke mid sih. Fokusku ke mid sih.
I think there's going to be
Lu
two
bisa
stages
emang player mid juga kan.
how this laning
Suka
goes.
tonton mid
And
juga
the first one's going to come in at, you know, this
Oh,
time
no.
period, but after 5 minutes,
Oh no.
when everybody starts getting the Luna or Blessing damage,
Kedorongnya
this
nyamping
bottom
nggak
lane,
bisa
I feel like,
jalan
is
ke
gonna be
tengah lagi.
pretty scary
Oh.
again down bottom.
Yeah, and the
Nice
rotations
deny.
from FY at that timing as well. Can get pretty good too. So pretty cool concept of those two on the same team. Just chucking out that damage. And then up top, the question of how annoying is this
Nah,
Batrider
carry
gonna be?
si
For now, no
Azur
stick
nih
on
yang
Zai,
tahu
there's a
nggak
stick
tahu.
on Boxy,
Low ini
but
siapa?
you don't really like go for like the
Mantan
mad
player
spam
siapa?
anymore that you
Ada yang
kind of
tahu nggak?
imagine on this Batrider. He just does a flame break to sort of stabilize for
Kalau ini
Lulu
kan
if you're just in
LGD
trouble,
yang
'cause
dulu gitu
early
kan
on,
si
nice bounce into the tower.
Tiga maklukin itu.
it went for the
Si
creep.
abang
Dude,
kembang
down
api.
Bottom two, they are just laying into Liquid here with FY. I mean, he's got a full magic wand in the circlet, and every time he steps forward, Insania just has to run. Holy moly.
Yeah, and they've been trying to de-ward that small camp down bottom as well, but FY just keeps body blocking it. He runs all the way away from the wave,
Tapi kalau-
body blocks, and they don't really have a great way to punish
Kalau
it.
kamu
One
siapa,
of the benefits
Kus?
of ranged carries typically
Yang
is that you can join in on
prediksi
these ganks
menang
while
TI
still
tahun ini.
farming, but they're not quite able to get that reach and catch him with the stun, because it's obviously a pretty short stun.
Kalau saya sih
Something
masih
often
tentu
that's
saya
scared
tetap
and-
mendukung tim China ya, tetap ya dari tahun ke tahun ya, tidak pernah tergoyahkan
Over in the
ya.
mid lane right now, Somnus is chasing up on Nisha and gonna force him back.
Spirit.
Sort of weird positioning
Back to back,
going on,
enggak back to
battling
back
it
ya
out
dia.
for these
Balik lagi ya
runes.
maksudnya. Kan kemarin
Somnus
10,
was able to
11
get
kalah.
the refill though. It
Nih,
looked like on
ini.
the water runs. That helped out a bit.
Spirit.
Good old onslaught. Gonna give you a hard time there. Tan Ming is getting so much value out of these flame
Tapi
breaks.
LGD agak lemah sih. Tapi tadi melihat game
Getting them
tadi
to
sih
double
bagus sih
over
game
and over
tadi.
again.
Kali aja kan
Now,
dia pengen
Mark
bikin
comes in,
PSG
Spec is
menyesal
gonna take
dengan
the lead
ininya ya.
here.
Dia
The
minggat
shakedown
dari
comes out,
sponsornya.
FY pulled back in. Will end up getting the kill
Beralih
onto
kan
Insania.
ke ini ya, ke
At
Quest
the
ya.
very least, the small camp spawns now.
Lo
so
dari
they should
Extreme
be able to get some
Gaming.
pulls when
Oh,
he comes
Extreme
back.
Gaming. I see.
That is true. Finally getting a win on that one.
Extreme Gaming
20
tuh
last
decent.
hits though,
Tapi
so
top tier lah hitungannya di
Really good
China-nya.
on top right now for Lu.
China region.
This Luna, obviously a hero who desperately needs these last hits, and Luna, interestingly enough, has a big
Gak terlalu
win rate
terkenal
advantage on
emang,
the
iya,
dire
iya.
side.
Tapi
She's
timnya
one of the
tahu,
biggest
Extreme Gaming.
differences when it comes to that right now, and that is most likely due to
You
the
know,
mighty
dulu
Mines on
sempat
top there. So
addicted.
giving you that HP buff. She's a hero who can farm
Masang
stacks
tim.
and farm larger groups of camps. but
Lumayan
she
loh,
doesn't have a great way
lumayan
for
loh buat beli
regenning
game
early.
ya.
This is not the
Buat
year
beli
of
BP,
buy
lumayan.
Morbid Mask is the second
Cuman
you
buat
can
beli
to go
BP
hit
kok.
jungle creeps. She loves just having those mines to rely on
Jadi
instead.
ngikutin tim-tim dikit.
It's super
Tapi
nice
nggak
that you
ngikutin
can get
player
away
ya,
with
timnya
that.
doang.
And it
Playstyle
feels
ya.
like that
Nggak
needs to
ngapalin
be
nama
in
player
the
ya.
thought process for Liquid, finding a way to shut down the
Lumayan
farming
buat
of Lul.
naik
Because
beli
again,
level
this
BP.
lineup, I think, from Azure Ray is very clearly really aggro
TP?
right now.
Oh.
You can see already with the rotation coming in for FY, he does get over
Oh.
to the creeps, but they're going to find him and pull Boxy in for the finish. FY
Rapi
picks up
sih.
the kill. I mean, this
Ya
is too
lawan.
easy, right? Like,
Yeah.
he already has an earn done now too. So earn charges online.
Yep.
They definitely knew this risk when they picked it. If anyone did watch the Boxy documentary that was just released, there was actually a specific part where they talked about last TI and playing Tusk. He played like 15 games of Tusk in a row or something. You know, at least that's what it felt like. It was just non-stop Tusk over and over and over again, and he was a little tired of it. So, starting this TI off the right way.
No.
FY going in far, trying to kill Mickey, and it looks like he's going to be punished. Gets brought down there.
Hampir.
So a nice
Mati lagi Boxy.
rotation coming in from the Boxy Tusk, able to get involved in a kill there.
Chalice just almost got bodied by Roche there. Barely snuck around him. And yeah, Boxy, of course, back up here with that potential backstab here as, unfortunately, he is holding the point on Zai, but I don't think you can gush for... I mean, they could go for it, but he actually doesn't have tag team yet, so probably not worth it.
Iya, nggak ada tag team, nggak ada
A little
gush.
bit too
Gimana
scary. Although
itunya?
now they're going to
Susah.
see Tianming
Kecuali
heading up
ada tag team sama
over
gush.
to the side, and will they go at that point?
Butuh satu aja.
They do have
Ooh,
some damage
sakit
out, and
banget.
Mickey, he just explodes. Yeah.
FY. I mean, he was kind of teasing mid as well, throwing the sprout near Nisha, but now he comes bottom, gets his 2 earn charges,
Iya,
6-minute
Furion
rune coming
tuh
up here
ngerinya ya
soon.
gitu ya. Mobile banget
Sonda's gonna
hero-nya.
try and fight for the bottom one versus Nisha. 3
Terus
points
sekarang
in the
bisa
dagger
nyumbang
and a
damage
tusk
dari skill
nearby.
satunya kan,
Does
ada
the
di
onslaught
PS.
for this one? Can he get it? No.
No.
Foxy will
Too
get
bad
the
sih buat
regen.
Somnus.
Somnus gets over to the far side
Ooh.
and TP's out. Nicely played there. I mean, the other thing to mention real quickly about that kill and Mickey.
Oh,
he might
Mickey
be going
mati
down
lagi
again.
nih.
Oh man,
Oh, that's bad.
it's also the
Oh,
bonus
no.
damage, right? Like,
True.
they have enough to get the kill. That's 2 times in a row Mickey going down. Nisha makes the rotation. Not enough mana for the Sonic Wave though, and now they
Oh,
turn.
no.
Trying to run at Nisha. FY still hoping to stand tall. How much damage do they have in the tank? Can they bring them all down? FY pops the stick, not enough. Chalice ends up getting the deny.
Chalice bisa
onto
tebel banget
FY,
sih dia.
though.
Oh,
And now
dengan skill 2.
Nisha gonna steal it away. Turn, hit, damage, dead.
Tebel banget tuh gara-gara skill 2-nya.
What a turnaround! Chalice the god, he can bounce
mati
off
dah.
that. You're in the new main train, the
GG.
zone. From
Gila.
0 to hero, Chalice does it again.
Skill 2-nya bikin tebel kan,
Drowns him in the
gara-gara
lotus
kena
pool. It's
kena
supposed to be a
hero
place
banyak
of
tuh 3.
safety. Rejuvenation.
Oh,
Oh
and FY
my
still
god, Boxy mati lagi.
And
Di
Boxy
tim.
at least got the wisdom rune, but they are really starting to turn it up here on the side of Azure Ray.
Oh
And with the
no,
rotation
Tide juga
to top
mati.
side,
Ah,
Zai is
this is
also in
bad
trouble.
for Liquid.
They chase, they hunt, they
GG.
find the kill.
Early game-nya udah buruk banget, udah diobrak-abrik ini anjir.
So that, who got all that XP? Did they split the XP?
Udah
on that
kacau banget
kill
nih
like
Liquid
crazy?
early-nya.
Because
Maybe.
FY, now he's 5 1/4. Okay. Oh no, he did get all the XP. Okay, there we go. Not bad, not bad. God, it feels like it should get a little bit more than that. I guess it's just
Look
support
at
on support,
that.
so it's a little bit weak.
Net
this
worth
early.
Luna 4k anjir.
We gotta pump those
Dia
numbers
bikin
up, you know?
tilt.
True.
Lunanya
A little bit more
4K
XP for these
anjir.
kills. We're working hard for the kills.
The other thing
Beda
I'm
1K
noticing right
dari
now, Azure, this is going to be 3
semuanya
stacks
banyak.
now
Oh,
on Ancient
belum
and Hard
stack ya.
Camp. And
Luna cepet lagi ambil stack.
already off to a hot start, has a Morbid map done,
Iya.
and starting to get into the
Bentar lagi
Mask of
tinggal
Madness.
ambil stack.
This is going to be a really farmed Luna.
Oh.
Doesn't even need the
Paling
money
next
mines.
levelnya dia ambil skill 2 lagi.
Down
Oh,
bottom.
Mike mati lagi.
On to Mickey.
No.
Again, in trouble.
Oh.
Rolling. Wait, what?
Oh, terblock.
shard.
Oh
Great
no, I
placement.
shard.
He's gonna still end up in some trouble here. Chalice trying to find the finish. He misses.
No.
Oh, he didn't hit Mickey. Oh no.
Oh,
From
nice.
0 to 0, but it doesn't matter because FY gets the double, gets the triple.
Triple
8
FY.
minutes in, FY is 8-2-2.
And
What
Luke
a
just comes down
god.
here. He just takes the goal. He just takes the creeps. He's gonna come and take the tower.
Support 82.
He's gonna meteor hammer their tower, but it doesn't feel that great.
Support 82 dalam 8 menit.
the hell is
Oh my
FY
god,
on?
EY.
He's
Maaf
insane.
ya.
He's
Udah
8
gua
of the
hina
12 kills
EY
right
tadi.
now. This
Udah
is
gua
an
ejek.
incredible nature's
Ngamuk
prophet.
deh, kayaknya denger
And
tadi
now
dia
he has
live stream
ulti
ini.
too, so
Kus
he's gonna be waiting for more. He doesn't even want to go home. He's healing
the
himself
replay.
up.
kayak denger dia tadi Kus.
Chalice
Dia
able to
nontonin
stay
stream ini
just
Kus.
out of
Habis
there.
ngeledekin
It
kembang
looked like
api
it was
Kus.
gonna be good. The shards
Marah
block
dia.
off, but in the end, the snowball couldn't keep him out of it long enough.
And that was I believe, a
82,
self-shard from
coba.
Boxy to push himself out of the spread anyway, right?
4 core ya. Iya.
And then
All
ends
core
up
sih
trapping
actually.
the Pango and
Bat Rider
still
juga
can't win
kan
that fight. So yeah, it's certainly a bit painful there.
parah banget.
They're in need of Nisha right now.
Bisa dijadiin
Got to
support.
get some plays of this Queen of Pain. Try and use the Sonic
Aja.
Wave for a good pickup,
Betulan.
but it's hard. He just tumblers in.
Okay, and then the turn, Boxy heads
Oh.
up to get him into position, takes down Tianming Somnus,
Oh.
gets the return play, and then
No, sayang
Ryzen
banget.
not able to do enough with that Eclipse. So
Eclipse-nya
really good
sia-sia
when
sih.
all things considered for Liquid there. Able to break up the fight mid and keep that Quap alive.
Oh.
There's so many carry players who just saw that. That's why I don't level Eclipse and Lucent Beam. I'm sorry. I'm just Moonglaze and Lunar Blessing, guys. Like,
Iya.
know,
Mending
if the
diambil
pros can't
dia
hit this
diambil
spell,
Moonglaze
I'm
lagi
just gonna
tadi.
go hit creeps.
There.
Oh.
Up top, Zai looks to be in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh wow.
As he will ravage for that. Tumbler's toy in a second.
Ton.
2,
Gigit.
1.
Bukan gigit apa namanya? Digup.
More than enough for the finish.
Bit of a greedy one. Maybe just felt
Ah,
like he
udah.
didn't,
Ini
any
mentalnya
opportunities in the
kena
near
sih.
future with it either way.
Udah
But that's a 6K lead at 10.5 minutes right now, folks.
abrik banget anjir. Mana Luna lagi? Early hero.
They're just running down these lanes. Like, who needs to farm? Like, you've got 4 points in Lunar Blessing. If you
Yeah.
stick a bunch of heroes together in the lane, they're going to demolish these towers.
If it's daytime, yeah, we just hang
Dipeluk
out. Nighttime,
primal, iya.
normal, it's fine if it's daytime. We'll just have a
Mending ya
little
dipeluk
party,
Ayang ya Kus ya.
take it down,
Ayang WM ya.
go take some ancients too. Why not? That's the duelist glove too.
Yeah, dude, they're building up ancient stacks and then playing together in the day around Luna, and then she's probably going to finish them off at night while the rest of the team runs around.
Oh wow! So he got the Lance of Pursuit on the Pango too. Incredible item on Pango, obviously, because it gives you the bonus damage if you hit them in the back. Now, will Luna get the
udah
aggro,
Difu.
the Sacred Axe,
Halus
Oh,
udah
right.
Difu.
Okay, I see what you're talking
the
about.
Vindicator's Axe?
Yeah,
sorry.
Vindicators.
Yeah, with the Mask of Madness. That's always a gross combo as well. We gotta wait till tier 3 for that one. I don't know if this game's gonna last this long at this rate.
Oh,
They
muertanya.
still have
Muertanya.
incredible amounts of damage
4.400.
coming out from Muerta. If she can just
Miskin
feel
banget.
free to sort of hit in the later stages.
Ketimbang
Trying to get towards this
3
maelstrom
hero
here.
air.
You also obviously have yet to get the level 6s online for both Boxy and Insania.
Damn, bro.
which
Look at the net
definitely
worth.
hurts. This is one of those games
Beda
where it
6K.
feels like they're going to need
Belum ambil
to
stakan ancient loh.
outplay Azure over the next couple of minutes to try and pull this back towards even.
They most certainly are. I mean, I'm not the biggest
Oh.
believer in Luna, but I am when she has this much of a lead.
Yeah. Chalice down bottom. You can see he is very comfortable spreading out across the map, farming this up. Look towards the top side. Boxy is going to be found again. Tianming is there. Can't get pushed down
Oh,
to the low
Boxy
ground.
mati lagi,
But that boy
tidak.
peeking in. They will eventually... Ooh, deny? Can't do it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A nice try there.
Boxy mati mulu anjir.
And you know that this
Udah nyumbang
Diffusal
berapa,
broken on
Cok?
Pango when you're still getting on this off lane Pango. It's just too good, right? Like then he's gonna go back for more of this like team oriented item in potential Greaves later after this mech. But Diffusal is just way too strong, too annoying. I mean, you're supporting the team by just burning the resources of your opponents, but Mickey gonna try and burn him up there. Got the lightning, trying to greatly improve the efficiency of both the
susah
farming
sih.
as well as the fighting.
Nishanya juga nggak ada
If they can
apa-apa
find one
juga.
that suits their needs, because right now these fights are looking tough.
Oh yeah. Grouping together now for Azure though, trying to shut down the window where he can do that in by pressuring these towers, and does look like they will manage to take the tier 1, force Nisha to blink away. I will say, seen a pretty nice stack that's just been waiting here this entire time for Luna to go hit into, but have not been interested in playing on that side of the map with her. Just continuing to farm out, and right now is going to go and probably push the Tidehunter a little bit back. I mean, he's got to be careful with that play able to TP in. This could very easily be another
ulti,
kill
bro.
here on Desai as they manage to break the pulverize.
No,
with the
ada
cracking
creep
shell,
lagi.
popping Eclipse.
No.
Not really getting the most out of this. Zai keeping him back. Nisha gets the kill on Xiao
Oh,
Ming in the meantime. They will finally bring down Zai.
Meskipun sebenarnya Eclipse yang nggak dibutuhin ya. Impactnya kayak nggak ada.
Which can actually get this kill here. He's looking pretty vulnerable down here. He has Atos. He's making a quick play with it.
Oh,
That's
nicely
why
played
you're
by
dead.
Mickey. And Sprout
Atos?
back up again in a
Atos?
second. Sprouting one, trying to
Oh.
walk away. Atos, but the snowball is there. And they
Oh,
will
ada snowball,
find
sadly.
a much needed kill taking down
Kalau nggak ada
F5.
boxy hidup ya.
Yeah, that streak goes to
Boxinya datang dari mana tadi?
ran away. I kind of wish they just put it on Mickey.
Dari teleport
the
ya
streak
kayaknya.
would really put him back into the game, but he wanted to just go back to the wave instead and hand over to Boxy. So Boxy gets really close to the blink dagger. Maybe that's the idea they wanted, because that's a ton
Oh,
of gold.
stackannya diambil sama si Primal ya.
It's really gonna increase his value. I was curious about
Pecah
Psalm.
streak.
So this is the most basic build that we're seeing a lot, is the blade mail directly into the heart for the Primal Beast. Sometimes you'll see a blink in between though, but they're so far up right now, and Luna's gonna have a lot of space to farm on the map right now. Don't think they really need the initiation of his blink at the
Sekarang
moment,
dilihat-lihat
so he's going for the
Taras
big
itu
one.
kayak banyak yang langsung itu ya. Langsung naik
hard to
network
kill with that
Merta, iya.
I mean, yeah, that is definitely.
Sekarang banyak
going
yang
to
sering
be,
kayak abis
huge
satu
amount.
item
And I
langsung
mean, the other thing is just in
Taras ya.
general, blade mail
Contohnya
against
kayak
Merta
ini
is amazing,
barusan
right?
BM langsung Taras.
She will
And
kill
then
herself
tadi
on
Senta
that blade
Vanguard
mail, and
langsung Taras.
more time to do it by just having the heart
Lalu
ready to
sebelumnya
go.
kayaknya nggak begitu langsung force Taras tuh.
As Azure looking to continue assert dominance, 7k gold lead. They do have the Blink Dagger now done on Zai. So with Blink Dagger, Meteor Hammer, if they can get into position to take a good fight, Mickey could maybe blow them all up in the duration of a Ravage, but oh, it's hard, and now they're gonna move right in. They're
Si
trying to take this
siapa
fight before
namanya?
he can even get here.
Si
Mickey
Lunanya
hiding?
nggak
Oh,
main.
he could find him. Oh no! Mickey pops ulti though. The turnaround. Somna shows up, finds them with the pulverize. Mickey still trying to stay alive, back away. There's
Si
no way
Lunanya
out.
nggak main,
Can't do it.
nggak main apa namanya lens ya. Harus lagi bagus sekarang di
I don't
offline,
know.
lebih
I feel
ke
like when
ini
they saw how many heroes were gonna be like
Aster
jumping
hero
right
lah
on
ya
top of them, when that
hitungannya.
Pango comes out, I can't say I want to see a carry Morita. They certainly had the confidence that they could make the space with the Tidehunter and the Tusk, but they're so far behind.
Tapi
Those kind
kayaknya
of fights just
tetap
aren't
sih
happening,
Tide kurang
unfortunately.
cocok sih force
This is
Taras
interesting though.
buat Tide
They're
ya,
moving
khusus
in with
Tide.
Boxy and Nisha
Gue lebih
now.
setuju Tide-nya
Wanna
spend
find a
money-nya tuh
jump.
di
Getting him on the oh, the Manta gets into the high
aura-aura
ground, but the
kayak
Ravage is there.
Mekans,
Sonic Wave, no!
nanti
He went on
dijadiin
the illusion.
sepatu.
Doesn't matter. Meteor Hammer should be enough for the finish. Chalice still nearby. They all
mati,
have
mati
FY
earn,
who's
mati earn.
sneaking out. Decides he does not want to be here. FY shows up, gets the kill on Denisha. Oh, really heads up play there to TP in for that one. Insania swap, trying to keep Mickey alive.
Oh,
tries
Mickey,
to back
Mickey,
out.
Mickey, you
Does have
die.
another dead shot in a second, and that will keep away Chalice.
Yeah.
But the big problem is going to be Somnus, Meteor Hammer. Well, it's not really feeling like enough. They take down the Luna, but it costs them 3 lives.
FY is owning,
Ketimbang
dude.
Taras spend di Aga juga
I thought
bagus
he was
sih.
rocking
Siapa
it away.
namanya?
He was going in.
No, he just killed
Eh.
Nisha. Oh, man.
Iya si
He's got so much
Tide
XP for that
ketimbang
kill.
spend di Taras ya.
He's level
4K
11 and a
kan,
half right now. He's catching up to Luna. Oh, wait, there's more. They caught
Dude,
Nisha.
oh my god.
Oh,
they're gonna
oh,
get
oh,
him
Nisha
again.
dapat
They're gonna
lagi.
get him again.
Baru mati.
To
Baru
clear
hidup,
the
baru hidup,
middle's
mati
the
lagi.
replay. Yeah.
Damn,
Down
bro.
bottom, he is dead again.
Radiant's bottom
And look at that. There's that TP, and he was getting pretty low.
Apakah
to
ini
the
akan menjadi
herd,
tahun
and then
China
boom,
lagi?
bleh, sprouts him.
Man. Trees.
Ini yang ku
uprooting
nanti-nanti,
him
bro.
in the
Dulu kan
life
selang-seling
away.
ya?
Yeah, I mean,
Barat
what
Cina,
more can
Barat
you say?
Cina.
They are, as your Ray came to play, they are looking so good.
But you've been leashed. Okay, so Tidehunter versus Pango. This is one downside, right? The new dead in the water. This
Okay.
leash
Damn,
is kinda
diobrak-abrik,
crazy.
cok.
Oh,
Basically,
Nisha.
Di group stage ini,
I mean, dia
China
boleh
is too strong, man.
Fair enough.
yeah, no matter what
Tim
you do,
Cina
this
cuma
thing
dua
is
ya?
not coming off. You got to attack off this this anchor. It's a very funny spell.
Azure,
So,
LGD.
hopefully
Ada
that'll
lagi
give them
kah?
some chances to lock down this Pangolier and maybe even Somnus as well in the Primal Beast, of course.
Oh, Nisha.
Begitu
Just
merhatiin
gotta run.
soalnya. Coba. Lihat
Curse
track.
of the old growth couldn't quite find him
Lihat
there.
list.
That's something else to consider now too.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's good to be able to find, and yeah, they do leash up the Bat Rider here. This is at least where you need to start if you're Liquid. And to be honest, that type of a play right there is what you need. Can they buy enough
Tim
time
Cina
for Mickey
tuh
to really
ada-
come online though? He needs to get into this BKB, and I just don't know if Azure are going to give him that time.
Oh, masih ada
Interesting
Aster.
about the
Aster.
start on time too
Nggak
versus,
ada Aster.
Pango specifically. is
Udah
that
ya,
if
cuman
you
dua
catch
itu
him
doang.
off guard and you get that blink, ravage, and you just anchor him, he's probably dead. I mean, to be fair, he does have like some greaves and stuff, so maybe he can survive a little bit. But if the team is focusing, it's a great way to take away Chalice. And I do think he's been a pretty major thorn in the side of this team, particularly for Mickey, right? Because he's the one who can really get that good vision on Mickey.
Itu Nisha gak ada apa-apa anjir. Kasian banget.
It's a good swap. Insania there for the save. That's what they need to have happen. I mean, here's the thing, right? I'm looking at this game, and it obviously looks devastating as, well, Mickey is going to get caught again and most likely brought down. Yeah, he's gone.
No.
As bad as this type of thing looks, it doesn't feel as bad as that Entity EG game we saw earlier. I
Nah,
still
Kalis
see ways
bagus
that
tuh.
Liquid
Dia
can
langsung
pull this
jadiin
back.
si
It's just a very hard
Guardian
way to go.
Grave.
If they can, like,
Bagus
get
ya
to
Guardian
the
Grave.
other side
Auranya.
of this Luna
Auranya
timing when
bagus.
she has Aegis,
Skillnya
there's
juga.
maybe a chance, but this timing is going to be hard to beat.
I think, I don't know, I think this might look worse. Like, the high ground looks so easy for them in comparison. I guess if they get caught out, it could be a problem, but 9-second BKB, this nice fresh Aegis at 20 minutes, maybe a Tormentor.
Keinget
from
banget
perhaps
Gear
your
dulu
opponent's
Pango
Tormentor,
pas
that
baru
might be something
rilis.
that Liquid could consider
Itu hero
trying to
nggak
go
jelas
for right
anjir.
now.
Right. No, I
Bisa
guess to me, I
silence,
think
Cok.
that like high ground feels easier for Azure Ray to do in this game, but if
Dan
there
bisa
is a
kayak
mistake
infinite,
that
anjir.
happens, I at least see a way that Liquid wins.
Bisa infinite
whereas
anjir.
I didn't see
Liquid
that
sama
at
siapa
all
ini?
for
Halo ini, welcome to stream. Melawan Azure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true.
The problem is that the high ground is going to be scary as hell with this Luna coming in with Aegis. What the hell are you
Azure.
going to do, Liquid?
They're thinking about it. They got to take this Tormentor because they're going to lose it. They know it.
Yeah,
All right, very nicely done. And it goes to Insania.
that's pretty good.
Tahu gak
That's
Kus?
an
Pas
important one. Oh,
Pango awal keluar itu rusak banget, Cok.
Blinking
Itu
forward.
stakan
Sir?
kayak yang disarm ini bisa nge-stack
Oh,
sampai
God.
5
Oh, he's in a scary
lebih lah.
spot. TPing away to find him.
Jadi kalau skill 1 tuh bisa langsung berderet di atas karakternya, di atas hero-nya bisa sampai 5, 6 gitu anjir. Kayak ngeproc semua dan dia tuh either disarm atau silence sama kayak MK. Iya, tahu. Tapi ini kacau, Cok. Silence-nya bisa infinite kurang lebih, Cok. Rosan bisa nggak nyerang sama sekali, Cok.
208 pounds of muscle.
Disarm-nya gila itu.
Right now. That's his HP.
He's a big boy.
Oh, it's big and beefy.
MK
He's
juga
like a
sih.
Starling steak. He's a good cut of meat. Definitely the most
Sterling
delicious
steak?
hero to eat. I don't know. Just thinking of, I'm just saying words I've seen on steak packages.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Let's
He's a
go
Kobe
Azure,
beef
let's
of a
go
carry.
Azure.
Oh, that's the one. I feel like he's more of an Angus.
He's angry. He's an angry
He's a-
Angus.
He's a round butt of meat.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Radiant's top
Uh-oh. Do they find Mickey? Again. They get him again. Dude, this guy, he can't catch a
Mati
break.
lagi.
That shot's
Oh,
not
nggak ada
gonna be
lasso ya?
there. He's just gonna be caught, and FY way too strong, doing more damage than him at this point in the
Anjir.
game.
I mean, dude,
FY almost
FY,
wants an axe.
bro.
he's level 15 and almost a half. Mickey's not
Broken
level
hero.
14.
Dude, look at the net worth.
Lihat Ina.
Like,
Support
killnya
killnya 12, anjir. Support di menit 23 kill 12. Udah gila ini game.
Have a swap if they need it, but they won't need it for now.
FY kill 12 Will, anjir.
God. FY
Orang
Nature's
gila.
Prophet, huh?
Yeah, that's a pretty easy pick for me for my MVP. Like, he just made this game free. Like, he took away the hopes and dreams of Liquid with how aggressive he was
Udah
early.
ada
I mean, the
Grave
whole team
kan,
obviously
tim
playing
jadi
around
lebih
it there
tebel
too,
juga
but
dari
he was definitely
ininya.
the keystone
Auranya.
piece of what really cemented their wins in those lanes. And very quickly took over this entire map and took it away from Liquid.
Terus primalnya udah taras gitu, nggak ada yang counter tarasnya. Kepecahin regen tarasnya. No, dia pipe.
They finish off Nietzsche's Aghanim Scepter, and now hunting.
Oh.
Not quite breaking the smoke. He is playing in a really safe position there.
Yeah, and he has the Aghanim
Oh.
for this next fight.
Kalis mati kayaknya. Kalis mati kayaknya.
Mickey is over by him. They're instead trying to find
Oh.
the other side. They're going all the way in up on high ground. So the fight is going on mid where they managed to pick off Tianming, but their base. Zai dropping the meteor hammer in their face. Nisha throws out a dagger, trying to get a little ways
Blink,
away.
Ravage, blink, Ravage.
This is another set of racks that's gonna go down. Yeah.
Doesn't care.
You can't do anything to this guy right now. Shards
No.
are there. Jump in. Connection. Can they swap him out? Can they keep him alive? Sonic Wave. Snowball out. Mickey does not want to buy back. The Eclipse is going to be
Nggak bisa
there.
main
Insane
sih.
is about to fall.
Ravage aja ada, nggak bisa dipakai-pakai anjir.
Finally throw that Ravage. The daggers do
No.
some good damage. Oh my god, the
No.
daggers. The daggers destroyed.
Anjir.
The wall goes down. This is still a full
Dan
set
dia
of
nggak
racks
se-excited
dead, but they
dulu.
do a
Ya nggak,
lot.
masih sama sih
They
excited
have
sih.
Mickey back up. Buyback comes now from the Venge. They
Tapi
find themselves another
lebih
kill
kadang
in the
lebih
box.
ke
Even
ini,
the
kadang
rook
nggak
from the
tahu
Aghanim Scepter
update-nya.
on
Belum
NP.
baca
Make
semuanya
sure
dan
that
kalau
everybody
baca
else can
kan
get
yang
out.
terakhir ya. Kadang
There's a
udah
lot of
kegantinya
damage
lama
from
banget.
Nisha, but in the end,
Tianming?
you just
Wike
can't do
gak main,
anything to
iya
solve
anjir.
this.
What a blink.
Wike
Almost
nggak
got
main,
grabbed by
boxing
that.
nggak main. Semua
Yeah,
nggak
that
main
damage
anjir.
was insane.
Semua nggak main anjir.
Queen of Pain. Little bit ridiculous there. So great use of the Aghanims.
Tapi bosennya di sini dari tadi picknya ini terus,
But
Cok.
yeah, they
Ada
lost
si
the racks
Godzilla,
and Somnus and Lewis
ada-
in your base.
Ada si Fenge,
It's too much right here.
terus ada si
doing what
Bru.
they can. Isha trying to hold on for all his worth, but
Begitu terus anjir.
yeah, I mean this is the last
Emang
set of
meta
racks.
sih tapi
It does look like Azure are gonna respect that and not try and go for the all-out mega creep play yet. But again, this is set up for, you know, next stages.
meledaknya buat
It's
nyuri farmingnya anjir.
not before then.
Bayangin tadi dia drop item gara-gara ngambek, farmingnya diambil sama QOP terus di net
That's a
item
tough first
anjir.
game in this
Itu
series, I
bakal
gotta say.
Oh yeah.
bakal masuk sejarah
Especially with
TI
the graphic
anjir
style
dia.
that they went for Azure.
Oh.
Like they got countered
Ada
pretty
break.
hard.
Udah Silver
God,
Edge.
he didn't even get to get anything off.
Silver Edge kah?
Dagger goes out, boxing,
Pangonya.
snowball onto a creep. Chalice still chasing. He's in far. Nikkei's
Oh,
there.
nggak mungkin
Sonic
break dari
wave
mana lagi kan?
control. Chalice down low. Can they swap him?
Dia break dari
No.
apa?
Can't quite get there. Swap in instead to keep Nisha alive. That's gonna mean Insania is dead. That's a dieback.
Break dari apa tadi?
Still just stepping
Luna
forward as
Silver.
little eyes on
Tapi
the
Lunanya tadi
prize.
nggak bareng
He's gonna
mereka.
hit the last set of racks. GG is called. Azure Ray looking pretty freaking good in their opener.
Yeah.
Iya kah?
Insane teamwork
That's gonna mean Insania is dead.
in this series. Hey,
Ya nggak bisa di rewind. Nggak bisa.
Wave control.
drafting style that they went
Oh
for.
iya
for
Luna
Azure.
ya, Luna hit dulu ya, ada Luna ketutupan.
They just ran them over.
Di depan badan
between
Mad
the
Rider
win
nggak
gate
lihat tuh.
usage and the Nature's Prophet TPs, it felt like they were over.
Kirain
the
kan
entire
yang
map.
nge-break tadi
The
si
mid lane
ini
was a
kan.
bit of a desert.
Si
They're just
Pango.
chilling. Queen versus
Level
Primal
Pango.
Beast. Beast able to make some quicker
Yang
rotations
satu.
with the ability of the
Let's go.
onslaught. Tends to just kind of like
Azure.
run over into this giant charge. Whereas Queen of Pain
Azure
might not have
Ray.
the levels on the blink early enough to make the
Coba
same
lihat
kind of plays,
mainnya.
and they took advantage of that. But again, just FY,
tadi.
like,
I,
come on.
he did the second most damage on their entire team
Siapa yang masih main?
on FY.
Oh, udah
I
ganti
think
kan,
that there needs to be some
Apa nih,
serious
RTZ mana nih?
looking
Aku pengen
at
menonton
Nature's
RTZ
Prophet
ya,
Luna in
teman-teman.
general. Obviously, FY played amazing. You can see right here this show up at the end and getting the triple kill.
RTZ.
You know, soaking up a lot
RTZ.
of the damage to make sure here also.
Let's
that
go,
Xiaoming
RTZ
doesn't
lagi
go
drafting,
down or,
guys.
that Chalice doesn't
Kita
go
nonton
down
ini dulu.
towards the end. Look at how
Kita nonton
close
landing
Xiaoming is.
RTZ di awal. Talon Tundra udah beres kayaknya deh. Gak nemu barusan. Nemunya Biskos. Bentar guys.
Game one,
Let's
entering
go,
the
farming
international,
simulator
where it's
gaming.
like, let's just take away volatility as we enter the game. Let's just make sure.
But yeah, like defensive, initiation, magic damage, physical damage, save. Everything's there. Everything's there, Tika. Meanwhile, on the side of Thunder, they're not bothering. They've made their own boxes.
Oh,
they're
belum deh.
out of the charts. They're doing their own thing.
Ini Spirit
I
ya,
respect it a
Spirit
lot. Is it gonna
SMG
work?
ya.
I don't know.
Enggak.
Let's find out. Game number 1 starting right here, right now. Shopify, their first game off the group stages of the International. We're excited to watch them play. Meanwhile, Thunder, I'm excited to continue learning. It feels like they've taken that draft from game number 2 and said, all right, we almost got it. We
RTZ
almost
jago
figured it out. Let's keep
jadi
going.
farmer ya.
Let's work on that."
Dia punya
So,
kebun segede
again,
gaban ya
they've,
di rumahnya ya.
They've isolated what they want to do already, and they're going to try and push that a little further. Let's see how it works out for them.
Yeah, I think for Thunder Awaken this time around, it
Oke,
is
aku
gonna
mau
be
isi air
Edge
dulu.
on the Spirit
FK
Breaker.
bentar.
How quickly can he get to the sweet spot on the hero? The phase boots, the Yashakaya, the Aghanim's ripping through the map, killing all the heroes, and then it's wait, how do we kill the Bristleback with the save of the SD plus the Dazzle? Positioning and aggression is key to Thunder Awaken if they are to get themselves in this game.
Yeah.
And right now, both teams posturing, looking to go for the runes. Nothing too crazy. Should just be a 2-for-2 split.
Yeah, and a lot of things
Oh,
I said
take it
about
back.
Shopify Rebellion. Oh, T-Gov. Unlucky.
Oh, into instant
Yoink.
D-ward. Oh, damn. Oof, what a start. Earlier,
Yeah, Knight's balling. He's loving life. What a gamer. That's a hell of a start. So, yeah, a lot of the things I was saying about Shopify definitely apply to Thunder as well, but just not quite in the same way. It's not as clean, you know?
It isn't.
Like, swap versus disruption is kind of like, I'd much rather have swap.
Yeah, that's true.
Magic damage, you know, like Spirit Breaker magic damage versus Lena magic is like,
But you do have disruption against Luna, so then you're able to take the copies of the Luna, force her itemization to maybe be a little bit different. She won't rush towards Butterfly, potentially. Skadi, of course, is very good in this game. But yeah, it's... Again, a lot of questions that Shopify will need to answer, but fundamentally just team play is going to be the solution. When do they group up? How do they go for their first Roshan? And Arbed, he is going to be the biggest playmaker of the team. I hope to see the magic build with the Blink Dagger, Aether Lens, and just non-stop be like, hey, you showed for a second? No more disruption. SD's there. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of interesting how this mid lane goes as well. I know that Dazzle is kind of hard to lose lanes with, but then Lena has always been just the number one, the day one of owning lanes. So
It is a classic for sure.
I want to win lane. I pick Lena. I use Dragon Slave. La 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 la. No brain.
Nice one. Saturn did.
It's an easy life.
He started with a couple extra denies, using the Shadow Wave to just manipulate the HP, getting that extra denial too. But yeah, I'd be surprised if we see any kills here. It would take like some egregious aggressive positioning for either the mid laners to go down and Blade Blight getting pretty low top. I mean, Shopify they started
He's
this.
not super healthy. Wow, coming back in though. That's brave, but
I mean, if you saw the start of the lane, Saberlight was already like right in the face. He's like getting the extra deny, had a slight CS advantage, and at any minute in this lane, I think either side could go down, right? You've got double-edged spam into magic missile spam. On the other side, you've got quills into ink swirls and stroke of fates. It's a very explosive lane from both of these teams, and if you're Shopify, you don't want to be giving away the kills. Like, as soon as you give Bristle any early lead, it will just accelerate their ability to group up whilst Luna's still catching up her farm, or not catching up, but just farming her key 2 or 3 items that she needs to then try and break the game. Yeah, not being too aggressive here. Just trading the farm.
It's something which we've seen though, like, oh, bottom, hello, she's getting kind of low here, but yeah, in comes the Phoenix once again. Actually, it might be Yellow, she's in some trouble. We've got a lot of Lucent Beam available, but he's not quite low enough to finish the job. And now Knight's going to come in from the side, but doesn't quite have the mana for disruption. Does now get the mana, but going to go for the Shadow Poisons instead. Wants to try and bring down RTZ, but that ain't going to happen, Chief.
So much resources used on both sides, but yeah. Lotus going the way of Shopify, so a little bit more regen for Arteezy. They do need to be bringing out some couriers, though, I feel. Like, I'm not seeing Phoenix or Luna bringing out any regen. Okay, now some tangos are coming out. Dicing with death.
Little awkward Inkswell on the top lane. Just trying to save him, I think. Kind of defensive Inkswell, I suppose. As they just continue putting the pressure onto the Bristle, but he's still doing fine. Leading CS, actually, so not bothered at all. That's the thing, like, Shopify, I think they've kind of fallen out of this recently, but something they really used to love doing was giving Saberlight last pick, making sure they always gave him a nice lane so the crit could go and do all the stuff on the map. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case this game, though.
Well, I think that...
not completely free.
I feel like Saberlight... Ooh, please hold.
Poison, it won't be enough. The wonder's there from Arteezy, and that's actually going to be Arteezy getting first blood as well. And now Fly swooping in, looking for more. Illich being chasing down. One more right click will be needed, not going to be used, as there will still a stick available as well. So the Spirit Breaker will survive, but still big win in the bottom lane.
And the value is a stick, right? One lane has a little bit more spam, and in doing so, they can make that turnaround play. Tango's now finally come out for Shopify as well. Nice little early kill there.
Absolutely. And this is so nice for Luna as well. Like, it's very... It's quite unusual to be getting kills in this hero in lane. You usually just go for this passive build, which Arteezy is doing at the moment. Lucent Beam into 2 points in Luna Blessing, not leveling the beam really. Just going for the passive. So if you couldn't get yourself a kill on top of that, then you just go into the jungle, like, so strong.
It helps, though, that they're laning into one poison. It helps them lane into, like, a Shadow Demon, right? If this was, like, a Willow or a Mirana or anything else that could combo with aggression with the Spirit Breaker, there's no way Arteezy's sitting here on 200 HP, right? But the odd poison spam, the aura, the fact that at any minute Fly could just come in with some Fire Spirits to take away the right click of Spirit Breaker. He could maybe bash once every second or so, but now if he's got really good RNG, but he's barely right clicking, one of the slower right clickers in the game.
Mid lane.
Playing with confidence.
Crit tried to make a rotation in, but MJZ read him beautifully and was able to take him down with the help of Sladham. So rotation on the mid lane, not quite successful. And now the charge coming in through. Abed could be in some trouble. In comes the stroke of fate. Abed tries to turn around and get the kill into Sladham instead. Not going to happen. And the poison takes him down. 2 kills in the middle lane for the Dazzle. What a start for Thunder.
Yeah, what a move as well. He doesn't even have Grave on Dazzle. They just rotate in, don't have the damage output. And in doing so, Grim walks up, helps turn around the engagement. And a little bit surprising that the Spirit Breaker charging mid, it's Abed a little bit too far stepped up and does trade his life away. Crit respawns, comes bottom, tries to kill off Knight. Should very much be a kill.
Saberlight. Yeah, Knight goes down, but over on the top side, they're finding another one. Saberlight will be killed off, and Sladham all of a sudden just 3 quick kills in a row. Bam, bam.
Yeah. It helps as well that the aggression came to Sladham in the mid lane, so then he could just TP to Saberlight, who was extremely aggressively positioned on the off lane. But no, this is exactly what Thunder Awaken want to do. They want to make the map feel chaotic, to then allow for these quick TPs, Spirit Breaker charges. Shopify, they scale into the game. Pretty much all their heroes are very heavily item dependent, at least in the Tricore.
Oh, so that's why they can tries to go for Knight here and grab the Wisdom Rune, but it's just going to collide with him, and now he will be going down. Spirit Breaker runs across. Yeah, lovely little bash straight away. And that'll put an end to Fly. Now, one really cool thing, if we look over towards Arteezy here, he's farming this stack, and who do you think made this stack?
Arteezy.
That's right, it's the man himself. During the laning phase, because they had such good lane control, he was just able to use this Lucent Beam to stack the camp for himself whilst continuing to farm under tower. So he didn't even need to take time away from the lane, using the range of Lucent Beam to stack the wave whilst laning. I've never seen that before. That's super sick, and now he's reaping the rewards from it.
I thought it was a trick question, to be fair. I was like, did SD stack it for him? Did he make a big blunder? I don't know.
It was kind of a trick question. You don't really expect the carry to stack camps during laning phase.
Ooh.
Knight, guess gets blasted to the face.
This is what you kind of expect
immediately
to see.
picks the ward spot. There's no ward
Don't
there.
think you kill him. Oh, if Grim's here, you do. Oh, Stampede.
Helping out. Ooh, that's set though. Yeah, Stampede's going to try and help out. Crit does go down regardless, and Abed can't quite finish the job onto Illich. He's just going to go and TP away from this one, and Abed doing the exact same thing. Knows he can't fight with that Shadow Poison upon him, so just gets himself the hell out.
Yeah, I feel like for Shopify at least, they're kind of doing what you were mentioning, right? Like they like to put Saberlight on an island by himself, free up Crit to make these moves, but just the moves aren't connecting right now. They're trying to gank a Dazzle, who's defensively positioned. You then have an any-minute Spirit Breaker kind of offsetting that engagement, and in doing so, the kill feed is favoring Thunder Awaken for now.
Luda,
the bot lane as well.
Arteezy in some trouble. Disruption comes in as Crit tries to help him out, but it's not going to be enough. Luna's going to fall regardless. Illich gets the kill, and they get themselves back. Nice pick off there onto the carry. Definitely a target you want to bring down a couple of times to stop Arteezy just absolutely running away with farm this game.
Just really nice poking coming from Thunder Awaken. You go mid, get killed, come bottom, instantly get the kills. Just dragging Shopify around the map, and they need to kind of just slow down the game a little bit, set up their heroes correctly, so it just enables them to farm. But right now, it's just not happening.
Quick finger Crit doing the work onto Illich here, but Illich might still be able to get a kill. Nope, never mind. It does get blown up by Abed, who's on the sidelines here. But Sladam coming in once again, once another, gonna find
Alright guys, I'm back. Ya, tadi bilang ngambil air dan ya, I'm back with my nasi goreng. SMG upper bracket ya? Belum bracket-bracketan. Ini masih group stage ini.
He's going straight for the Agnums. He's not looking for a Midas. He's not looking to greed it up. Get straight away, amp up your Shadow Wave, and throw your teammates into the fight. And we've not even had to mention Bristleback too much recently. He's very much on the way to Agnums. It does feel like Thunder Awaken should be able to hit their mid-game timing. Syncing up items was the biggest issue in that previous series for Thunder Awaken, but this time around, I think they have drastically improved it. You know, Shadow Blade for a Spirit Breaker, Ags for a Bristle, Ags for a Dazzle. It is their mid-game to make the moves and make all the plays. Or Shopify clearly do need to make some recovery.
Like with the Quill Sprays being physical, and then of course like the Dazzle amplifying everybody's damage and making everybody low on armor. Of course, that's bad juju for you. Everyone that gets hit by a Dazzle spell, they lose armor. Whilst the Bristleback gains armor. Oh, that sounds like a brutal timing for them.
Dia habis masuk bentar guys. Maksudnya di invite dari saya, SMG tuh SMG nggak tahu jalur invite atau jalur ini. Jalur qualifier. Lupa. Kayaknya jalur qualifier deh dia deh. Yang diundang tuh Talon deh kalau nggak salah deh. Soalnya DPC dia kan ini kan. Kamu nggak nonton DPC soalnya.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah,
he just has good RNG. Like last TI, nggak
nonton
TI but like no one really knew his power limits. He was busted. Some team, if they knew about Spirit Breaker back then, could have maybe took that TI from Tundra, but alas, now it's back to its true form with the extra bash damage in the previous patch. It's an insane hero, and once again he charges onto mid lane Abed. The charge is coming. He does have a tower though, so it's protected.
Linanya langsung bewok. Enggak udah.
Knows the score. Knows that if he steps down into the river, this probably gonna not end too well for him. And meanwhile, Arteezy just continuing to try and farm up here. Has this Mask of Madness completed. Looking to go straight in for the Manta
Arteezy,
as well.
sang farmer, let's go.
Pretty nice stuff coming out from him, but The Bristle. He's just a step ahead. Knight is absolutely rolling this game at the moment when it comes to money.
The question for Arteezy in this game is, what's the perfect build for him? Because right now, like, there's a Silver Edge for the break against Bristle. There's a Lincoln's to stop the disruption or the charge from the SD or the Spirit Breaker. You also need Manta for farm efficiency. You can't really go Butterfly because of the SD, and also it's not too perfect of a game.
Yep.
Scarlet
Butterfly nggak butuh.
contention, like, I'm listing like 3 or 4 items that have different play styles. It'll be interesting to see which one Arteezy does land on in the end. And crit, not level 6 yet at the minute.
Abis Manta mungkin
So he can't swap
Edge dia.
the Spirit Breaker. The supports are just starved a little bit on Shopify. Self-inflicted though, to be fair. They have been making a lot of moves on this Venge, and in doing so,
Oke, kita balik ke Azure
it's
kali
just
ya.
the repercussions, right? You just don't have the XP and Knight.
Harusnya Azure udah main
Luckily,
lagi.
he didn't go down to the Ancients. That would have been
Oh, belum.
hysterical. He was
Soon.
he nearly died to Tormentor. And I mean, he wasn't dying to Ancients, but again, could have been funny. Oh, crit!
Yep. He
Oke,
tries to
berarti
go
kita
for the
nonton ini
Spirit
dulu.
Breaker. Doesn't quite work out. Now
Soon,
the Spirit
tulisan.
Breaker comes for him.
Tadi soalnya 5
unfortunate.
menit gitu, Deng.
I have crit in my fantasy league. Come on, man. You got 4 dash. Wait, hold on. What was my stats for his? For
Hope you
this,
don't have the
actually?
death stat on him because
No,
that's
let
not
me
looking
check.
too hot.
Watchers taken, runes grabbed, and stuns. Okay, luckily he is playing
Right, you're right for now.
a magic missile based hero. That's some stun.
Oh yes, I've got Planet in mine and they just won. So we good.
Armornya kenceng ya? Itu si siapa namanya?
Middle tower starting to take a hell of a beating here. Smiling Knight.
Senta. Dia
hanging out
dari
in the middle
Facebook
lane, all by his lonesome. I
punya
mean, his team are nearby within touching distance.
punya
but
yang chainmail.
the hidden tower is just him, and yeah, what can you do?
Terus BM juga ada
But what he
chainmail.
does-
Terus beli
He's had just a complete
dia nggak beli
free
BM
farm
ya.
game.
Dia ada
And
Vanguard,
this
ada
is
block
the
damage.
best window right now for
Terus
Thunder
ada
to
2
awaken. Like, the
dari
fact that
Ring
they're gonna
of
have
Protection.
The double ads dazzle on
Betul
Bristle.
anjir.
The Shadow Blade's coming out on Spirit Breaker. There should be smokes, pickoffs, secure that Roshan, take it away from Shopify. Don't let them hit this like 20-minute ball that this draft easily could have hit if they were able to play a very methodical, stable laning phase. But Thunder Awaken, they did not allow it. They were very chaotic in both move and play.
Yeah, Arbed's really kind of out of the show at the moment. He needs to come and bring himself back into the game some other way. It'll be really hard to get kills against this Thunder lineup. Especially now. They're going to be so close to each other. Unless, of course, you want to go for
Oh,
Smiling
Tundranya
Knight,
lagi
who's,
smoke ya?
got 2,000 HP and
Oh, crit. No. He's TPing out.
it's gone.
Agaknya gila
It
anjir.
was close.
Agaknya BB gila.
The Aghanims almost did it. The machine gun quills coming into play here as Arbed being chased down as well on the bottom side of the map. Saberlight jumping in on this one. They want to try and just bring down a support to start things off here. MJZ going to be that target as Arbed does eventually fall. Turns around to get the Laguna Blade onto Knight. Knight also not falling here. I mean, they're using their
have the
spells,
charge
but they're
coming in.
just not connecting. And now Saberlight all alone as the rest of the team come cascading down.
No,
onto the
Saberlight.
Centaur. Saberlight, nothing he can do. Stuns nothing and dies.
Just a 1-by-1-by-1. Like, you need to respect the map play against the Spirit Breaker lineup, and dragged so far around, and Arteezy goes top and instantly. Look who's there. Illich is like, let me go find an enemy real quick.
Dude, this play from Thunder, it's actually insane.
Tapi dia kenapa pick
insane.
ini tadi?
They are just slaughtering Shopify
Gue
on
tinggal
just map play.
Luna. Kurang banget.
I guess the key thing here is Shopify, without the levels, most of their heroes kind of play for themselves, right? Luna wants to farm. Phoenix needs to farm a bit more. He hasn't got the big Sunray points to punish the Bristleback. Lina, even if she has a good game, she can't position in these fights.
Well, here we go. Eclipse is used. Maybe MJZ falls, although he's reached the limit on the Eclipse hits and he's not dead.
The bind.
Now, they need to get themselves away, but it's a beautiful
Oh no,
soul
baby.
coming out of the two of them. Here comes Bristleback from the sidelines as well. They've assembled on the side of Thunder, and that Bristleback comes dangerously close to Arteezy, rips through Saberlight. They want the big carry. They might not find him, though. Beautiful LSA coming out, but the Inkswell takes the stun off. Arteezy under tower, getting beaten down. The charge comes through, interrupted by the Lucent Beam. Arteezy
Selamat,
fighting
Cok,
for his
Arteezy.
life right now, and they're a tier 2 tower. They won't bring him down, but they will take his towers instead. Shopify, they cannot bring a fight to the side of Thunder. They need to find another way to play this game.
Bristol has Ag Shard. It's 17 minutes in. He's got Vanguard. He's going to bring out the Voodoo Mask as well, just for an extra bit of spell lifesteal, inevitably to become the Bloodstone. Shopify, they just need to dodge every single fight possible and just pray they can get to a later stage of this game. Crit, he's had an absolute... I don't even know what word I want to use. It's just rough, hard, difficult game and...
Stinker of a game.
Stinker, yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
Oh, wait. But there, eventually it turns around. He's got a wand. Big one.
Surely he has to die. Surely he has to die. Spirit Breaker, he cannot survive this right now. And there we go. Laguna Blade to the face. A bit of seared beef in the bottom lane as the cow goes down. But meanwhile, having seared Roshan up on the top side. Roche is dead. Aegis now into the hands or paws or claws or whatever he has of Bristleback.
BB itu ngeri banget anjir
This
sekarang.
guy was already feeling like he wasn't going to die. Now he's running down your lanes with the dazzle behind you and with an Aegis in his pocket.
Yeah, I feel like for Shopify though, like it's only a 4k lead to Thunder Awaken. Like once the fights get back to their base again, as long as they
Tinggal
can
prot.
up until let's say, if they can just prolong the tier 3 siege, if it gets to 30 minutes, I think they're going to be in a good spot to kind of create the same comeback potential.
Kalau kena semua kurang lebih 7 hit kayaknya.
Second game of Thunder Awaken's previous series, but the same logic applies, right? You're going to have like swap backs, you're going to have big bursts of damage.
6 hit.
Way of ending
Terus dia bisa skill 2, 7 atau 8 berarti. Anjir, itu mah gile.
That's why Thunder Awaken, they need to be so mindful of that. And I think for Shopify, yes, the
Agak dia itu sebenarnya bisa disamain kayak skill 2-nya Ursa pas kena stuck gitu.
Wow, you killed me, but this time I killed Spirit Breaker. He does it again. If they trade another kill, they're slowly doing the small things to get to the big ticket items. And Artesia, he's looking to go for that Shadow Blade into the Silver Edge, get a bit of that break in play, and stop.
Dan sedangkan kan skill satunya BB itu kan nge-slow ya. Minus armor.
At the 19-minute mark.
Gila sih itu.
Yes, the unkillable ball of hair and quills, which is running at you right now. And that's not even addressing the dazzle issue. But I think we got to take this one step at a time for Shopify. They got a lot of fires to put out and only one bucket of water.
Oh, correct, run away.
Yeah, your tier 2 tower might not be as safe as you're hoping. There comes the charge, there comes everything coming down on him. Blitzed.
Gila anjir.
So the Spirit Breaker was charging the creep wave, and then Fly just Icarus dived by the creep, which then hit through the charge. Oh.
Some days it's just not your game. You just got to accept that. You just got to go, okay, I'm gonna get upset and.
Will Artesia get the illusion rune? Saberlight's gonna die.
Oh, Saberlight. Yeah.
I think
gonna try and get away from this one. I mean, there is no Nether Strike thanks to Fly drop in earlier, but the poison's upon him. Not just the shadow poison, but also the poisony poison.
No.
And down he goes. Illage grabs another kill. This Spirit Break is going absolutely crazy right now.
To be fair, it's not like the
kayaknya TI pertamanya Saberlight deh
when
ini.
you look at Artesia, now he's top net worth. He's climbing the ranks. He also picked up an illusion rune. So if you look at the northern side of the map, these are Artesia's illusions just soaking up this top farm as well. Like,
yeah.
If there ever was like a glimmer of hope for Shopify, it's the fact that this Aegis hasn't been them taking every outer tower, really choking out the map, stealing away the wisdom runes. It's been quite a respectful usage of the Aegis. Like, you know what, we'll give you a bit of farm, we'll still kill you a couple times, but not really the killing blow. I think the comms on Shopify are just throw bodies in weird positions and then hope that Arbed and Artesia itemize well enough.
Habis Manta
when it does
Silver
hit
Edge
that
kan.
eventual high ground defense, we can turn the tide. And I think for Thunder Awaken, they do need to be a little bit more ruthless in their gameplay right now.
Maybe next
I think
BKB.
they're just giving too much of a combat potential. I feel like the win rate right now is probably like 65%, 64% is my gut guess for Thunder Awaken. When potentially with these heroes, it could have been a completely different story. I'm going to check the win rate.
Habis BKB, either Skadi
Dota Plus really thinks this is over.
or
Not a believer.
Not a believer, no.
Either in Luna or in Shopify or something, but
ya Skadi
I mean, it's scary.
atau
This
Pike.
Bristleback, I don't think a Silver Edge is going to be enough. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's kind of like you need Silver Edge plus Ags on the Lena and then have the
This
bristle positioned away from
Could be a
Grave.
Oh, good.
That's kind of like the territory of comeback right now for Shopify. Smoke up though from Thunder Awaken. Saweria has completed the Aghanims. He can of course now charge debuff immune heroes, even though BKBs aren't in play.
Yeah, has been seen here. Charging the wave. Ooh,
Pressure ke lunanya tuh kurang mereka.
Our bed is not in the kitchen right now. You will be cooking without him. Boots of travel are available though, so he can come in if he wants, and they are going to try and make this one happen, and they're going to be able to take down the Lich straight off the bat. So Thunder Awakens do choose to fight. It will be a 4-on-5, but they're going to just hold them off with the egg here. It's almost like Shopify saying, like, okay, just give us a minute. Just give us a sec.
Oh, that felt like a very fatherly egg though from Fly. Like he's using the Sunray like, back off, get away from me, get away from my RT.
Get away from my boys.
If my RT is going to farm and win me the game, get away.
Let's go in
Look at that
RTG
kill.
we trust, bro.
You used your demonic purge. It's fine. So,
I mean, when you're behind
honestly,
though, you do want to use spells like that, right? It's like you're kind of...
No, absolutely. I mean, that was a great series of events for Shopify Rebellion. Like, they got the kill into a Spirit Breaker. They relieved a little bit of a map pressure. And just buy themselves a little bit more
Lincoln.
time for Arteezy to keep him
Gak
farming,
jadi
keep on
BKB
trying
dia.
to get himself into the game. Become a hero.
Lincoln.
I like the pickup though from Knight. Of course, he had the Vanguard. He then disassembled. He's now turned it into a Bloodstone and a Lotus Orb, using the components for both of these items.
Dia lebih
And
ngerasa
now
butuh
that
Lincoln ya.
help with the swap situation. He can poke his head up, hit Lotus. If you swap me, I'm not going anywhere. I can then walk back down the lane a little bit. But they need to be careful.
Yes,
the fact that Illich has died twice. But they're smoked up. They're looking for the fight.
They see Arteezy. They see
Lol.
the Luna. The Luna doesn't cap. She blows him up, but here comes
What
the
a
charge.
charge.
Illich connects onto the Luna. They need the rest of the team here, and they
Ulti.
need him now. Where is the Bristleback? He's coming behind. He's lagging behind the fight a bit, and now
Dazzle mati, bro.
Will take down the Dazzle. A little bit of hope being shown, but in they go. Oh my God, the Blender has arrived. The Quills are here.
Raja terakhirnya baru datang ya.
And Arteezy taken out together. Abed, he just needs to run. He needs to get himself away, but he's gooed up right now.
Wait,
Suddenly finds
what?
himself
He has no
all
TP.
covered in snot. And now the charge comes in, and the damage is there. It's a triple kill for Knight. Bristleback is just
Gue terakhir baru datang ya.
Dazzle's dead.
Not only does he just do an immense amount of damage with Core Spray, he also has like plus 300 bonus damage. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes you wish Matumba never retired. This was his patch, you know? Like, get him out of retirement. Get him in.
Wake him up. Yeah, I mean, what? So they're in a great position right
Okay.
now. Thunder. They've managed to get themselves a good few kills. They've
sakit.
beaten down Arteezy a
Dia
couple of
bisa
times.
wipe, bisa
When we see them going
nge-damage.
for the key objectives.
Gila,
Next
anjir.
for Shannon to high ground. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, it does feel like the next stage is going to be key for Thunder Awaken. Just have that little bit of insurance. I think Shopify are doing a pretty good job at getting that one core kill to
Lincoln,
give
eh?
themselves some lease of life in the game. But I feel
Okay.
like if there's an Aegis in play, it's... Wait, we swapped him, we killed him. Oh, he's now respawned. We don't have Sunray, we don't have Egg. There isn't that repositioning tool. So I think for Thunder Awaken, farm the map, keep preventing Shopify from being super efficient with how they farm. Next Aegis, smoke
Oh iya,
the
skill
Egg,
satunya
straight
Lina
to
sekarang
high
ada di
ground.
PS-nya
I
ya.
feel like the next 10 minutes of the game is going to be a real big indicator if Thunder Awaken can close this one out. So again, this net worth has always been a little bit awkward. 6k, 5k, it's been really kind of in a balancing point.
Smoke up. Shopify Rebellion, they're on the hunt.
Ooh.
They're going for the Bristleback. They're going for the big boy.
They have the silver.
Oh, with the whole team's behind him. It's going to be tough.
Okay.
Knight actually goes behind. Saberlight goes for the deep jump here, trying to catch out the Dazzle or something.
Oh.
But Arteezy's got different plans. They do take down MGZ. That's a lot of damage coming straight off the bat. Egg comes down as well. Knight, though, he's plenty tanky with the Bloodstone coming through as well. He's going to be absolutely fine. Shopify, do they go for the reset? They've been given some time to breathe here, and they're not leaving. Arteezy doesn't want to put the fight away. But Thunder, they're not going to give them a chance. Going to back themselves away. They respect Shopify
Okay.
Rebellion, and they will leave.
They're still in the area,
though.
Silver's back up in 2
Still in
seconds.
the area. The swap's out onto Knight. He's just gone. Luckily, it was the support Knight and not the carry Knight. Sorry for the viewers
Oh,
at home. This is
nice.
confusing,
Support
I know.
buyback.
Blame Thunder Awakens for naming two of their players the same damn thing.
It's cheaper on printing the shirts.
True. They come stun immediately out to Illich though. Knight just being held in position. And there's this the point where they try and go for him. I mean, they don't have the break available just yet. Can silver edge him if you want, but he's still got that bloodstone. RTC's just getting cooked right now. He's going towards the tree line, trying to get himself out, but the whole team's just chasing him down. The Luna is dead. And Knight's gonna get yet another kill from him.
Dibalikin sambil hit.
I think Shopify Rebellion just stuck around a little bit too long. They tried to make the reset happen, but it just didn't work out for them.
I mean, there's a lot of layers to how Shopify needs to take the fight, right? They need Saberlight to jump the back to disjoint SD and Dazzle's positioning. They need Arbed to be in position to either punish this SD or Dazzle, but also if Luna finds the bristle with the break, to quickly pivot and try and go for that explosive blow up pre-save. Like, and Shopify, the fact that they're trying to make these plays
3.000 darahnya
as well, you know, kind of removing a hero from your roster to some degree. They're playing underneath Thunder Awakened Vision on top. They really were trying to push the limits of their heroes, but fundamentally it was just too difficult. And Thunder Awaken, they execute in the moment. They just drag the fight, really just take away the positioning, so no one could help each other out. And that's where, yeah, this Spearbreaker
udah jadi belum sih?
lineup, they love
Kayaknya
these
belum.
chaotic. Wait, where's your construct? There isn't any. Let me just break you down. And yeah, second day just goes towards them.
You have to be so disciplined, don't you, to play against this draft.
There's a single mistake and then it's gone. Like, Silver Edge is actually so key here. Like, if RT misclicks his Silver Edge, then suddenly the ability to fight is somewhat removed. And
watch that last fight. And he was just running away from the bristleback with his Silver Edge available because he knows that, like, if you don't use it, like, the bristleback doesn't care. It's got Bloodstone and Quill stacks. Like, he's gonna heal regardless.
Mati nih Saberlight.
Saberlight, maybe in some trouble here. Gonna have to pop the ultimate to get himself out of dodge.
Oh, never mind.
Available does get to safety. Arbed as well, gonna be able to TP out from this one. So dragging Thunder around the map is exactly what you want to be doing here, but now you gotta wait another 70 seconds for Stampede to come back and for you to do that again.
No, the next item here for Artesia is it's super important. Is he gonna go for a Skadi for extra heal mitigation? Will he go for maybe just more damage to try and go, if I break you, I'm gonna kill you? Like, Centaur's going for the Shivas, so he's already thinking about the heal aspect already with his items.
Oh, Shiva ya. Berarti nggak butuh Skadi sih.
With his quick buy. So got nothing to go off right now. Yeah, a little bit of a tease.
MKB? Maybe?
I'm expecting the Skadi. It makes sense. It's really good with this 20 talent as well. You get really long range, Lucent Beams, which can also apply Skadi to people.
It's weird because
you play the fights much slower, but
this is also a game where like Hurricane Pike would have been cool.
Ya, makanya tadi aku juga mikir
Hurricane
Pike.
You don't want to buy it now, of course, because like into Spearbreaker, just having that pushback, cancelling the charge is always very nice. But there's no way he's going to buy it as a 4th item. It's like just a redundant item now for him. And even building range against a bristle, like I do feel like where he's itemized is very good. Like I think most of the items I was mentioning he's gone for here, like the Silver Edge and Lincolns were the big 2. It really is just what's the statement item now for him, because I think for Luna these are the items for Artesia to want to play a fight. Now he needs to think of the item that allows him to win the fight with a bit of confidence.
Yeah,
Skadi mungkin. Aku lebih setuju Skadi sih.
It's got to give him something. Right
no, not Skadi. MKB.
Bristleback, he's got an Aegis, another 2 minutes 20
Butuh
on this
damage.
bad boy. He's just smacking away at the tier 3 towers. You got to do something about this. You got to answer this. They do have a Fortify available, and they'll have another one when the tower falls. So that's kind of the timer for Artesia. That's the dinner bell. So that's it. Saberlight has just dragged 3 heroes up to the top side of the map. Okay, will almost TP out. Does get caught eventually. So I don't think it matters what happens to him here. I think it's just value regardless. Am I wrong?
It does feel pretty value, to be fair. Thunder Awaken have spent quite a lot of time looking backwards, finding these pesky Shopify heroes who are constantly
sama BB.
just doing
Enak
weird
banget, Cok.
things.
Dia tinggal hit terus aja, nggak ada yang berani ganggu anjir.
Can we please just stop looking back? Let's just hit a tier 3.
Oh no!
Value if it wasn't for the case that this Bristleback can just siege alone as one hero.
Dia jadi dapet.
Artesia used his Eclipse trying to kill off Illich.
Tadi kalau dapet mantep sih. Kalau tadi dapet langsung war atas sih.
Meanwhile in top lane, Knight is still trying his hardest to get a Rax.
Yep, one tower has gone. Gonna refresh the Fortify. You don't want to use it against a bristleback because you're slowly chipping it down, but at the same time, it's not that slow. There's nothing you can do about it. He's not leaving.
This is probably the most awkward racks taken I've seen here at the Road to the International. My third game, but it's still the most awkward.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, enak banget anjir garing never mind. Pecah cok pala anjir.
Alright, they bring him
Tor
down. What
anjir.
now? That is the question. You don't have break for a second life, so I have a feeling he just runs away. But without an Aegis, can he keep the siege going? Well, so far so good. Dazzle Legion's going to come in and keep hitting it, but the
lumayan melee barak.
and no Aegis on the side of Thunder Awakens, so
We got to the spicy part of the game. There's no Aegis now. Like, the next time Knight walks up the high ground, if his Lotus isn't in play, the same thing's going to happen. But then Illich is in.
Oh, he certainly is. He's plenty tanky, though. BKB's out. Lotus Orb's on him as well. Can't really free cast on this
Garing
guy.
mati.
Any hero, it feels like, can do that on the side of Thunder Awaken and not be punished for it, which is absolutely insane.
Illich is just a mad
Bristolnya gila
This
sih.
is true Spirit Breaker, like, "Ooh, I'm in." Oh, wait, you went behind me. Then again, though, he is moving at, what, 1,000,000 miles per hour. He's got the 200 move speed talent on 20, plus the fact that the phase amps it up as well. Like, he can be in the fight in a matter of milliseconds compared to other heroes. Just need to keep that in mind.
Iya, dari netral itemnya juga udah ngasih ini ya, movement ya.
They are now smoked up themselves, looking to fight.
Eclipse is back. Let's see what they can do. Dazzle would be a great target hit, but a BKB so quick from Sladam. My goodness, you're not catching this guy sleep in as he immediately turns around and brings down crit. Fantastic work, and now on the sidelines they do see Bristle back.
Bristle mati, nice.
So the break is there, the damage is in, and the egg helps as well. And Knight is gone. Finally, they bring down the Hedgehog, but now they're looking to keep the fight going.
Oh, I bet
In
also
comes the
that.
Spirit Breaker, tears our bed apart, and they just need to leave. Shopify Rebellion, they got the kill, but they could only bring down one. That does seem to be the issue here. And Sableye going to lead them on a merry old chase. Come with me, my friends, across the map. But the charge is there from Illich. That will put an end to his shenanigans. And Slams will finish him off with a big Shadow Wave.
Maksudnya malah ZWB dibiarin nyakitin, gak dibiarin malah sih, cok.
They killed the Bristle. Finally.
Tapi pecah tuh tadi palanya.
I'm trying to decide if that's a win or not. I
Waduh,
think momentum based.
panik.
A little bit of breathing room for Shopify. But the fact that it's like we
Katanya
finally killed
bagus,
Bristle,
tapi butter,
and Spirit Breaker's, he's
I don't
in
think
his,
so,
like,
butter.
end game level of items and play, right? Like, he's doing so much damage in these fights. He did what? 3,700. The Dazzle did 6,500. Like, these heroes, they're no joke. On top of that, we've not even mentioned it, but the group stroke can
he's
still
so
go for
dead,
items.
man.
Illich is in the base again.
Hold on. Surely this is punishable. Surely they can catch him out. The swap is there. The damage is in, and
why is he there?
Yeah. He's a Spirit Breaker, T, Governor. You know this answer more than anybody.
That was rather illegal.
Well,
Nice.
it was illegal. He did get punished for it. It's feudal punishment here in the Dota
Emang
world.
RTZ nggak butuh ini kah? Damage kah? MKB I think. I don't know.
That's definitely going to put a bit of a speed bump
Ketimbang
on the road
butter
for
ya,
the side of
butter
Spirit Awaken to a-
evade dari
kind of
siapa?
speed
Ambil
bump,
aginya. Sebenarnya
It's
butuh
a-
aginya kan?
It's a massive thing. Just fed away a gem.
Oh, we had a gem. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. But ooh, and Shard now on Lunar
Oh,
as well.
prefernya
But,
dia
we
bikin
mentioned
MKBs.
that earlier
But
on,
yeah,
how
let's
that's going to
see.
be a pretty key factor in the late
Let's
game.
see.
Like, yeah, 25% doesn't sound too much, but when you get to the late game, these percentages mean a lot.
So Nomad, we got a really interesting development with RTZ item, right? So he went for Satanic to make sure he can stand his ground a bit, but he's looking to go Butterfly because he disassembled the Mask of Madness. But there's a Grimstroke Ags soon to come into play, plus an SD, and he has no MKB. So he's potentially double amping both of the supports on Thunder Awaken if he is to complete this item. You could argue that maybe Bloodthorn could have been quite a cute item for the Lunar in this game. Have the Mage Slayer, bit of tankiness, provide that reduction in damage.
Oh no, the Lotus.
Very
Kalau
nice
nggak
job on the
kalau nggak
Lotus
Lotus
here. Now they can look
itu
to start the fight. Sableye
pecah
taking
itu.
the target right now. Sunray's coming through, but it does absolutely nothing. Down goes Sableye. Buyback from him as Albert and RTC
This is
just trying
bad.
to find a way to get into this fight. But there's not really any direction they can move in from. Oh, they have managed to find the backlines though. They've managed to find Knight, but in comes a Grave out onto him, so he's going to be okay for the time being. Meanwhile, on the other side, Crit does go down to MJZ. Buyback's coming out from two of the Shopify heroes so far as Fly's Egg finally comes to an end, and Knight once again just taking place, standing in front of Shopify Rebellion, daring them to come for him. Around the side, but in comes the Eclipse. Arteezy is trying to go through right now, but it's too damn hard. It's too much damage, and now the Drizzleback's on top of him. He needs to
Oh
fight
no,
back, but how do
hacks.
you do it? Titanic comes out, but he's stun locked forever. Down goes the
Dia butuh
Luna.
BKB sih.
Oh no, he's just in the middle of everything right now, trying to fight this one up, but it's not going to happen. The Centaur, he gets torn down as well. And once again, the
Hardman.
moment these fights get broken, it is just Thunder all the way home.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I back
They're
si.
just ignoring Roshan, they don't care.
I think
Okay.
this is a really good read here. Just Dazzle died though. Hold up, pause. No buyback on Centaur. He died.
Die
back.
back Centaur.
Bench also no buyback. That's a dieback.
That's true. Two heroes out for the count, and Knight. He knows that if there's not at least 4 heroes alive there, there's no chance they're taking him down. So, yeah, doesn't care about Roshan, just goes straight in for the barracks. And again, the Fortify is there. It's kind of awkward that he has to stay on the lane with creeps on it to defend the creeps, so it's a bit strange. But
It
nevertheless,
was also just like a weird fight to take. Like Shopify, they had exceptional vision
Next
up there.
game
They
sini
have this
mereka sih.
triangle of observers, but to hug the tree line, to not find that
Udah
kill
ada no
jump, they
hope
weren't
sih.
able to easily go, okay, Centaur initiate follow-up. It was Centaur dies, buybacks, don't worry guys, he's coming, let's try and fight again. It felt forced. It felt like Shopify,
Tapi masih
the
bisa
best place for
comeback
them
sih,
to fight
masih bisa.
is under the discipline of their high ground. Allow Thunder Awaken to misplay at the steps of your base, utilizing swap and punishing their positioning. But instead they opt to actively seek the fight in an area where it's quite easy for Thunder Awaken to buy back TP if they need to. They didn't even need to do that. And on top of it, it felt a little bit forced from them. And in doing so, Thunder Awaken continued to have such an exceptional game 1 in this series. Looking to take the third Roshan, Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher. Spear Breaker.
Okay.
What a game. Yeah,
Refresher-nya kenapa di
what a
bara ya?
game coming out from Thunder Awaken.
Refresher-nya
Game
nggak
number
di
1 of the day for them looked absolutely terrible.
bezel lah mending. Atau di
It was brutal.
green.
I think they have made a lot of improvement. Every game you're seeing the improvements.
Buat
which is
dia
very cool to
refresh
see from a
BKB
team
kah?
very fresh into their TI run and history, right? I think 1 player's
Yes,
previous
absolutely.
TI, 4 players haven't.
Padahal kalau
And
green
often
kan
these types
bisa
of
double
teams,
ulti ya.
You don't really see adjustments mid-series.
Double ulti, double
mid-game.
aga.
It takes at least a day to do it. But this team, I think, from game to game, you are seeing that slight shift in how do we
Anjir,
approach this
Saber like
stage.
dari tadi
And
nggak
this
jadi-jadi
third
coy
game for
itunya.
Their day has been, of course, the best because they're winning it, but
Yeah.
very enjoyable stuff.
Nggak jadi-jadi.
My God, what are they going to be like on their 4th game?
Apa namanya
Pretty sure
Shivanya?
they've probably played like 8 games today or something.
Oh, Skadi.
It's a lot of games.
Dia berubah
I
jadi
think they're also
Skadi.
playing
Get stronger.
first and I need to double check actually. I need to see if any teams are playing first and last. They are. Thunder Awaken is playing the first series of the day and the last series of the day. Ouch.
Well, let's just hope their power level continues.
They got like a 10-hour difference between their first and last series. Well, winning this one will of course fuel them into that.
Oh,
final one. Swap
mati.
back into
Swap back,
Bristleback.
in comes the damage. The Bristleback's taken down for the first time here, but don't forget he's got that Aegis, so coming back in a minute. Meanwhile, Luna, stunned up for now. She needs to get herself out of this one. The damage is coming through, and then comes the Stampede. That's going to save her for the time being, as well as the
Okay.
Glaze being used to mitigate some of that damage coming out. But Crit is already gone to the Dazzle. And Saberlight, he's in some trouble as well. The damage is too much coming out from Knight right now. He takes him down again.
Okay.
So much damage on this Bristleback with this 25 talent. He's ripping through the buildings.
Gak bisa ngapa-ngapain sih, nggak ada swap. Mereka mesti nunggu swap banget ceritanya di sini. Situasinya. Masih di swap, langsung di stun sama Lina, langsung di break, udah langsung burst. Ah no, mati deh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh,
Meanwhile, Bristleback, he's
Ah,
dealing with the
mega.
barracks. Yeah, sure,
Mega.
make it Illich, whatever. Mega creeps go in the way of Thunder Awakens. Nice.
Oh,
He's
oh,
on the
oh.
front. Eclipse is there, but in comes a grave. They're keeping him alive for the time being. Another Hex comes out onto Arteezy. Arteezy, he's holding his ground though, because they're not looking to fight him. They're backing away, but Sladam, he didn't quite get that memo. He's still trying to bring down Arbed. Arbed actually trying to TP back to the fountain. Might just make it in time. And Sladam will eventually get caught out. So, okay, they get a couple of exit kills. It's okay, but mega creeps.
Mega creep.
Yeah,
Tapi ada
I think
Luna
that's
sih.
just kind of proves to me that if Shopify just potentially sacked that previous Roshan attempt, farmed that next item, then they would have been in a much better position to defend this. And it kind of happened, right? The way they lost their first racks, the way they lost their second racks, it's that kind of excitement of, wait, we actually got to kill Bristle, to then kind of throw it away on the wider map. And now if you look at Sableye, where's his item progression? He's been
Iya, Cok.
kind of close
Nge-stuck
to
dari
Shiva's
tadi
guard
Shiva,
for now,
anjir.
15 minutes of the game. Like, these are all the small things that you need against this lineup with how much healing and kind of forward-pushing concepts that Thunder Awaken are bringing in. You need every little bit in your itemization to get you into the fight. But
Betul.
again, Shopify
Dari
threw
caster
themselves
ya,
into
bilang ya.
just Thunder Awaken territory, and of course they're
Ah,
gonna take
shit.
the loss and
He die
the
game.
fights at least. Not yet the game. They are playing into
Oh,
mega
nggak ada
creeps.
bara.
I mean, I think
Barreling it down mid.
I don't like to be a hater, T, but I'm not
Say
seeing a
how
way
it is,
back
man,
into
man.
it for Shopify Rebellion. This one's almost over. I think once Thunder respawn, they just control the map. Shopify Rebellion have to sit in their base. They're not going to do anything with these two kills they got.
You say that, but look at the buyback situation right now. Dazzle can't afford it. Bristle can't afford it. They've also shown with new items. So potentially, if Thunder Awaken get excited and lose
Iya sih.
a fight, they could technically
Iya, bisa end.
lose the
I mean,
game.
Luna can end games, sure. Luna's
There we go.
always an end killer. If you don't have buyback, Luna can end games, yes, but...
Basically,
Oh,
Shopify can win the
oh.
game in the next 30 seconds based off of one misplay, or they just lose the game based on
Which
Thunder
they
Awaken
don't know about to add. they
Correct.
don't know
And the lanes
buyback
aren't even there.
situations. Yeah.
But this is their
If
time.
all of these conditions are fulfilled...
Oh
I'm
no.
just trying to give hope to any of the NA fans, you know? Like, this is, you know, SA's ruling supreme in this first game.
No,
Just trying to give them a
Cyberlight
glimmer
jangan
of
ke sono.
hope, what to look out for. And fair play to Shopify, they did look for that actual play. They were
Ah,
scoped up,
ketahuan dari kurir.
but the creeps barreling down the lanes. This should be it for Thunder Awakens.
Wah,
Creep
tower
barreling down
hancur,
lanes.
bro.
They're in the base right now, and now they've found Saberlight. Saberlight pops out ultimate, needs to get himself out of this one,
Shit,
but I'm not
bro.
sure he's going to get a chance to. The blender goes off, Bristleback
Feeds there as
shreds
well.
him to pieces. And now
Nah.
the backlines, they've also caught out Fly. He's just gone as
Dah,
well.
ini
That's
safe
no
to
buyback
say sih.
available
Ini udah
on
safe
the
to say
Phoenix.
sih.
They're going to have to find a really cute entry into this fight, and I'm just not sure that's
Oh.
possible. Buildings being
That
destroyed, Swamp
Lotus,
is out,
man.
but the Lotus is there. You're just giving the Bristle a whole lot of HP. And now Hex out onto Arteezy. Arteezy in some trouble. He needs to turn away, fight around right now. He needs to start getting off these glaives with the Satanic. I mean, he's keeping himself alive, but he's doing absolutely piddle of damage. And into the fountain
GG.
he will go, but his Ancient is falling. Shopify Rebellion, they need to find a way to fight up into this
GG.
right now
Type
because
GG,
they
bro.
are running out of health on that Ancient, and down he goes. Knight, he's just doing way too
Anjir,
much damage.
Luna langsung
And there it
DC, nggak
comes.
ngomong
The
GG.
Ancient will fall, and Thunder Awaken pull off a crazy victory here. What an upset.
Yeah, what a banger game from them. That's like just from
Nggak
the first
ngomong
series to
GG,
this
bro,
series,
langsung
like,
DC.
this is the aggression that I want to see from this team. The way that they drafted it, but also executed on it. Like, they have just made a statement that Spirit Breaker, he is bonkers. Like the post-TI patch or post-TI phase last year, where people were like, wait, this hero is insane. Why didn't we pick it at
Oh,
TI?
Azur udah main
Now
lagi.
it's the same hero. It crushes creep waves. It crushes the map.
Look
it
at that.
crushes your spirits. It crushes any mistake that you make. And on top
Smart lad. And Nisha is looking towards that heart as
Bristle.
of now, so probably the most common build that we're seeing. Doesn't feel like he needs the BKB. He feels like he can just get the heart and survive through things, which is probably right for the most part here. This time, though, Somnus.
Nice.
Oh,
connection.
no.
They get him for the kill. I mean, in the meantime, Chalice is taking that stack, trying to get towards the Magna Scepter, but any kill like that on Quap is huge.
Bristle.
Supposed to be 14 minutes, so if Tiamat could get over, that'd be great to get an Ancient stack in the Wisdom Room. But they're going mid instead on the
Harusnya
Nisha.
Bristle lagi ya.
trying to do what they can.
False promise is there, so no real concern.
Blade mail. Instead, they're going to kill off the Oracle here. Maybe Insania, TP out.
Oh, bash.
Oh.
Bash. As always,
That was
bash.
frustrating.
I mean, everyone knows FY has a bash button programmed in from Valve.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Going on to Nisha again.
Oh,
Both
he
this time.
died.
Lots of damage. Pop the blade mail.
Oh.
X, turret, turn, stun, long duration, gone. And FY hoping to get something. Can he get another bash here? He needs it and more, and he won't get it.
Ooh,
Double
Nisha,
kill for
Nisha.
Liquid are feeling back a bit.
Yeah, 5-1 and 4. That's a quick pickup in towards his Reaver.
Yeah.
And of course, all set up by Insania, they're saying, by dying in the mid lane.
He's had a good game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Who, Insania?
Yeah.
I mean, I like this little drive-by heal onto Mickey and how he just like left after. He's like, false promise, bye. Yeah. It's like, you can clean up a couple supports. I don't really feel like dying with you, though. Someone who we haven't seen a whole lot of is our Slarky Malarkey up here.
Yeah,
Still just
Slark
kind of chilling, trying to get as much wave farm as possible. And
Slarknya
going towards that
kalah
Magnum Scepter,
networknya
one of the best
masih ini.
chase down abilities in the game. So
Masih
combine that with
CK.
Bat Rider,
I don't know,
a Spirit
CK-nya
Breaker. It's gonna be a lot of lockdown
kok
to
bisa
try and
banyak wong.
stack up these quill sprays, and then of course
And then
create the opportunities for the big machine gun.
bedanya jauh
firing
sama
of
si
the
Slark
Bristleback.
gitu. Sedangkan Slark ini kayaknya nggak kalah-kalah banget
I mean,
lawan
that
si
is still the
Bro-nya
big question
Cuka.
mark for me is when eventually
Maybe Midas.
everybody kind of gets their items online,
Cek
do
Midas
Liquid
mungkin.
have the damage that they need to like bring down these heroes in the fight, you know? I'm wondering honestly if at some point we end up seeing like a Silver Edge build for Nisha instead of going the more normal Punk.
Mickey's grabbing it.
Okay.
You're on the right track. Yeah, someone has to
no.
get it. I mean, we haven't brought that up, but the break versus the
Omelet-
Bristle very much necessary.
Omelet Saber.
And Mickey will be the one, which makes sense. It's a
Oke,
great item
mantap
on CK anyway.
Yeah.
He's happy to grab it. And Nisha probably going to need, at least at some point, some more survivability in the middle of these fights too, because he's going to be a major focus point for them.
Right.
Omelet Saber sih
A little
sakit
bit of
banget ya.
downtime here as we see FY get brought down by Insania and Mickey. A really good ability to take off that bulldoze with just Fortune's End. We gain a ton of value out of that on this Oracle as, well, up top, they do find Brew, still has ulti ready. They're going to pop the split at the last second. And now the
Detik-detik
rest of the
terakhir.
squad's coming in. You guys want to come party with us? They find Tianming. He's in trouble. Chalice now the turn. Zai's going to be really low when he comes out of this.
Holy
And the
shit,
X
Bro sih ganggu
into
banget
the
loh.
lift up. A little bit of the zigging when they should have zagged, but now they find and kill the Quap. Hunting for more. Nisha's low. Does have, the save at the last second from Insania. That might have been enough to take down Nisha otherwise. He has so much heal
Hello.
coming in. The charge is through. But again, Chalice, he's too big. He's too strong. The Aghanim Scepter
Nice.
takes down Nisha.
Lumayan lah ya,
They
stuck
managed to
dari
find
Slark
the
ya.
final kills. Imagine how different that fight
menang
was
war
if
hitungannya
Zai
itu.
has the Radiance at that point.
Or if he just dies, the rest of his team doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Because he gets out,
Oh,
but that's a
Bro-nya mau
classic
bikin
situation where you feel like the fight
party.
has to be good because he was almost dead. He's done the dream situation of a Brewmaster where you absorb all this damage, and then you manage to get your ulti off anyway.
Right.
Iya.
No, it's true. And I think that, again, you know, these really important timings, Azure Ray hitting the fight right before that comes out, it makes all the difference in the world. There's a little bit of a hunt going down now. Mickey will find Tianming. Did not get the punch off on him. And that might have been the difference maker.
Nice
as in
try,
fact,
dude.
now he's
Nice
in
try.
trouble. Ooh, on to Mickey. The illusion's starting to lean in. We're seeing just the power of CK. Somebody get a Crimson Guard. My God.
Allies are rotating around here too, so if they keep chasing, it could be a bit of a problem.
sakit
But
banget.
Zai has finished farming. He's done. He's back on the map with his Radiance and his Midas in hand.
Oh, Kunka langsung
To
Wait, what?
try and
Kunka
take this one
langsung
over here
taras.
as Nisha does some safe
Interesting.
pushing.
Yep.
To help the X marks the spot. They do have the Yules on Somnus, so don't get too cute.
Kunka
You never know.
BM Taras.
True. That's a good point.
Interesting.
A rare occasion that does happen.
Also, the
Kalau dulu tuh
potential
main
for
tuh
the
ya,
outplays there, they can have
Nicknya
both
main
directions. You've seen a
armlet.
bunch of
Yeah.
times where X into Quap blink away,
Satu
thinking that you're
armlet.
safe, and then they
Habis
just don't
itu
pull it back until the Yules are
kejar.
Midas or something.
Either Shadow Blade
But
Atau ya biasa armlet
Team
Shadowblade
tonight.
BKB
Very back and forth game, very
atau
fighty game.
armlet BKB.
And well, Liquid do not have
Sisanya
any tier 1
bisa
towers
Aganim,
left.
terus
Azure still have
AC
the bottom
gitu-gitu.
tier 1 up and online.
Lebih ke
And I
bukan
love
yang
what Lou's doing here. He's picking up the mage
full
slayer on
damage
the Slark.
banget
I know we see
yang
it from
main
time to time,
Fedelish gitu.
but
Lalu lebih ke
pretty solid
AC,
for getting in
aura-aura.
here. It's pretty much
Atau
good
yang
versus
ngerusuh.
all of them, right? Because a little
Aganim.
more survivability. Because he knows that they kind of have this like mixed damage lineup thing where he doesn't have to be like a super hard carry. This whole game doesn't really have a mega hard carry. I mean, CK is, you know, kind of one of those heroes, but I feel like he fits more of that semi carry where he likes to be active, likes to fight a little bit, and he
Oh, dia
doesn't
mau
have
bikin
this,
ini
like,
kah? Dia mau bikin
you know, I'm weak,
Orchid.
I'm huge. It's more like he's just
Upgrade-annya
going up a
Orchid
nice
apa tuh?
flight of stairs where he's just getting stronger and
Bloodthorn.
stronger and stronger the whole time. He always has
Bloodthorn.
these little intervals where he's ready to fight. He's not a PL who has to go AFK for 30 minutes and then win the whole game. And
Right.
it's pretty similar across the board for really all 6 of these cores.
I mean, the one difference I would say maybe is the Bristleback, who is mega strong right now.
That's true.
The Aghanim Scepter. And I mean, it is still going to continue to be strong for a while. He gets that level 20 quill stack talent, and that's going to be an issue too. But we'll see. It looks like Liquid are ready to take a fight, though, with the Radiance at this point, as they're going to rally behind
Item
Misha
mereka
in
juga
the
udah mulai
mid lane.
jadi nih. Kunka
It
udah
doesn't
mau
look like Azure in a position
taras
where they
juga.
want to fight right now, though. They're kind of spread out.
Yep, Azure belum siap lah. Item mereka kurang jadi.
Zai also
Kayak
moving
masih
around with
mau
the
satu
Earth
item
Brawler
lagi
up
gitu.
too. Interesting, not the Void.
Oh, yeah. I guess there's not much that probably kills him with long duration disables. Moving around now pretty quick. Facing Tianming. Not going to go for it.
A little bit frustrating. He can't find anything there.
Okay.
He's life stealing his way up there with the vampire fangs, though. Kind of cool.
They scan and realize that the Wisdom Rune is gone. FY gets it. And he's also going to get the other one.
That's a big
Mau
bonus
bikin
for
eul
them.
dia.
So there's a
Buat
charge
bara
coming
ya.
down bottom onto some creeps. Insania pops out, throws down the sentry. They want to fight.
Rooted, chasing, hunting, don't get vision. Instead, they pull back in one. Mystic Flare down. Lotus Sword
broken.
beat him
Masih
alive.
hidup, bro.
Very well done.
Masih
They get the
hidup, bro.
courier, but nothing else.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It is giving them this tower, though, as
They
they go
lift
for the
up.
glyph. That's the reveal of the Silver Edge.
And they find Tianming. So the Wind Panda finding one, and now they run forward. They get vision on Insania and want to go onto him right at the start. Trying to back away. The rest of Azure Ray move in. Another lift onto Chalice. He's in trouble on Insania, and they're going to get
Okay.
him caught
Oh.
and killed. On
wait,
the other
he's alive
side,
still.
boat is not
No.
going to connect onto Slark. This battle kind of separated into two different parts. With Insania dead, this fight becomes very strange.
Dude, they gotta get this Slark. There were 4 heroes killing an Oracle.
Yeah, that is not what they want to see. The jumping is there. Nisha
No.
ends up Xing himself. They do get some good damage. Isn't enough to take down Chalice. He's
Mike?
under control. A couple
Mike?
more hits. They need
Mike
to get him
still
with the
alive?
torrent through
Bro.
FY. Keeping his buddies alive. More torrents thrown out. Good hit by Nisha onto both of them. Somnus has to back away, and this Radiance burn damage finally kind of starting to pay
Chalice?
off. They have
Oh,
another X2.
oh, the X mark mati.
Chalice in trouble if they can get vision. They find him
Ah,
there.
you're dead,
And with
man.
the torrent pullback, this should be enough. Vicky moves in, broken, kill.
Nice try.
So ridiculous in so many ways. Just constantly being able to get this break on top of him makes his life so hard. You see FY just zoom right through the middle of the map here. Boxy's trying to do something a little bit crazy here and catch him on this wave, but I don't think he's going to have the mobility for it, especially with the invis there.
Wait. Oh.
Yo, FY? You kind of crazy?
Oh, no. No. FY. Oh, man.
Sir?
Well, Boxy is going to go down. I don't think he has.
Is he?
Wait. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
The
that was
Ravens
close.
coming in were too strong.
Yeah, I thought maybe he could save with the fates, but... All right, interesting.
Jeez. Well, it's set up for Somnus to get the kill, and now he is next. Although he's low on mana, he doesn't have blink away. Has it now. Tries to get out. Burning. Cinder Brew. Is it going to be enough? They pull him in. Get the finish. Wow. And now a boat in mid. Tianming. He also is going to go down. Liquid,
cleaning them up right now.
yeah, managing to find a bunch of kills after the fact.
You know, it's funny because like earlier in the game,
Oh,
when
dia beli
Insania
shark
died
dulu
mid,
ya?
they got those big kills and they tipped Insania. The
Ah.
same thing just happened again. Like,
That
They got
a
man.
big kill.
3 second stun. He's gone. Damn, dude. They hit hard. They
A little bit
are
of sashimi in the jungle.
Damn.
they are really starting to hit on all cylinders. Liquid are making the moves. They're just ahead of them. And look, even mid here. Nisha's finding FY, getting some good damage onto him. He should be able to escape from this. Yeah.
And Mickey, he's going for the raw heart. I thought maybe he'd go blink just based on like how these fights are breaking down, how nice it would be to have. But with the
Oh,
silver
dia mau
edge
taras
and
ya, lebih
arcing
nggak bisa
some
dibunuh
ability,
lagi ya.
he's just going for the big one. So really tanky heroes right now. 3,500 HP on Nisha.
Udah
He's gonna be
unkillable,
probably
ada
over
taras.
4K when he finishes up the heart. Yeah, he's
Lifesteal-nya
definitely over
gila,
4K by the time he finishes up the heart
critical,
there on
wah
Mickey.
gila
So
sih Kenny.
that's I mean that's really all you can do versus this like big stacking damage of the cool spray, right? Like armor and just like
Mana
massive
nih
HP.
belum
I mean, you think
menemukan
armor versus
maginya
physical,
nih
but with
di
the way that it adds up, especially the new
turni
one, it's
ini
a
bro.
lot of just getting some health.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, it'll be interesting, you know, if this dynamic starts changing. But one of the things that we've seen is that Liquid have done a good job of kiting when that Ag Scepter comes out from Chalice. Good stun through from FY, holding this high ground with great vision. The game is going to start to get weird. They jump in, the break, Shadow Dance already used, Sonic Wave out silence. Yule Scepter keeps him alive for the moment, needs to blink away. Thumb is able to get out for a second, but X back in, blink away.
Diselamatin sama
Control
Slap.
dead on FY, lift up now, finding Chalice, tries to back out, stun on stun, gets thrown back
PK
onto
stun?
Mickey, and well, everything's thrown back onto Insania. Size?
Wait.
Pandas are starting to die, but he does
Vision
manage to
dari
get
mana
away.
itu bisa naik
Tianming
itu?
low, Mystic Flare finds him just on the edge. Good play from Boxy. Now Nisha in front of everybody. Chalice is still there, doesn't have another round of the bristleback for 7 seconds as they throw back more stuns, more silence, more everything. Mickey died, but saved at the last second. The control is still there, so much damage thrown out. Is he going to be able to bring down Chalice? A couple more hits, he's gone. They do get the Aegis reclaimed from that, but they finally got that bristleback down.
Lou's running back there with the gem, cleaning up a couple of wards, but he can't get the backstab to reinvigorate the fight for his team. And Liquid win another one and go immediately for the Tormentor.
Wah kalah sih ini.
Constantly getting
Azuri.
these breaks onto that bristle. And yeah, they got a
Azuri
little bit caught
kalah
there with that
sih.
ward on the high ground. It gave that first initial charge.
Udah nggak bisa
to FY.
ngapain ini
They've
mah.
been farming there for a while,
Larknya
but didn't actually go for the D ward. And they kind of create this
mau nangkep
situation.
belakang
Nice
ada
save here when he comes down as
Oracle.
That could have been bad. So yeah,
Nggak
right
disarm
there, you'll
dia.
probably get stunned up. Unfortunately,
Kalau
FY
enggak
wasn't quite
ada
as
false
lucky.
promise.
Liquid just
Ada
really
Io.
pushing with this Aegis though the whole time.
Emang sih ada
And
skill
able to
satu
just
tapi
give
semua
vision all the way
disable
through.
aja.
This find onto Tianming was so clutch too, because he
Mau nggak mau dia
basically
orchid
got
kan.
nothing off.
Dia lompat
And then
ke Oracle
Boxy right there
orchid,
at the end
tapi dia
able
nggak
to
punya
snipe him
duit
with the
anjir.
Mystic
Problemnya dia
Flare.
baru beli
It was
shard.
exactly what they needed.
Susah sih,
And
susah sih.
yeah, Liquid just kind of playing better right
Hard
now than
sih.
Azure Ray.
Hard game
And
buat
having a
comeback.
strong
Yeah.
timing too.
And just outplaying during the team fights too, because again, like they had pretty good vision on Azure when they came in there, but quick
Pikirnya
reactions
jadi
from
banget.
Liquid, nice dedication to the damage in those ones, especially gonna be the most important thing
Networknya
is the bristleback,
kalah jauh
ensuring that
gitu.
you're finishing off
Masih
before
Slark.
you have these problems of the stacking quills, especially with the hairballs out,
Yeah.
and they're making it look pretty easy right now. Again, look like this hero is not much of a problem.
Dia
You
satu
just
setengahnya
break
si Slark, cowok.
Absolutely.
Wordnya kalah jauh, kalah jauh. Susah,
Don't let
susah.
him do all the things
Susah
that he
banget.
wants to. He's trying to get towards the Bloodstone, which again is important, but Chalice now being hunted. They don't have another round of Silver Edge for a couple of seconds.
Oh.
They find
Oh,
him.
breaknya nggak cool.
Mystic
Oh.
Flare, the full combo. Yo, you don't even need to break him if
Tuh
he's
kan.
just facing the wrong way. Easy kill.
Satu-satunya yang bisa nge-carry aja udah segampang itu dibunuhnya. Nggak bisa anjir.
Maybe create some aggressive situations for them as the scan is out. They go for the wisdom rune here. Boxy grabs it first, and he'll just get pulled right on back.
Nice.
Thanks, team.
Boxy balas dendam tadi.
Perfectly done.
Ih kok nggak main tuh ya? Boleh
Now,
tadi.
level 18 split, ready to go here from Zai as they approach the high ground.
They're not trying to fight. They don't want to do anything
Iya,
right now.
udah nggak
Into
bisa
this.
ngapain, nggak ada BB. Mau ngapain lagi?
Although FY gets the stun onto several and backs away, and maybe we'll see a similar situation to last game. Somnus throwing out these daggers. They will catch him for a moment. X is there.
Oh,
He's gonna Mance to dodge it. What? Okay. That's kind of crazy.
Di ilu dodge.
Screams going out. More bigger screams. Zai pops ulti and the Reign of Destiny. Oh god.
Di
How could we forget?
di ilu dodge.
Oracle actually is so important to this strat working. It was the perfect pick.
It's an excellent plays. It's just required way too much attention this game on the side of Azure. It's ruined a ton of their fights. And, you know, you think about these turnaround heroes like Brewmaster, you know, you can never quite be confident going on him. And then there's also an Oracle.
Right.
So he's being charged right now. They're going to try and force the action onto him first. Do they have a gem? Any way of seeing
Kan
this?
Saka nggak bisa ngapain.
Find one, push him away.
Silent siapa
Oh, Lu
anjir?
didn't get to do anything. He just got silenced. Foxy there with the control. Insania saves himself and now going to get lassoed, pulled in. The rest of the team is dying though.
What the
Sure,
fuck?
you might kill this Oracle, you might not. But at the end of the day, the whole rest of the team is going down.
Insane.
Yeah. That's terrible. Oh.
To survive and just ruin their fight that bad the whole way through. I mean, it's always good for Liquid when Oracle's looking like a solid hero with the way they're able to flex that between the 4 and the 5, make it look good in either one. Well, pretty stark contrast to last game. Not as one-sided. It's looking that way now for sure, but through a lot of this mid-game, there was definitely some opportunities here for Azure, but they could not convert on them, and now you just have these 3 beefy heroes with a combined HP pool of about 12,000.
What the hell?
Hitting your tower.
Clarknya nggak bisa ngapain anjir.
Extra when you add in all the brewlings
Real
too.
ikan
Ain't no
anjir.
joke.
Ikan lele.
As they are going to take down the rest of these buildings. They have the lift up on the wall. Does get dark packed it off. They'll throw some screams around, but again,
ikan
got
cupang
the issue
aja.
of the Reign
Yang
of
nggak bisa
Destiny of
ngapain
all the
aja.
heals. Can they run these heroes down? Torrent Storm now out dead
Oh,
on
shit.
FY. No
GG.
buyback
GG Cold.
available.
GG Cold.
Controlling and taking down
Mid mati.
the Slark, killing the Quap. Buyback onto her.
BB mati.
Chalice, supposed to be big and tanky, not looking like it. A triple
straight
kill
mid.
for Mickey
Straight
as
mid,
Liquid
brother. Oh,
trying
nggak
to
Mika ya.
close this one out.
Oke, Mika dulu habis itu
Push us
straight
to an
mid.
even 1-1. They will claim this tier 3 tower. Somnus ready for a scream, but it is not going to do
GG.
enough. GG is called.
GG.
What a
1-0.
return
1-1.
from Liquid here.
Fantastic. And, I mean, they drafted with some confidence here on Azure. I mean, the opening Queen of Pain,
that's
going
nice.
for this late
Sama.
bristleback here, choosing to give
What
Chalice
group
his hero
stage?
late instead of the one for Lu. So,
Azure kinda strong.
The Bristle was supposed to tie this
Bisa.
together, and they missed a few things, right? They miss out in terms of getting the big stacks early. Great block in the early parts from Liquid. They were quick on the attention on that to ensure that FY didn't even have a chance to stack up that early hard camp to try and give a bit of a foot up for this bristleback. And then after that as well, they just kept getting the silver edge break.
No, absolutely. Man, I love to see it.
Hmm.
And like you're talking about, it just sort of felt like this continuing snowballing type of game that continued to go their way. I mean, I will say that, like, in general, this
I
felt
think that's
like a
it
very
buat
clear
nobar kali ini.
direction
Kita
draft
udah
from
nobar
Liquid of being
berapa
like,
match?
we're gonna pick big
Azure
three,
1, 2,
three big beefy
1,5 lah
fours, put 'em
hitungannya
in your
actually.
face, say,
Shopify
"Come deal
1,
with us," and then put
LGD
Insania
2.
on the Oracle right behind.
Kita nonton
And in
5
my
match.
mind, at least, they were doing well in
That's
spite
okay.
of everything else
Kayak,
that was going on.
kita bakal sebut
But the most
nama.
valuable
Ada
part of that draft
Markus,
was
ada
Insania.
Ina,
I want to give it
ada
to the
William,
That's what I'm thinking.
ada Shiroku,
Yeah.
ada
And, yeah, we're talking a lot about
MXY,
Insania,
ada
but Boxy
Ahmad
was
Rafi,
super clean.
ada
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many times did he
Dystopia,
even die? He died
ada
4 times. Not that
Emir,
But,
ada
a lot of
Poriski,
these fights,
ada apa
yeah,
lagi
he's
tadi?
lurking back there. He's throwing
Ada
some
Omaldo
clutch
di awal.
silences to slow down Somnus's
And
game. That was a big part of
then-
it. I mean, he had to grab this Yules, right?
Siapa lagi?
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't break out of these combos anymore.
Entah
Because of the
siapa
way
lagi.
that Boxy was always
Oh.
helping to catch him there. So
Siapa ya?
well done in that regard. And yeah, it really was a lot.
Pro
to say.
Regas,
I mean,
so
think
ya.
back to how important
Hebat
this
yang udah
fight was,
mampir
too, just
dan juga benar stream kali
constantly
ini. Thank
drawing
you juga
up
buat tadi yang
engagements. You
donation
think
ya.
like drawing out fights for the
So,
first
yeah.
can end up being a good
Kita
thing,
bakal end
but
sampai sini ya.
so many times later on to the game.
So thanks for watching
they just
and
targeted
see you
him down
guys in the
because
next stream.
he was
Bye
the
bye.
problem, and they
Bye,
quickly
bye.
solved it.